We're in. All right, guys. So thanks for following along. We have a new. By the time this is out, we'll probably be up on Patreon, I think.
Yep.
So we have a whole new channel behind the scenes. So if you sign up for Patreon, you get to see us fucking with the audio equipment for the last 10 minutes. Exclusive access. All right. So today we have the full Libertas crew, and we also have Derek Janisch, who's a Team 7 guy. I'm gonna go through the resume that he sent me, but it's a lot of stuff. So it's a lot. I'm gonna butcher it and try to make it look cool. So class 272 with Mitch Aguiar.
Yeah.
Mike O'Dowd. You said you ended up quitting in Hell Week.
Correct.
And then Dave Hansen, who's a legendary team guy, gave you like a speech. And then you came back in 284 with Taylor Kavanaugh.
Correct.
Made it through. Made it straight through. And then, Team 7, 2 deployments, 3 ULTs, workups. Is that the workup, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
ULTs workup. I didn't deploy the last time. Yeah.
The divorce.
Yeah. Divorce came in hot.
Good. Oh, is that what the next thing is? Oh, okay. So had an affair with a girl in Thailand at a deployment.
Yeah.
Some liberous moments. This would be interesting to get out. You got out in 2018, started your clothing brand, Just Us.
Yep.
Made good money there. And then you got shot in 2019 as a cannabis farmer up in Humboldt.
Yeah. I still don't know if it was 357 or 38 special because it can be either, right?
Yeah.
And
caught shit, one dude.
Right here, tension pneumothorax. So that story usually gets some.
That's going to be a hot one. Yeah,
some
man.
attention.
What's the exit wound look like?
So it missed everything going in, like that kind of wound, and hit 2 ribs in the back. I think it hit the top one, went down. Never came out.
No shoulder blade though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Literally
scapular
missed
or something.
everything important. Blew out like a quarter of my lung. I think they said I lost. Like
that's not important.
Half my blood. I woke up in the hospital, breathing tube and all that, pulling IVs out. Like,
dude, was that like point blank range or what?
Hard to say, man, because I kind of blacked out. I think about 10 yards. It was a good shot.
Holy shit.
He was aiming center mass. He was shooting to kill.
Oh, jeez.
All right, we definitely got to get
we got to circle back on that story.
After that. Moved to Maui.
Correct,
worked as an ocean tour guide and underwater photographer.
Ohana Ocean Adventures. Shout them out, my buddy Curtis.
Sweet.
He's Coast Guard Search and Rescue. Amazing dude. His business was affected by the Lahaina fires because everybody stopped going to Hawaii. And he's like, dude, this is how I make a living. So one of the coolest jobs I ever had. I got to do some underwater photography, like, picture reels for Instagram.
Taking pictures of buttholes and stuff.
mostly, attractive tourists coming to see some turtles.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a refrigerator box underwater.
Basically, I was doing an OTB every day, over the beach of kayaks and snorkeling.
Wife number 1?
Yeah, and also number 2.
Oh, sorry. Wife number 1 came out to visit you. Oh, she wanted the eggplant. I'm reading these wrong.
You gotta ask her that.
And you guys got remarried. So your current wife is the previous wife.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't stand her ex-husband.
That's a good way to put it.
That took me a minute.
I was like, but that's you.
He was an asshole.
All right, perfect. Cool. So that's a long-winded way to say this. You've lived a lot of life. Oh, also professional paintballer. Were you pro before you came in?
I played, so it's kind of complicated because the league has changed so much. I played a pro event and then a pro-am open event. So it's amateurs, but pros can compete. Typically a pro team doesn't, they don't come a whole team. It's like 1 or 2 guys. And I played 2 of those back in 2004. Played a whole season in 2005 divisional. So it's like there's pro, semi-pro, division 1, 2, 3. Won the whole division, won the series title, and then I went straight to boot camp from there.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious.
And so born and raised in Mission Viejo, Orange County, Dana Point, Laguna Beach. I went to Tesoro High School, class of 2005. Straight into the Navy. I did the DEP program for a solid year. I'll never forget, man, because all I wanted to do was be a SEAL since I was like 12 years old. And got to give this shout out to the trinity of my movies. It was Universal Soldier with Drago, who you always kind of reminded me of. And then number 2 was Terminator 2. I thought Arnold was the coolest thing ever, and I was just like, that was my hero.
Before he went limp liberal.
Yeah, well, let's keep Arnold when he was Arnold.
Yeah.
And then number 3, you got to give a shout out to Charlie Sheen and the Navy SEALs,
Best representation.
So those 3 movies.
Most accurate. Not even not best, but most accurate.
Shaped my childhood. And I'm doing paintball. I grew up doing like MMA and Muay Thai. And I always was like, yeah, this is what frogmen do, right? Like play paintball and kickbox. And I get to the teams, like paintball's kind of gay, dude. And then,
Damn it.
It's not nearly as gay as airsoft.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So, and also, where was I going with that? I was in the regular Navy before, right? I did 3 deployments before I even got to buds, you know?
Oh,
Well,
what the fuck?
shit.
No, so 2 and then 1, because I quit my first hell week, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
go back. I was in Japan and Korea. I was forward deployed at Sasebo, Japan for about a year. But we were like working, right? So we're doing underreps, underway replenishments. I was a navigator for the ship. So I'd be
It's like where all the gator freighters and shit are at, right?
yeah, there's a lot of those.
What ship were you on?
I was on the USNS Carl Bashir.
Yeah.
It's the one-legged master diver.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah. The
his-
one that they
Cuba
made the movie
Gooding
about.
Jr.
Thank you. Men of Honor, I think.
Yeah, Men of Honor.
Yeah.
It's a
That was
good movie, actually.
movie,
Robert
yeah.
De Niro with
So-
the fucking long line of red stripes on his shit.
That was you.
Yeah. So I'm technically a plank owner on that ship. And he came out, you know, when they christened it or whatever, launched right out of here. We went up to like Everett, Washington.
Did he christen it?
I think so. Probably both. Yeah.
Like spiderwebbed
maybe
it?
one of the rooms. I don't know. Dude,
There's
any
the
guy
Navy.
that can be one-legged and wants to go through dive school, good on him. You know?
Yeah, no shit.
That's
But
hardcore, man.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
enough with 2 legs, you know. So I did that for about a year. But we were also in Korea. So like, you know, I didn't stay in one spot out there. I was like Guam, Korea, mostly Japan. Those 3, we did like a loop. That was actually a really cool job. I loved the job. I couldn't stand the people, you know? So anybody listening, I got one buddy from that. His name is Chris Gilmore, dude from Long Beach, big old jack dude, like 230 pounds. And we would go out together in Japan. His wife was Japanese, so it was a rad experience. Having like a Japanese
cool.
tour guide in Japan, and I'm getting paid drinking my face off in Japan.
Yeah.
Mostly Sasebo.
My little brother moved to Japan
Oh, I love it.
for like,
I would go back.
well,
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in like 15 years, so I don't know how it went. But I'm assuming it's a good time.
So then Bud's class 284, right? And I'm at E5. My first time I did PTR, Bud's prep wasn't a thing yet. I think it was like in its trial phase when I was in 7-2 with Mitch. Like some guys did it and some guys didn't. It was weird because I came from PTR. I don't know if you know Uncle Carl, worked on the grinder, worked with Goggins.
Uncle Carl G.
Uncle Carl, I don't think there's a G attached to it. He's in Utah now on like a ranch or Colorado, I think. He was just one of those dudes that worked for
like the motivators.
Dive Mode.
But
Yeah.
he was a team guy?
He was a team guy. He had gotten hurt and was like doing his like twilight retirement.
Maybe.
Maybe Carl Bernstein?
Just hanging out at the pool
no,
all the time.
it's definitely Carl Roman.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-A-R.
Yeah. Roman.
Roman.
Yeah.
So that was like the first.
Looks like Roman. I thought you said Uncle Carl.
Well, that was his nickname.
I was like, what the fuck?
Uncle Carl.
I thought you were talking about Carl Bernstein, who was
Yeah.
like on the jump team for fucking ever.
No, I didn't know him. So it was him and actually Goggins. So like those were 2 of the first SEALs that I'm talking to on a daily basis. And I'll never forget, Goggins would just come in the office and he's like, I'm going on a 10-mile run. Who's coming with me? And you're just like, I literally, you know, you're a student. I'm a white shirt. I'm not even phased up. I'm just waiting to get orders to go to Buds. And it was kind of a badass gig. And
What'd you say?
I
I'm
was
a
like-
Huckleberry.
yeah, I was like, let's go, I guess. Yeah, here we go.
Who's going to stay here and carry the boats?
Right. And I think this was the time, this is like 2007, I want to say. I'm terrible with like dates, man. So just like fact check them later. But he was training for the pull-up record, like to break that. So like every day he was just crushing pull-ups, you know?
Well, that's
And
right, yeah.
I'll never forget one thing that always stuck out with me, man, is like, you got to set other goals, dude. He's like, Hell Week is not the pinnacle. He's like, you know how many SEALs got a brown shirt? He's like, every effing one of them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, good point, dude. Because I asked him one time, I'm like, bro, you've already like got a trident. You've already been to war. Like what motivates you to do like gnarly, harder things than that already? So he was pretty inspiring for me to like meet him in person and see him every day. And then, dude, just watching your guys' show, I forgot about the Phantoms, right? The Phantom
Oh, yeah,
College.
man.
So it's my job. So say a kid is on the East Coast and he wants to get to Buds, right? They would send the package. He would call me like, hey, how can I schedule a PST? So I'd look for a dive mo in his area, send that guy an email, like, I got a kid for you. He's E3, whatever. He wants to go to Buds.
Oh,
you know?
that's hilarious.
But however, the Phantoms got our number. They knew SEALs worked there. They knew a SEAL or a Bud student was going to answer the phone, and they'd be like, you know, I'm
Hey,
not gonna do
Naughty.
it. Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Naughty. What are you
And you're like-
doing?
and like, there's times where team guys are like, take the phone from me. Like, give me the phone. Like, I'm talking to the Phantom. So
Dude, you
it
know,
was
after that
wild.
episode launched, I got a call on my
Yeah, I
personal
bet.
cell phone.
I bet.
It's like, hey, I'm
She's
like,
like,
is this who
don't
I think it is? I'm like, don't ever call me again.
I love it. My buddy hooked up with one. That's a legendary story.
Oh,
This
all
is
right.
Oh,
that
shit.
mystery woman you guys are telling me about, right?
Well,
It's like a
women's,
network.
yeah.
It's a network, dude.
quotation mark. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
network.
few. Yeah, so let's start off with that story then. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, so my main job was answering emails. Like I would get emails every day of like, these are my PST score, or right? Am I saying that right? Physical screen, PST scores.
Yeah.
And I'd like
physical
vet them. On top of the phantoms, though, I don't know what to call them, in 2025. But these special kids that would be like, yeah, I ran 1,000 miles this morning, and I did 2 million push-ups. Like,
Yeah.
can I be a SEAL?
You get
And I'm
the
like,
weirdos.
yeah,
Sure,
sure,
buddy.
dude.
Come
I'm
on
like,
in.
yeah, just come down and do the PST. You gotta run, swim, push-up, pull-up, sit-ups, pants and boots.
It's probably the dudes you see at the gym doing push-ups. They're like,
yeah,
Oh,
literally
yeah.
just in
2,000, yeah.
So going back to Uncle Carl, he was like, always be nice to those guys. He's like, never be mean to them. Let them tell their story. And they call like pretty much daily. Like this one dude called me every day at like 7:10. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, tell me your workout. Like, you're crushing it.
I don't know the patience for that.
They're like, good job.
When you're a white shirt and you're, LPO is
Yeah.
David Goggins,
Yeah.
like you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to deal with that than deal with Goggins.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But the phantoms would call occasionally too. And as soon as they found out you're the white shirt, you're like, oh, give me a seal on the phone. You're like, all right.
Oh,
here
Jesus.
you go. Like, I don't want to talk to you anyways. I got emails to
Give her
send.
to Goggins.
Right.
What, bitch? Who's going to suck the dicks?
Yeah, I keep saying he needs to get sponsored by Viagra, stay hard.
Right.
Like, that
Perfect
seems like a
fit, dude.
no-brainer.
That is a no-brainer.
That is a no-brainer.
Yeah, just stay hard.
That's what
And he's black. I'm sure he's got a hog on him.
Probably takes a lot of blood volume.
cannot
there.
confirm or deny Hoggins.
Yeah, it's actually called Hoggins. David
Hog
Hoggins.
size.
Oh, man. So we're in there, boys.
Get a hard on.
So
him,
what
just
happened to
pass out.
your buddy? You said he wound up hooking up with one of these.
Yeah, dude, he answered the phone and, 30 minutes later he was there and came back with a big smile on his face. So,
What? There's more to the
interesting.
story than that.
I mean,
did you meet her in a parking lot, or was there a refrigerator
I think
box
her house,
involved?
man.
Or?
I think straight to her pad, and she was not in Coronado. I think she was like downtown area or something. But there's definitely a network.
Encinitas.
There's more than one.
Was he
confirmed.
for sure it was a chick? Like, did he actually observe? confirmation?
He was definitely getting laid at the time, so he was not the kind of guy to like make the story up. He had a lot of swag going on.
Well, I mean, you
believe
could be swayed into thinking you were entering with a vagina and then actually entering something
Well,
else.
man, and
It's shallow.
so before we get into Thailand, people realize there's actually women in Thailand too, right? Like there are Thai women. The ladyboys don't just spontaneously like combust into existence,
Yeah, right.
So
Craziness.
So I still need to hear about like this group of ghost women that call like these phantoms or whatever. It's just like a handful of women that have the phone number to the front desk at
it's
fucking
usually Bud's quarterdeck. That's
But no,
my
I
experience.
remember they used to call
Yeah.
out at these random fucking stations.
618.
I'm talking out at like La Posta.
No, that's what I was
at
saying. Like
Nyland.
618, fucking
Yeah.
San
How do they
Clemente
get these phone
Island.
numbers?
But I mean, like the armory out at Nyland.
Oh, man.
Not even the quarterdeck. Like,
That's
how the
funny.
fuck do you get the number for the armory in Nyland? It's
and
weird.
and the sole goal is just to meet me here and let's bang.
I don't know. What
I think
the
most
goal
of
is.
it was
that's
just
the
they're
FTX,
fucking around.
but a lot of them work up to it. I think
Yeah,
that's-
it's just attention, I guess. I don't know. Some people have hobbies. They have
Interesting.
Yeah.
phantom.
Is
stuff.
this like the cougar demographic or is
I
it
think
pretty
so,
wide
yeah.
ranging?
No, we're talking cougars.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any new phantoms.
Yeah. I can't imagine that's the hobby of a young hot 20-something
No.
year old chick.
No.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I think it was peak Charlie Sheen era.
It's probably somebody with less options.
Yeah, I think these are the Westpac widows who were trolling dudes at McPee's on Thursday nights. When McPee's used to go off, and it definitely wasn't probably anybody under 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this has also been going on for 30-something years that I know about.
Oh fuck yeah!
So
Yeah, at least.
who
We got
knows?
to create some type of I don't know, like something surrounding this.
The
Like
Phantom shirt.
Yeah,
just
like
the
the
Phantom, like a
Phantoms.
phone.
Yeah, it's just like a rolly phone. It's just there.
Well, let's start. We jumped ahead, so
For
let's
sure.
let's pull back and like, where'd you grow up and like, what was family like?
Yeah. So Orange County, California, Mission Viejo, small little town that's maybe like 20, 25 minutes from the beach. Went to Tesoro High School, 2005. I always joke that I was the poorest kid on the rich street. Like I definitely was not driving a BMW. I had like a Tacoma truck that I was pretty proud of because I was making the payments on it. But mostly just, I played high school football, did Muay Thai, and then paintball. And once I got into paintball, I got sponsored. I was competing for cash. So like that was kind of like my whole life.
Sounds a lot better than getting kicked in the fucking head.
Yeah, exactly. And I was decent at Muay Thai, but I, wasn't going to pay the bills, And paintball, actually, for being a 17-year-old kid at the time, kind of was.
Dude, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you just go into, like, paintball matches, like, all over the fucking Southern California. Like, how do you even get into that?
The country, yeah. There's a national...
No, I mean, like, when you first started.
Good question. So you remember Big Five, like, and, like, Chicks, I don't know if you know Chicks. It's a sporting good store.
I know Big Five.
So they'd have all those like flyers, like paintball, rock climbing, whatever, skydiving, helicopter tour. And I kept seeing the paintball one, and then Big Five would sell like,
The Titmans and Spiders.
Titman 98. Yeah, thank you. And I told my dad, like every year, I'm like, that's what I want to do, Dad. I want to go play paintball, So I saved up. I bought this auto cocker, and that's like, they're like the hot rods of the paintball world because you can like custom tune them, put a new barrel on it and pneumatics and all that. And I was stoked, man. It was so much fun. And playing out in Riverside, a place
cool
called
porn name.
Yeah,
the auto cocker.
Yeah, definitely. The barrel is called a boomstick, so
there you go.
They just keep stacking it.
Hits.
The Peter North of paintball guns.
Yeah. The excruciator. Anyways, so paintball was kind of paying the bills, like not like enough to pay my rent, but I was getting free clothes. I was getting fed on tournaments. People were flying me out across the country. I played like World Cups always in Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They hosted at the Disney like Wide World of Sports. It was just on ESPN, but the Ocho, like literally the Ocho.
Oh,
so it's
shit.
like it's like cornhole and then paintball.
Yeah.
But those are my buddies. They're all pro now, and some of them make six figures. Like one of my good friends gets 120 grand or more a year to just play paintball. And that's not even counting his sponsors and all his free stuff.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's
You
his
got
base
to
salary.
roll around and do that stuff at 17.
And it's like,
That's
dude,
cool.
I've been to war and I've played paintball. At the end of the day, I shoot Nick. You just wipe it off, and I'm like, you suck, Like,
Yeah.
it's still doing team guy tactical stuff to me, at least. Other team guys like gay. Like,
I mean, I grew up playing paintball as well, and I was just stealing BDUs from my dad, or buying them from an Army surplus store. But it was a very easy transition of the old school cops and robbers, or cowboys and Indians. And it's like now you're playing paintball.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just kind of bled over. But when I was in recon, we were training up with a 10th group, and we went to this paintball field down in Colorado Springs.
Oh, nice.
And like, dude, we're all fucking arrogant military guys, E5s, E6s, and all that stuff. And we went to play against a bunch of kids. And being so used to like working in war is not transferable over to paintball because, we're a lot more cautious. Meanwhile, you got a 12-year-old that's just running up on you. It's like, and like hosing your ass. So like all these like 12-year-olds are just like, fuck yeah, we just be fucking a bunch of recon dudes.
Yeah.
Totally. And that's the weird thing. It doesn't really translate. It's like having somebody that like a Chris Kyle who's got hundreds of kills behind a sniper rifle, and then you give him a game controller with fucking Halo, and he probably fucking sucks at it. It's not. Doesn't transfer, When I see paintball on TV and shit, these big inflatable, like bright green and orange and blue, like, cover. You're like running up behind, same shit, dude. Just like, more paintballs, more paintballs. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Yeah, you're not counting 30 rounds and doing combat reloads.
It's different, dude. So when Derek and I were talking a couple weeks ago about this, and he's like, "Guys, you should come up and do paintball with us." I'm like, "Bro, no, I'm gonna get smoked by some 13-year-old chick in front of everybody."
Yeah,
like, I killed a Navy SEAL. I'm like, "Oh, great, that's me."
Yeah,
like, no thanks.
Yeah, it's true. I've been on both sides of that. So yeah. We call it getting bunkered. So somebody runs up on you point blank and shoots you. You got bunkered, and that's like the ultimate embarrassment. You're just like, damn. Yeah. And they're like, I bunkered the SEAL. I'm like, yeah, you sure did.
So you're playing speedball?
Yeah, always.
You're like, oh yeah, bitch.
let me call half-face blades and be back. Shout out to that. So I didn't even know Ryan was going. I just got the tour. I was gonna text you, be like, hey, come through. I don't know if you're busy because they're not too far, right?
They're pretty close. It's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
right up the street.
Yeah, you could run that in your prime.
Man, in my prime, I was not running anywhere.
But Ryan showed up, so we got that whole tour with Beto. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a sick tour, man.
And man,
when was that?
That is, it was like last week, 2 weeks ago.
That was an SFF event,
he's
right?
like, thanks for my invite.
Yeah. Where the fuck was I at?
I didn't get invited either. You're fine.
I didn't know what was going on. Johnny Collins
That's he
texted
told
me
me.
about it. I was like, oh, thanks, Beto. Let me know.
Right.
It was dope, though.
Yeah,
Dude,
super
he went on like a 45-minute tour. I had no idea, like, the depth that goes into that stuff, like the detail and
Yeah, it's crazy.
the art, like the mix of artistry with, like, craftsmanship.
Technology,
but,
too.
like, yeah, the technical expertise required to do that stuff at that level.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That was really impressive.
Well, he
shit.
really, I've been to the new shop a couple times, like when I picked up these knives and shit. And I mean, because he's moved shops a couple times, and he keeps growing the business.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like 50 employees now, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
When you think about where he came from
backyard.
Dude.
Yep.
But yeah, the crazy shit is, and he obviously realized this stuff. Like once you go from where he really prided himself on these custom made, handmade scales and just intricate fucking shit. And then once he branched out to doing like these production line, with a production line, it's like everything has to be consistent.
Yeah.
So you can't have one that's like got a weird bevel, and you have one that's so he started going more even for sharpening shit, doing these CNC machines, and even making the scales on the hand, the handle scale and shit, and like as intricate as all that shit is, you can't just go, hey, grind out these fucking scales. You got some dude with a Dremel, and it's like you look at it and you're like, dude,
well, and also
what the
he
fuck?
has such a dedicated following too that it's like almost to like a fault where those guys will look for any like tiny nuance of a defect in a blade. And immediately it's lost its worth. Like it's almost like guys treat it like Rolexes.
Yeah.
Like, on the secondary market, his blades are going for $6 fucking
it's
grand.
insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
Some dude hit me up about this fucking knife that Scammer made me. It was fucking dope. It was like a Bowie knife, and it's got like this brass. I don't know what the fuck you call
brass
it.
knuckles on the
No,
end
it's
of
like brass thing that goes between the handle and the bolster. And dude, it was like acid washed and shit. And it's like it looks almost tiger stripe, but it's not. It's not Cerakote or anything. It's just the treatment he put in the fucking tumbler and shit. And and it's a mammoth fucking tusk handle. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
He's got some crazy stuff in there, man. He's got a walrus dick.
Dude, some dude hit me up on like Instagram, or not Instagram, on like Facebook Messengers, like, bro, like I want to buy that knife. You're like fucking like $6,000 or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
some of them are like 30 to 40 grand. I'm like, that's insane, bro. It's crazy. But he literally he was showing us all the stuff that he has in there. One of them's a walrus dick, which I did not know is an actual bone.
Yeah.
It's an actual bone.
Yeah.
Like
they make fucking like knockers out of it. Yeah, no. Like,
oh, yeah. It's,
like
it's good.
Clubbing seals with them and shit.
With a walrus dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how all cocks are. They don't have like a fat bone in it.
I don't know how girthy it was when it had meat around it, but it was.
I think raccoons and possums got bones in their dicks too.
Really?
Yeah, because I know old guys used to like take them, like pick their teeth with them and shit. More like the Cletuses back in the day.
No. You know what I always joke about? Everybody says the Spartans were gay, but they were like the most badass. I'm like, are we sure that they didn't just joke about it all the time? Because like 1,000 years from now, they're gonna be like, team guys were obsessed with cocks. Like out in an island, there's just cocks drawn on the rocks
everywhere.
SCI and the like little. You remember the little grenade bunker? The first time you throw a frag, somebody just drew a big cock there and a little TB.
Shit, that's probably probably me. Literally, that was like my signature forever, dude. The cock with wings. Cock bandit strikes again. People are like,
Well, now it's
can we
immortalized.
please
on the
stop
knife.
drawing fucking dicks with wings all over everything? We're like,
So you want dicks without wings?
Why?
Boring.
gay.
If I could tangent on a story like that, segues into that. So we do OTBs, right? And we have this running joke. We called it the Black Mamba. It was like a suction base, big old fatty, right? And it was like you're doing rucksacks, and you rucksacks everything in OTB, right? You got to dip test it and dry bag it. And we'd always sneak the Mamba into like whoever it was their turn next,
It's a Ranger Battalion thing.
Yeah, exactly. So like the Mamba.
Did they call it the Mamba?
Yeah.
There's certain specifications. Got to be
That
girthy.
thing was in Mogadishu. Like the Rangers.
Mogadishu Mamba.
And it's like that big.
And like Panama too, right?
Yeah, Vector finally sent me a photo of it, and like it's obnoxious, dude. Like it's fucking this big, and like some poor bastard has to like put it in his rucksack, and I'm like, I could put a whole like 3 more Nalgene's and some food in here, but no, I got to carry
this giant cock,
and it's not light.
It's called legacy, son.
So to bring the mama back full circle, we're doing OTBs, Team 7, ULT workup, and we didn't have a drying cage yet. And we had so much wet gear. You got to hang it up somewhere, right? And I was a new guy. I had my rucksack outside and all my stuff. And the Master Chief calls me in that morning. It's like Monday morning or no, probably Tuesday, because whatever. I don't know the day. But we did the OTBs. FTX is over. I'm like, you can breathe for a little bit. You got the weekend to chill. Master Chief calls me in the office. All my stuff's in the office, and calls my older guy with me, because he had a thing out too, whatever.
Your fucking C Daddy.
C Daddy was there to represent. And this is like my only FaceTime with the Master Chief, really, as a new guy. You don't get a lot of one-on-one time.
You try not to.
And he's like, "Hey guys, we know we're working on cages. Like they were literally being built at the time." He's like, "But we still can't pull up to the team because Team 7 is like front and center for buds and anybody going to the buds quarterdeck." Like that's where all my gear was. If you just look left, so he took all my gear. It's still probably wet and drying out. Chews me out for a bit and tells me you got to be thinking of like the team image and can't leave tactical stuff just lying around in the sun. And then he's like, "One more thing before I go," and he pulls out the Mamba, and I was like, "Oh God, I got Mamba." So I'm the new guy. He's like, "What the fuck kind of OTBs are you guys doing?" And he's like, "Now get out of my office." And like probably threw the Mamba at me.
Well, Master Chief, they're called Black Ops.
Carl of Duty.
You're going to have to subscribe to my OnlyFans to find out.
So that's a true
Dude, he was the
story.
CMC.
Can I name drop him? Yeah. Matt Heineman.
Oh, fuck. I know
yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've already name dropped Matt a few times.
Okay,
on here.
good.
There's some stories.
I'm sorry, Master Chief.
Matt and I made E6 together.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then what happened?
Yeah. I stayed in E6 for 11 years, and he made Master Chief and did like 35 years in the fucking Navy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dang.
34 or some shit. Yeah. He just retired like 2 years ago. Now he works for B-Mug.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. I remember when I was a new guy, remember Master Chief Faculty
Yeah.
rolling around Team 1? And everybody's like, he was literally a Vietnam vet, which at the time in the late 90s was 25, 30, almost 30 years
Yeah,
ago.
dude. He was the Rudy Bosch of the West Coast. Faculty was.
Well, Rudy is probably a lot cooler.
Well, and dude, yeah, Rudy was in World War II also. But, seriously. But yeah.
But I remember thinking like, oh my God, 30-something years in the teams, that's so fucking long. But now, like, I know so many dudes that are in for like 20, 25, 30 years, and it doesn't seem like that long. But also,
It does when
we're not rocking around like Master Chief Faculty. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that motherfucker looked like 70.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he was. He must have been
Dude.
like 48, 50, but like, he did not look
I mean,
good
dude, I'm
before
only
he hit 50.
51, and I feel like I'm 700. I can't imagine how those motherfuckers. I mean, granted, they weren't probably still operating in their E8, E9 days, but dude, they were still putting out in PTs and every fucking day, like getting after it.
Yeah, it goes to show the support too. Like the support that's out there now is very different, I think, than it was back then. The options.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right, back to you.
Where the hell were we?
So the Mamba, there we were. No, all right. Mamba story aside, I don't know. Bringing it back. What else? Touched on my regular Navy time. It was actually pretty cool. Japan and Korea. My buddy from Long Beach, in between buds and whatever. I'll never forget going out with him. They have habusaki. It's like a snake liquor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking it's literally a king cobra in like a vat of like formaldehyde, but it's vodka or whatever, Some
Yeah,
clear
I've
liquor.
had the version in Mexico.
And he's like, "You want to do some of these shots with me?" I'm like, "Not really, man." And he's like, "When are you ever going to get the chance to do this again?" I'm like, "Hopefully never."
It looks
I brought some
disgusting.
of that
like-
shit back from. I thought it was in Korea.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, cool, because I got 5 of them." And I'm thinking homie's going to like strain it, right? And just get some liquid, just
No,
scoops
there's
it with a
floaties and
ladle.
shit
Yeah,
There's
full of
floaties and
schmegma out
stuff
of
in
it.
there.
It's just scale.
Yeah.
It's like disintegrating
it's
in
fucking
there.
disgusting as
Oh.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do a couple of those back. So I wanted to get that story out there, and shout out to Chris Gilmore, who's kind of my tour guide in Japan. But I wanted to rewind to 284 with Kavanaugh because I got a great Cav story. The first time I met him, right? And you guys already know, so I was in E5 going back, and going in E5 to Bud's Prep, literally everybody there is coming out of boot camp, minus the few.
Were you the LPO?
There was phases where I was, and then
Okay.
because there was, how Bud's
You'd get
is,
a
right?
roll back, and
You'd
then
get a roll back. You'd get
Yeah.
a guy that was luckily I was like the lowest ranking E5 because I really didn't want to be LPO.
It's
I've
a
been
lot
to
of
Butts,
stress, man.
I've been to Butts
Yeah.
before,
Like,
and
no thanks.
we had like 5 LPOs quit just getting to Hell Week, and I'm like, oh man, dude, LPO is like
Yeah.
cursed to me, so I definitely did not want that job if I could avoid it, and we can circle back to
Definitely
that
some
later.
responsibility you can
Right.
do without going through buds, man.
A lot of spotlight.
To every brother that went through Buds with me, like you got to remember, I was just an E5 in the regular Navy, doing fuck all. Like that does not prepare you to lead SEALs. You know what I mean? That's
Or
not,
Bud students.
Exactly. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like herding fucking cats.
Bud students are the worst, dude.
Right. So, anyways, Kavanaugh, right? Cav's in the little quarter deck that we got. And I'm just overhearing, we're just waiting to muster or whatever. And he's like, yeah, Taylor Kavanaugh, I got like 13 waivers to get here.
Was this like pre Hell Week? Like first
Pre-Buds. No, this is Great Lakes.
Great
Chicago.
Lakes.
Yeah.
No shit.
And he's all tatted up and jacked even back then. And I'm like, where are you from, bro? He's like, San Diego. I'm like, all right. Because this is my second time going through, right? I was recruiting dudes that were all like 6 feet tall at least and plus because I wanted a stacked boat crew. I'm like,
of course.
I want to go back to
Kinda
Buds.
smart.
I want to go back to Buds with some pipe hitters. I'm like, I'm either going to make it through this class or die. And Ryan's
How
like,
tall are you? 6?
just shy of 6'2". Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'd be looking for guys 6'3".
Right.
Yeah. Give yourself a little
I'm not
buffer.
quite there. I'm just under. I was always boat crew 2, like my whole career. Both classes, boat crew 2 all day.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Kavanaugh. But I literally did every day of training with Cav from Buds prep, and then we literally checked into Team 7 together. Did our first deployment.
Did he go all the way through? Like, I can't remember
Not a
his.
single roll. Yeah, Cav was a beast.
Right on.
Yeah,
I
one
remember.
shot, 1 kill.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's rare.
And he was just the kind of dude that I was stoked to meet in the teams. We were both kind of bros, going to the beach, playing high school football and whatnot.
Yeah, he's always been a main character, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wild dude.
I've always been more of a wingman, but I got like some main character stories from being a wingman so many times. Sometimes the main character gets knocked out, and you gotta drag him out of there and be like
Goose.
Yeah.
all of a sudden the camera's on you now. How you gonna be?
Dude, I wasn't a main character even in my own life for a long time.
Yeah, you were telling me
It
that.
took me a bit. Yeah, I had to
Some
learn
crazy
how to.
shit.
What year did you guys start Forge?
Mikey and I started in 2007. Yeah.
7, man. I came in 05, and then I'll never forget because my wife had bought me a Forge shirt. This is post Hell Week. She bought me a Forge shirt that she knew I'd like. And I was like, I really appreciate this, but I can't wear it till I get my trident, I'm like, dudes will absolutely roast me. So like had to, I stayed away from Danny's, McPee's, all that. I knew where to be and when, and that was not my time,
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like timing counts for a lot with a lot of things, especially in branding and building businesses and shit. Fuck, man.
Dude, my favorite Forge shirt, I know is after your time, but I'm still going to plug it anyways because I love the shirt, was the Legend Chris Kyle that they did.
Yeah, that came out good.
No,
Oh,
dude,
That's a good one.
I think I still have one of the original, the Knox.
Nice.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
KNOX with the 5326 like brass knuckles.
That's right. Yeah.
Because that was the name of the company you guys first were, right?
So it actually went through 3 different names. The first one was very short-lived. We thought it'd be really cool to call it DFF for Drink Fight Fuck, and we thought that's probably a really small market. So we changed to Knox. That lasted exactly 1 cycle. We bought all the product, made the website, made all the shit, and then we saw another company that was slightly bigger than us because everybody's bigger than us.
Oh yeah,
And they were
like
called
cease and desist or some
they
shit.
didn't know about us yet.
Oh, right
but they
on.
were called KNOXX, and we're like, dude, we can either try to fight these guys later, and they're going to win because they were here first.
Yeah.
Or we can change our name now and just kind of like get rid of the product that we have and then rebrand.
Yeah.
And honestly, it worked out best, man. Like Mikey came up with the name Forged. Yeah, I remember we were drinking in his house, and he's
No way.
right, surprise.
Sounds made up.
So it was Mikey with like less than 4 drinks in him, so he's like prime Mikey. He's operational Mikey.
Right.
And so he comes back with his Hell Week t-shirt and says, "The hardest steel is forged and the hottest fires. We'll name it Forged." And I'm like, dang, that's good, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, we'll name it Forged. But yeah, so the Knox ones are like super limited.
Dude, I gotta find one of those motherfuckers. I gotta find it. I know I still have it.
I think I have one.
Yeah.
I think I have one. We made a bathroom edition t-shirt that said "Drink, Fight, Fuck," but it had like a bathroom little the person on the
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah.
But it had one that was drinking, one that was fighting, one
Oh,
that was
yeah.
banging the female.
This one was the one. It had like
in the wheelchair.
I was like,
For
this
the
is going to sell
handicap
gangbusters.
Dude, I want to
Did
say
not.
this is the one it had, like, I might be confusing this with another, like a Ford shirt that I had, but I thought I had like the MP5 with like the fucking wings like thing on it and like a brass knuckle. I just remember the brass knuckles and it said KNOX.
Yep.
And they had like 5326 in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was still figuring out clip art
Yeah.
at that time, trying to figure shit out.
Shit, I gotta find that fucking thing now. And I'll bring it in and fucking tack it to the wall.
That'd be
or
funny,
some
dude.
shit.
Yeah, being a designer, he'll just laugh at it. Like, it's my first effort as a designer.
Yeah. Nick would be like, "What is this?"
I'm getting ready to throw in the towel as a designer after yesterday. I'm fucking over this.
I just like designing my own shit now. I don't design for other clients now. It's too problematic.
Yeah, it's a bane of my existence.
Yeah, you got experience. You had your own clothing line too. Well, you have your own clothing line.
So Just Us is like paintball MMA. I did some stuff in paintball as well, working with my other sponsor, HK Army. So shout out to them.
What is it called?
HK Army stands for Hostile Kids.
Okay.
They're
That's cool.
Yeah, they're from Orange County, California, like Dana Point High School. You probably know Dana Point. Like a lot of dudes that were either wrestlers, like they were like the athletes of paintball.
Dude,
Cool dudes.
a lot of this ink was a fucking Dana Point at Ray
nice.
Gun.
Yeah.
Right there by Hennessy's Tavern.
Okay.
Thaddeus, Jason Gardner's brother.
Yeah, so
Thaddeus.
I was the inland kid, and in Laguna Beach and all that, it matters. I
Oh,
always
it
joke,
matters a lot.
if you can pull girls in Laguna Beach, you can pull girls anywhere.
You're east of the 5. What a faggot.
No,
Yeah, literally.
that's it. Yeah, that was my childhood. They're like, "Ew, where are you from? Mission Viejo."
Yeah.
Like, gross. And you're like, all right, whatever. You suck.
The 5 is like 4 blocks from the ocean.
Yeah.
C2.
Yeah, no shit.
So those guys were from out there. I did some design work with them. And then we had another brand called Dark Arts. It was like esports, actually, like pro gaming. And everybody like laughs. I'm like, dude,
Anything
these
but
kids
mango.
were competing for $30 million and they were wearing a t-shirt and a hoodie. And you're going on stage to compete for $30 million.
That's right. He was telling me this
And I
story.
was
This is
like,
crazy.
you guys are sponsored by Logitech. You're sponsored by NVIDIA. Like these insane companies that are like billion-dollar companies. I'm like, I'll do jerseys for you. They'll be custom dry fit, same as this, double sublimation, and make you guys look awesome. The thing with them, though, it was crazy. Like, we had to have a 3-day turnaround from, like, finalized design to cut and sew.
Which you have experience in apparel, too. Cut and sew? That is insane.
It's insane.
You can't even get a
fuck,
sample
it's
made
so
in
hard.
3 days. Like, it's nuts.
Dude, I was working my butt off to, like, get these things out there. Because what would happen a lot of times, these guys would qualify for a tournament, and now all of a sudden they're pro. And the prize pool is $30 million. And they're going to be on, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, big streams. And I'm like, you can't compete for $30 million wearing a t-shirt and a hoodie looking like a dork.
Yeah.
And your sponsors don't like it either. Because,
Right.
and I was showing them stuff like logo placement. Like, you want it where the camera's going to see it. They're your biggest sponsor. Don't put your biggest sponsor on your back.
Yeah,
And then they're like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Check out my butt.
Right. It's like, you're going to do interviews and whatnot. And like, this is all like blowing their minds. They'd never even consider this. So,
Well, they're gamers, man. That's their world.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't think
It's
about
so
it.
funny because I would go visit them at their house and like we'd measure their arms and these guys were not jacked, not right. And so I'll never forget this kid's like said he just started lifting. He looked like he weighed about $130. And he was like, should I get tailored before or after my pump? And I was like, always before, dude. You don't want to do it after because then it
Definitely.
shrinks. You got to do it before. So then when you put the shirt on and you have a pump, you look jacked.
Good advice, dude. Good advice.
And he looked at me. He's like, there's a reason, you're our guy.
You're thinking the whole time, I just doubled my consulting fee.
How many times did you go over there and like help these kids like design their jerseys and mom asks you if you want a bowl of spaghetti and you're staying over for dinner?
None of
Mom,
that.
the meatloaf!
They did. She hated when I called her this, but she was like the house mom. And this is Cloud9. You can Google Cloud9 Esports. They're huge. Like they compete in Korea and Japan, China, wherever, all over the world for huge prize pools. And all they had, these guys didn't even have their bed on like a bed frame. It was a mattress on the ground.
Yeah.
It was like one dresser and
Who needs a bed frame?
just like Cat 5 Ethernet running everywhere.
Yeah.
You've never, but they all had sick cars. They all had like souped up Hondas or whatever they liked. And like, that's it. They play video games like freaking pro gaming monks. They're in their room like 16 hours a day, just clicking away.
Dude,
And,
that is fucking insane.
yeah. So, I mean, there's a market in that industry. But, back to like I talked to Ryan about this before. So then we started doing more sublimation. We got away from screen printing because it just looked better. And then the paintball.
For those, sublimation's the way to go.
Sublimation's the way to go.
What's sublimation?
So screen printing, you basically take a blank garment like ours, and then you have screens that allow ink through, and you literally screen press the fucking thing on. It's very old school. It's been the same for like 100-something years, I think. Yeah. Sublimation is a different process where they have a blank piece of polyester fabric, and then they print anything. You can print a photograph on it. It's one take, just like printing a piece of paper, and you can do amazing, beautiful stuff on it, like way more intricate than you can with screen printing.
Yeah. Tighter lines, things like that.
But the problem is it's a single piece of fabric, so then you have to cut and sew that into an actual garment.
Oh shit!
Right.
Yeah. So it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were doing like names on the back, and they all have their like nickname gamer names, like Black Mamba 69 or whatever. And they were stoked with me because we were doing custom designs. Their artwork, dude, Pantone, the word Pantone still like gives me nightmares because it'd be like, this is our Pantone. It's like blue 373 or whatever it is. And it would come out looking the wrong tint. And I'm like, dude, I know that's your Pantone, but there's so many variables for that. Like you got to clean the inkjet heads. You got to clean like your, and if it's low ink, it'll come out like a little lighter. And they're like, that's not our colors. Like, it needs to be our colors. And I'm like, so I'd get a sample and I'd have to send it back. And these guys are playing on Friday and it's like Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are cutting it
pretty
close,
turnaround time, man. You got to have a little bit of flex in there.
For sure.
For sure.
Luckily,
it's blue, right? Yeah.
The most I was ever making at a time was like 7. That's why we could do it so fast. And then we started doing like bigger orders, right? And I was telling Ryan, it's like, so you think you just design a cool shirt and then sell it to the masses, right? There's so much logistics that goes into it that you can talk about it. I had it all sent to my house. My first order was like 200 units. And I'm like, what do I put these in? I'm like, what do I ship this out in? Like, I had no clue. I'm like, does it need a tag? And then
that's a hard learning curve.
Right. And I'm like, nobody taught me.
Yeah, you did it too.
I did it too. And then I'm just
everybody
like
who's ever started apparel goes through this exact same
scenario. I'm like, all right, I got to order the folder, but then I'm 4 bottles of wine deep, and now I'm putting a large in with the small, and now it's going to fucking Nebraska and not fucking San Diego. I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah, God bless my girlfriend at the time because she folded all of them. I was always super like OCD. Like I'd put a sheet down because you don't want like fuzzies on your product, and it's like there's like a wrinkle in it. You want it if somebody buys a shirt from me for $70 because that's what we were charging for these. I want it to look nice. I want it to like be. I want them to be stoked when they get it.
You just wad it up and throw it in a fucking shipper, a mailer.
That's number 198, 199, and 200 going out the door.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, fuck this.
So with my buddies, I grab a shirt out of the car that's like in a ball and it's all hot, and I just throw it out. I'm like, there you go, But if I'm shipping it off to a customer,
dude. So I have this conversation all the time with clients because we deal with a couple hundred new clients every year, and it's always the same conversation I'm having with them. They're like, 50 cents to fold a bag of shit. That's a lot. I'm like, motherfucker, let me tell you a story when I thought the exact same thing.
Right.
So Mike and I, we did our first order of our first big order. It's like 300 units at the time. And we're like talking to a print shop. We're like, 50 cents folding bag. That's $150. Like, fuck that. We're just going to get some beer and fold it ourselves.
That's the same conversation I had with Ryan about 10 years ago.
Bro, exactly, man. I'm still having this conversation fucking last week.
Nice.
And I'm like, so we did it, and we were drinking at the bar. We had a bar in our house, and we got through like 70 of them in an hour with like 3 of us. I'm like, we're like, fuck this. I went back to the print shop the next day. I'm like, bro, I will happily pay you 50 cents per your shirt to fucking fold and bag these, man. Yep. Some things are just not worth it.
No shit.
Well, the worst is if you don't do that and you have all this product and you get sales, and you know that feeling where you get a sale, like, fuck yeah, I got a sale. Somebody likes this. And you get a bunch and you're like, fuck, now I got to fold and bag and ship all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Or not even knowing if you have inventory and you need sold 4 larges and you got 3 and you're like,
yeah, there's a lot of logistics.
Send them an XL.
But the worst is when you don't sell them, you have 100 shirts that nobody liked the design, the color was wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's way worse.
I have still to this day, I have those like Home Depot, like, really cheap drawers of plastic. And I got shirts in there. Like, gotta do something with those.
Yeah.
Should have brought them in.
I know, I'll give them away next time. But I mean, I don't like giving away because it's your brand too. If it's a design that didn't sell, And then you give it to a bunch of homeless students OB.
No.
Patreon supporters.
That's exactly.
Oh, just us. I've seen that. That's what the crackhead was wearing, running around 7-Eleven last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. We had a little pro tip for events. If you're doing events, because Mikey and I would fly everywhere and do these events, so we'd pack an extra bag. Back when Southwest had like an extra bag, so we'd fly this fucking duffel bag full of fucking stuff, as many t-shirts as we could in this bitch, and then throw it on the plane. And then all our event stuff. But you can't fly with like a drawer of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our first stop would always be Walmart, and we get a couple of these drawers for like $25, and we take them to the event, and they're great because you can stack one design per, and you got small, medium, large. So when you got a stack of people like 20 deep trying to buy shit, you don't want to be rooting through trying to find shit.
Yeah.
So you just
Digging through a fucking sea bag of shit.
Yeah,
I think there's a
exactly.
medium in here somewhere.
Exactly. So you're just like, oh, you got it. You pull it out. You hand it to them. And at the end of the, it sucks, but at the end of the event, we just threw all the fucking things away. We're like, we just had to buy them new every event.
Yeah. Marketing cost.
Yeah.
50 bucks here.
Yeah.
Think how much money you could have saved by folding that shit yourself and having some drawers.
No,
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. Lessons learned, man. Fuck, dude. But that's part of the journey, though.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know? It's
I didn't go to college. Like, I'm actually in college now for graphic design and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
La Mesa community. I don't want to be a graphic designer, but I want to be able to speak the language and be able to like minor tweaks. And
That's exactly why I went to LA Film for graphic
I was
design.
like, I'm not the artist guy. Like, I've tried. It's not my thing, you know?
yeah. I was the graphics guy for Forge, and it was fun, but it was only because we couldn't afford to pay anybody.
Out of desperation.
Yeah, I had to learn. It was like, all right, I guess I'm the
That's
graphics
funny.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I had a Mac. I'm like, you're the graphics guy. Like,
I mean, I
sounds
love
good.
it. I'm just not very good at it, you know? I can do simple stuff and it's cool.
I'm
But
still not good at it. I just do what I can.
that's funny. I want to bring it back to Nick, though. So where in Orange County did you grow up?
Brea, Placentia.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Yeah.
What's the high school?
I didn't actually. So after the quakes, my whole family worked at Hughes Missile Systems at the time, and it kind of destroyed their facility. So I had to end up moving to Tucson,
Gotcha.
out by Davis Mountain area, so that way they could kind of like relocate. And being a West Coast kid and growing up out here, having to go to Tucson, Arizona was a big gut punch.
Yeah, I bet.
Big gut punch. And
Definitely
then
not Orange County.
yeah, no, and like a whole new circle of friends and everything. But I didn't find really good friends, and I got into skating and sponsored and
Nice.
did that for a while until I realized I wasn't going to go pro.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of had
Been
to chalk that up.
What year in high school was that?
I graduated 05.
Yeah, we're same year then.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was senior year you did that?
No, so I mean, in high school I was still skating. I got hurt pretty good, but in high school,
No, but when you moved.
oh, when I moved, no, that was junior high.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So no high school in Orange County.
Yeah, no schools in Orange
What
County.
was like
at least.
your skate park or your beach where you'd go?
Well, I mean, I love the OB one. Used to go there all the time, but then I was going to the block at the Orange County Mall, like the big like Vans one, because I was a big like pool like skater.
Oh, cool.
And
Lords
then
of
I was,
Dogtown.
dude, it's like still one of my favorite movies,
That's a
and I
good
kind of love the whole Thrasher of like jumping over someone's fence
Yeah.
and like digging out all the dead animals and like black sewage water that will fucking kill you,
Nice.
and then sweeping it all out and skating.
It's kind of a pro move, though, man. I mean, if I had a shitty pool, I'm like, God damn, this fucking pool, and a bunch of hoodlums break in and clean my pool. I'm like, you guys gonna skate for a while? And clean it
Yeah,
out?
I
I'm
mean,
like,
mostly they were just
fair trade.
foreclosed houses, but I mean, I took all the inspo from Dogtown and kind of ran with that, and that ended up getting me into photography.
Nice.
Just because I was a big fan of Atiba Jefferson and all those popular skate photographers at Thrasher. But in high school, I played golf all 4 years, and that's where I got pretty good at it.
You guys familiar with Big Brother magazine?
Oh, yeah.
Was that around when you guys were
Oh,
around?
yeah. That wasn't that the Jackass guys?
Yeah, that was the precursor to Jackass. They used to write articles in there about all the. I mean, there was like the original libertarists because I used to.
What was CKY?
CKY.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they would write these articles about how they were doing all this crazy shit with like pro snowboarding and all this wild, just like young, athletic, cool shit. And I was like, man, I wish I could be that cool.
It's
one
called
day.
what? Big Brother Magazine?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
Big
it's called
Brother.
Big Brother
Yeah.
magazine.
It's like skate and just
Interesting.
culture.
Yeah, it was like
It was like the GQ for like 18-year-olds to teenagers.
but it was way cooler than Thrasher because Thrasher was corporate at the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Of course. Big
I
Brother
tried
was
not to
very,
be.
very underground.
World
Yeah.
Industries. I always loved
Yeah.
World Industries and their designs. Actually, it was a lot of my inspiration. You remember like the fire and the water guy and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
always thought
like
that was cool.
the burning heads or
Right.
whatever it was.
Did you guys ever see the Black Flies? It was fucking date myself VHS tape.
Black flies.
Black Fly.
that
It was a
you have to
sunglass
do
company.
like this, like-
yeah, basically. So Betamax. No, the Black Flies. They're still around. The sunglass company.
I don't remember them.
So they
Oh,
were
I
the
kinda
first
do.
guys.
I
So
think
they had it's still fucking crazy clips, but this is back before anybody was doing anything wild.
Yeah.
They would have these clips of like they called them Boozy the Clown. So
I
Boozy the
do
Clown.
remember this shit now.
Yeah. So Boozy the Clown would just be this like yoked out dude, just getting fucking dressed like a clown, just go snowboarding and just like just people talk shit, you just beat him up.
Just hoe checking. He was actually the guy that incentivized
Boozy.
me back when I was really good at snowboarding. I was riding in Austria. The skiers out there were very anti-snowboarding because like the kids are just born with skis. So the skiers would get in our way. They'd yell at us like "Fick dich, Arschloch," and then we would come up behind them and clack the back of their ski boot. And so as soon as they would turn, their ski would go straight, and now they're fucking on one ski. And we
See,
were just
nerd.
hoodlums on the mountain, dude. Hoodlums.
Nice bindings, bitch.
They had another one that was I don't want to say it's inspirational to me, but I was like, all right, this is an option of how you can be. You're not quite a fucking like you're rebellious, but you're not like
A convict.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they had this one where they took a motocross. It was Boozy the Clown. This dude was not pretending to be drunk. He was definitely drunk. They're just like hanging out. Like, I can imagine how it started now. And like, bro, they're just hanging out and wasted. Like, bro, I'm gonna go ride my motocross through a supermarket. Like, dude, I'll film it. And sure as shit, it'd make this funnier. Wear this clown outfit.
Yeah.
And dude, he
Dude.
did. And he just was fucking doing wheelies around
Wop!
this supermarket. But that was like early 90s, I think.
Yeah, and that kind of culture, I think,
Jesus.
like fucking jaded us too, and especially CKY, because like then we're like, that's the shit. And so
Yeah.
literally, like we had our ratchet friends. It's like pooping in his hand, like throw it at a car driving by,
Goodness.
Ugh.
and just doing dumb shit. Like because big into paintball, I like cracked my garage door about this much, hid underneath my dad's car, and went in like the Hawkins position and just waited till like someone was walking by, like walking their dog, and I'm like, "Grr." But they're not thinking that it's coming out of a 1-inch, crack in the garage door, and they're just trying to figure out where they're getting lit up by.
Dude.
I got in a lot of fucking trouble, and then I got a hold of the Anarchist Cookbook and learned how to make napalm. Yeah,
It's all the hoodlum shit.
Yeah.
Good. But it was, I don't want to say it was funny back then. Maybe it's because I was younger. But now it's like, it's not funny now because these fucking kids, like everybody's just being obnoxious for no reason.
Yeah,
other
now
than
the
being
old-
obnoxious.
the new me would beat up the old me, no joke.
Dude, well,
If
it's
I'm
like,
walking by and I get lit up by a paintball gun, I'm fucking ripping your garage door off.
but
Yeah.
like a dude motocrossing through a fucking supermarket and like, yeah, you do it once and it's funny.
Yeah,
You do it all the time. Like, bro, like be original. Go do something different.
Yeah.
yeah.
Go through a funeral home.
Yeah, you can't tell the same joke.
Be original.
Yep, nailed it.
Yeah, we don't support that in the paintball community because my friends, are paying their bills playing paintball.
Yeah.
So the last thing
It's a totally
we want-
different world.
Yeah,
if
I
you're
know,
like,
I know, I
oh,
know.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
this is in 98, 99.
Well, dude, also, there was some dudes, I don't even know where the fuck it was at. They were going around lighting dudes up with paintball, like doing drive-bys
Yeah,
with paintballs, and dudes got shot.
Yeah.
The dude's fucking like,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you don't do that in Compton.
Yeah, and
Right.
times
You gotta do it in La
changed
Jolla.
too, man. Like in
Yeah.
the '90s, it's like ha ha. But now it's
That's
like,
true,
dude,
yeah,
it's
for
not.
sure.
Fucking returning fire.
Yeah,
yeah, you might get shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
wouldn't
tell the
risk it.
same joke. Yeah,
No.
Times are changing.
I try to. Speaking of being inappropriate, you guys remember growing up? Well, how old are you?
I'm
Derek?
38. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you guys remember the first Eddie Murphy Delirious?
Yeah.
Was that the one who's in the red leather?
I think he was in the purple. I think Raw was the
Raw.
red.
So Raw, yeah, I think Raw is the original. So I thought that was funny.
No,
when I
Delirious was the first one. Raw
was it?
was like the second one. Yeah.
So it was Raw. It was the one where he's red, and I thought it was funny. So we're on our way back. Recently
We
with,
verify that.
recently I say within the last decade. When you get older, things get real recent. So I was with Disney, and we had a couple employees, and we're coming back from an event, and I'm like, oh, it'd be funny. Like I'll just show them this thing that I thought was funny when I was younger. I put on the audio for Eddie Murphy for his performance there, and within like 90 seconds, some like Man, I'm sorry, guys. That's not funny. I was like, it's very inappropriate.
So Raw was the purple one. Delirious was the red one.
Okay, so it was the one that was
the
in
first
red. It was
one.
Delirious. But yeah, humor changes over time, man.
Yeah,
I was
for sure.
like, that is definitely not something I want to show my employees.
No.
It's like they're just like in the back, like I'm like, sorry, guys. Pause.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Talking about
you can't show
fucking-
anybody blazing saddles anymore. Like that's a hard pass. All
Yeah.
right.
Which is fucking funny because, dude, I mean, there's a ton of movies like that Mel Brooks did that are all parodies,
Yeah.
and you can see like the decline of, not necessarily the decline, but just the more PC, the close, you know. And I mean,
Yeah.
you even had like Tropic Thunder
It's a good one.
Yeah.
that was made in like the early 2000s. It couldn't. I mean, if somebody made that now and like took a white actor and gave him fucking blackface, which was like a major plot to the film,
Yeah.
like, I mean, dude, they would be motherfuckers literally up in
Yeah.
arms, like,
So-
going, "What the fuck, man?"
But that's, I think, an important shift. Is it like some culture shifts are important? Like progress is usually good. And I think there are some things like, hey, we need to be more inclusive. We need to be more together, cool, whatever. But then culture goes so far the other way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, bro, everybody's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I mean,
on.
comedy is fucking comedy. Yeah, and I saw a meme the other day, and it had like George Jefferson. It had the dude from All in the Family. What was the dude's name? He was calling the dude Meathead all the time.
I'm not that
Archie
old.
Bunker. Archie Bunker. He had like George Jefferson. Had all these TV dads that were like, this is why we weren't fucking pussies, because we grew up where everybody was, George Jefferson called everybody a fucking cracker. Archie Bunker was dropping in bombs and fucking,
Yeah.
and it was like, it was the fucking culture of the 70s and 80s. Not to say it's nice to fucking hammer somebody, but
we found that nice middle ground,
Yeah.
Like we can all agree this is funny. It's not got our panties a wad.
Yeah.
Right.
Reasonable, reasonable,
Yeah.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're getting back there. Anyway, speaking of getting back,
Yeah.
Derek, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
An hour later.
Derek's like, what the fuck was that?
He's like, I'm not that old.
So I told you guys I've seen a few of your episodes. Ones that stand out are obviously the guys that I serve with. It's like Cav, Collins, Mitch. I was like, you guys literally need like a talking stick sometimes. Like, I got past you.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
get the spin.
Totally.
But it's not, I've done a podcast or two. It's not easy to keep a conversation flowing with 4 different people where Kevin has like the perfect comedic timing sometimes. And Nick brings it back like, all right, Frogman, we get it. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys have the biggest cocks in the room. We get it.
Cool.
Like,
Bud sounds
so-
great for the 1000th time.
About to get Lord of the Flies. I have the conch.
Yeah, I mean the reason I keep tuning in is because I laugh so much, and you guys don't speak to like the lowest common denominator where you're like translating acronyms. Oh, what a MATV is, a MAT, whatever
Yeah.
tactical vehicle. You just throw it out there and assume people know, and I guess your audience probably does.
Man, I don't even know. I had to figure it out. It was like a big ass up armored fucking 6x basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, the Marines call it an MRAP. We call them MATVs.
Yeah. I've been quite a few of them. That's all we had. I hated them personally.
They're not fun.
No, but then I saw Ranger Battalion. I did a tour with a 2nd Ranger Battalion. They hired me to go out there and teach all their recon dudes how to take photos and
Nice.
kind of soup and poop. And they took me through their motor pool, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are these? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, they look sick now.
Some wild shit.
Dude,
out
it's
there,
fucking
man.
crazy.
Now they have all electric ones because they're completely silent and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I mean, there is something to be said for electric vehicles in that aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing pre-production on a show right now that's everybody's referencing Humvees, and I'm like, bro, we haven't used fucking Humvees in a long fucking time. And they're like, yeah, we want this to be like 2023 time frame. I'm like,
Yeah.
No, those are
Yeah.
going.
I'm like, we need to be using Toyota Hiluxes.
Unless
I'm
it's a
like, those are
National Guard.
timeless. Those things are fucking timeless.
Yeah.
That's true,
Shout out
man.
to the
Yeah.
Toyotas,
What was
yeah.
that picture you sent me that you were in front of?
MATV, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Mark,
dope shot.
Mark 48. And yeah, bring it back to you, man. So Ryan was my SQT instructor. And
How did that go?
Sorry.
you get through,
Sorry
like,
about that.
my butt story is pretty basic, made it through a 284, like I said, got to SQT. And I'll never forget because there was already like, I guess we kind of already knew, from Forge. Like Forge was within the SEAL community, Forge was pretty well known. And
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
cool was rocking it, at least from it was like you get a Forge shirt, a pair of Gators and a pair of Solomons, and that's like your SQ team guy.
And a
You walk
G-Shock.
around,
Yeah.
like, how do you know I'm a team guy?
I was always a Sunto guy. I had like the military Sunto, and I was a jump master, so I had the altimeter, and I felt really cool.
Oh,
with
nice,
that.
yeah.
So that was
There you
my
go.
go-to. I never rocked the G-Shock. But going back to Ryan, he had like the faux hawk. I have this crazy like visual memory. People say like photograph. I have like a movie memory because I remember exactly where I met you. We were coming through that little high bay that there's like a gym.
SQT.
Yeah,
SQT.
SQT,
Yeah. And you're wearing your blue and gold, and we had just gotten the guacamole camis, and like that was the first time I saw an SQ or an NSW guy wearing them. Because before that, it was the woodland camo.
Oh,
I
wow.
I always thought the woodland was kind of ugly. It
BDUs.
it wasn't very cool, and it's like what army guys wore.
The Digi ones look cooler.
Digi's way cooler. So you're coming in with fresh.
We
Digi
wore
guacs.
straight greens and buds.
Yeah,
You probably
but-
did too, though.
I did.
Yeah, until
Oh,
you get
man.
the third phase. That's when you get the woodland camis issued.
Yeah.
Were you
That's
guys-
when you were cool.
Okay, back to Derek. Come on.
Were you guys the denim like dungarees in boot camp and whatnot?
Actually, yeah, we
Dungar
were.
jams.
That's insane to me. That's
That's
literally
wild.
like
And
Yeah.
the denim in the beach and the
That's like-
sand is not
that's
mixed.
like World War II.
Yeah, well, I mean, that outfit hasn't changed since literally World War II.
Fuck,
so
dude.
insane.
So
insane.
fucked.
I felt super gay first time I put these on. I'm like,
My
Jesus
generation
Christ.
wasn't much better because they were like those prison style, like, button-up shirts and like khaki pants, but or like whatever that material is.
yeah, yeah.
It's terrible.
Ripped up.
Sometimes times change.
They
for
were
the
like
better.
blue dickies. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said khaki, but like blue dicky pants and literally a prison shirt.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah,
That's half the reason I had to be a SEAL, just to get out of that uniform. So,
it's a good motivator.
Yeah.
so I see Ryan, SQT, and we were doing like boxing and combatives with your chief.
Oh, with Chuck, yeah.
Yeah. Well, quick draw.
Yeah.
And
More
we
ways
had
than one.
those Boss Rutan tapes, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like
Yeah, man.
jab, cross, hook.
Oh,
And
that's right. He
I
used
love-
to get guys in the circle and like,
Yeah.
I'm actually friends with Boss Rutan.
Oh man, I'd
That's
love to meet
awesome.
Boss. I've been a fan since day one.
Dude,
Like,
he's incredible, man. He actually comes up to the C4 ranch somewhat often
Oh,
and holds
man.
fight clinics with some of the active duty guys.
I
that-
love the way that guy describes bar fights. And then
Yeah.
you fucking bah, and he's not coming back.
It's like, I don't even have to tell you what to do with this. He's like, but
He's
they
a
got
nice
they got
guy.
the thing. Yeah.
Such a G, yeah.
So we were doing, jab cross, hook cross, and kicks, and the Thai pads, and that was such a cool thing. And I grew up doing MMA, and just felt like a gangster finally in buds, because before that they're like, oh, you're the paintball dork, whatever. And I'm like, well, I also do Muay Thai, and I've been doing it since I was 14, so I'm kind of okay at it.
Yeah.
I'm like 25 now, so yeah, I don't know.
Kick to the thigh.
Yeah, 11. Right.
Call me dork one more time.
Yeah, I was like, when exactly are we doing this like sparring session? Chuck put on this like boxing bout of like the top guys in each weight class, and since I had so much experience, he bumped me up a weight class. So I was about 190 in buds, and I'm fighting dudes that are 220. I'm not gonna name drop him, but he's an NCAA champion that is a SEAL now, like wrestling.
I think I remember this guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a
officer.
beast wrestler, dude. There's been a few
No,
guys
literally,
like
a 1 or 2 time NCAA champion.
yeah.
So I'm boxing that guy. My buddy from like Bronx, New York, who was like a Golden Glove boxer. I never did just strictly boxing. It was always just Muay Thai. And Chuck was like, no, we're just going to do boxing. I don't need you guys, breaking shins in here. And this is during diving. So you're getting nose busted. And then you got to go on
Oh,
back on
God.
Drager that night.
Chuck's
and
a
I'm just
good
like,
striker too.
and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
He
oh
really
yeah.
is, yeah.
No, he's definitely good. I've seen a lot of, and then AJ, when I got
Oh,
to
yeah.
the teams, linked up with AJ and did some more Muay Thai with him. But it was just so cool to I finally, when you get to SQT, you're like, you can breathe a little bit,
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
man, I'm like a human being again. I'm doing
Weird.
fun stuff, You don't just feel like a piece of like hammered iron.
Was there anything transferable from kind of like your paintball background to now SQT?
Almost none of it helped. I went too fast in the house.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like shooting from weird angles that they hated, They constantly thought I was like going to run in front of somebody's gun. They're like,
Trying to put 2 fingers in the trigger well.
Exactly. My AR like this. Yeah. I was like, why doesn't my AR shoot faster?
Why is my
What this?
hopper down here?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to have a pod pack on instead of H harness. Yeah, none of it helped, honestly. But I would say, and some guys might hate to hear this, but in combat, you kind of go back into paintball world, because in combat, you're not doing like, perfect cross and dynamic. And like, sometimes you do a 1-man room entry. Sorry. I've done a lot of them. It's never fun, but it happens,
Yeah.
I could lead in that story of, fast forward to Afghanistan, my buddy Brando was like this 180-pound kid, like high school basketball star, team 7 with me in my first deployment. and he was jumping from like rooftop to rooftop. And those Afghan roofs are like thatch and like mud and whatever. I'm carrying a 48.
Yeah, not real strong.
With a full 48 loadout.
Yeah.
He's got a little SCAR pea shooter.
Yeah.
He's like, just jump it, pussy. And I'm like,
Yeah, okay, buddy.
all right. And
I got a 1 foot vertical right now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I got like 30 pounds on you slick, not to mention another 100 pounds of kit on,
Yeah.
So I jumped this rooftop, my foot goes through the roof and I'm stuck. And he's like, Janisch, what the fuck are you doing over there? Get over here. And I'm like,
Just
bro,
stand up.
I'm like stuck. I'm in like Haji quicksand. This is terrible. And this is a combat zone. It's not a fun place to be stuck. So I'm literally like rolling out of it. And he's like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm going to keep clearing up here. You clear down there by myself with a 48, just clearing. Not fun.
Yeah.
Do not recommend it. So that's like just what comes to mind when you're like paintball mode. I'm like, well, it's just me versus him. And if a dude's hiding behind a corner with an AK and I have a 48, that's not a good gunfight. It's not a gunfight I want to be in. And I know that because at the end of the day, the difference between paintball and airsoft guys want to look like team guys. They want to buy all the Crag gear and the Gucci stuff. Paintballers just want to shoot each other. They just want to run at each other. And I want to see you covered in paint.
Yeah. And it's also not an honor system.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Nope, I'm up, I'm hit.
It's pretty hard to say you didn't shoot me when you got a fat wad. It's like, every kid
Didn't hit me.
every kid's played Nerf and Cowboys Indians. Like, I shot you. No, you didn't. But when you put like 3 balls in a dude's neck, like he usually doesn't shoot back.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else that you pulled out of, where was your first tour, Afghanistan?
My first tour as a team guy, yeah.
What year?
Oh, man. I think 2012.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was my last one in 12
exactly.
in Afghanistan. What part were you at?
We were in Sodif Southwest, Herat.
Oh, okay. So desert.
Desert, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not a lot of IEDs, which was rad. But
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't have to deal with that out there.
Fuck that shit, dude.
It was rad. I think we found like 2 IEDs the whole deployment. And
How many else didn't you find that you found?
Right, yeah, who knows, dude. There's definitely those moments where I was taking a piss and like you see like the yellow jug, everything that was in the IED brief, I'm like pissing on. And I'm like, they're like, they use those yellow jugs and fill them up with ammonium nitrate.
Fucking fertilizer.
And they're like, try not to be around those. And I'm like taking a piss next to the mat.
It's not this
I
one.
see like disturbed trash.
Fucking
disturbed
jug of
earth,
fertilizer with a mortar fucking kicker.
coiled copper wire. Fuck, dude.
Electricity comes back. And you're like, oh, fuck, that thing's live.
All right. Yeah. So, that was my experience there.
So what about your second platoon? The second deployment?
Platoon was PACOM. We were forward deployed out of Guam, whatever that little fob or
Unit 1.
Unit 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw your
know it
buddy
well.
in my first LPO.
Oh,
Yeah.
BD.
Yeah, you gotta say it, not me. That's my LPO. A lot of love for that guy. I think he's in Thailand off the grid or something, but I did my.
It's funny, like, every those connections with dudes now that are like, a lot of them I can't even name because they're doing like real top level shit. I'm like,
Right.
we're new guys together and we're all fucking around, like, bitching about the same shit. Like, fuck
Like,
this shit.
I used to get fucked up at Danny's with you, and now you're like working for the president.
It's wild stuff. Dude.
Yeah.
It's
That
wild
is fucking
stuff.
crazy.
One of you's done private security. Is it Kev?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
cool.
we all have at some level. Yeah.
I was
I mean,
literally just having this conversation the other day about like creating a private security firm, but mostly because I want to be able to concealed carry. Like, is that a thing? Like, how does that work with carrying?
No, you usually have to get badged in.
Badge
Right.
in?
So I don't know that you can probably do it anymore. I mean, Dad used an office, but I know a lot of guys that would have some like little tiny sheriff's department in New Mexico,
Right.
and they would
Yeah,
go in
like
there,
Arthur.
and they're reserved.
I was
but,
a sergeant there.
but they,
You don't know this, but I was working for you.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Yeah, I wound up doing like almost 7 years there, and I found out later after they disbanded the whole fucking thing. They're like, yeah, it's 7 years. We can medically retire you, and you have HR 218 for the rest of your life. I'm like,
Should have told me
God
6
damn
months
it.
ago.
well, no, I reached out to Will and was like, hey, man. And he was like, oh, man. He goes, I can't even go there right now. He goes, but I think he's got another gig that he was trying to bring guys in on. I don't know. I was out there shooting a film or a project for Netflix and he was working in Albuquerque doing another, he wasn't PD, but he was like private security shit. And I don't know if he's actually has a department now or if he's still doing the private security stuff. But
Yeah, I heard about that gig when it was going on. I'm like, that seems like such a sweet deal, man.
It wasn't because you would get dudes that would just go out there to get badged, and then you wouldn't even fucking see them again. You'd have, and I mean, I had dudes that went out there and were like, yeah, man, this is great. I have a fucking badge. You're like, you don't even own a fucking firearm, bro. Like, how the fuck are you going to go out there and like, because you're supposed to, yeah. I was like, dude, how are you going to go out there and like do your reserve time? Because you're supposed to do like at least six days a year. I mean, he wanted you to do 6 days it was supposed to be a day every month, but you know, you could do it. And he let dudes get away with a lot of shit, man, that, you know, a lot of it was top cover. He was like, hey man, I got a lot of good people in my hip pocket that, you know, could help out and stuff. And then you had dudes that they just like the idea, like, oh, I'm a cop. And you literally, you know, we served some warrants. There was a group of us that did some stuff, and then we actually went through there was a group of guys that went through like some sniper training and stuff, and I think they did some stuff with like Metro PD, like Vegas and stuff. I didn't do any of that, but yeah, there was a lot of training to be done, and there was a lot of like warrants and shit to be hit on, you know, like kicking in doors. And I do remember doing some of those that were fucking sketchy as fuck, and not because we thought kicking a door in a bad dude's house was going to be bad. It's just that there were so many fucking agencies there. Yeah. Because we were working with the U.S. Marshal Service, and dude, it was Lake Arthur PD, Hagerman PD, Roswell PD, Chavez County Sheriffs, plus the state police.
That
plus
must have been a serious fucking
dude.
operation.
And you're like looking around and you see people, you're like, dude, there's no way this dude should be pointing his fucking service fucking AR in my back right now. And like, we're like trying to fucking hide behind vehicles so we're not like getting shot in the back with, you know, from some nervous cop that's never fired his weapon before. You know, we had like dudes like Beto up on the rooftops, like fucking like,
stop me, bro.
Yeah, dude, just
tomahawk out.
Oh, crazy shit, dude. But dude, we did roll up this one dude who was like a child molester that he was out on parole, and he had shot this dude across from his house or some shit, literally point blank.
Was it at the Emerald Triangle?
No, he literally killed this fucking dude
Too soon.
and then went on the fucking run, and we wound up rolling up his house like a few months later, like right before New Year's, and he was living in a garage in his parents' like house, and dude, he had like all these like homemade like shotguns and shit. Like you have to, you know, like a pipe basically with a fucking nail.
Push on the back. It's a potato gun
and
with the 12 gauge.
And he had a bunch of like we flipped the mattress, and dudes were looking like, oh my god, like pulling out like these DVDs, and it was like amputee porn. Like dudes were like, dude, this guy's fucking very disturbed. You know, they wound up rolling him up later. Like we didn't find him that night, but they rolled him up like several weeks later. He was kaput. Like somebody got to him and was like,
well, some problems solve
like,
themselves.
That's why you don't touch kids.
Yeah. No, it was straight up like gang violence. They're like, no, he shot a rival gang member, and they're like, yeah, like it'll take care of itself if we don't roll him up tonight. And we were like, god damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild stuff, dude.
So you never got into that, huh?
No,
but going back to your original question, I think if you're trying to do some kind of EP stuff, I mean, it's hit or miss, but getting in with an agency is sometimes good, sometimes bad, because they will make sure that you're legal, because it's going to come down on them.
Right.
But I've done a bunch of stuff to where I'm literally falling under another agency's umbrella. Like I own my own company, but I try not to. I try to hire a bunch of dudes and then like go do EP for an extended amount of time. Gotcha. Like I'll do a couple days where I'm covered because my guys are covered and I've got insurance for that shit.
Yeah.
But in terms of running some long term like EP, like you got to have all your fucking ducks in a row with that shit, man.
It's not worth it in the overhead. I like doing the vanilla EP now. Like I think the last EP thing I did, I got hit up to go walk around with Jordan Peterson in Nashville.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And fucking chill. But also Jordan Peterson in Nashville might be like Taylor Swift in fucking downtown LA. Like that guy is a celebrity and also an absolute gentleman to work for and good times. But
nice.
I do know that they are handing out CCWs in Southern California at least on a pretty regular basis.
My buddy just got his.
Yeah, and then the only other thing you have to really do is kind of establish like a PO box in another state so you can see what CCW applies to other states.
Right.
So you can try to get as much of a blanket as possible.
Yeah.
New York's like next to impossible, but I think if you get like 3 states, like California, Arizona, and then like maybe one other, you're probably good for like 40 states, 45 states.
Dude, I had this concept and, just concept phase for business that's like shooting instruction and private security, where like, say you're a guy from Vegas and you just want to be in San Diego for the weekend. We got like a Glock for you. It's already like, vetted and Gucci. You pick it up and then give it back to us and then just go, kind of like renting a car.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
it's
the
like
legality.
Turo for pistols.
That's what I'm saying, because there's so many times, like I go to Florida a lot for paintball and whatnot, and I'm like, dude, I'd love to be able to have a gun just because.
Flying with it's pretty easy though.
It is pretty easy.
I'm surprised how easy it is.
Yeah,
but then it's the thing of like you don't have a CCW in that state though.
Right. That's where I was getting at.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
could carry it
different.
and keep it in the car, but I want to be able to conceal it and roll around.
Yeah, but you can't pick up a CCW just another state, can you?
If you have an address or a bill there.
Actually, California's handing them out now. There was a lawsuit that just went through. Now they are obligated to give other states, people who are coming from other states, you can file for an out-of-state California CCW.
It's
awesome. Not easy to get.
Is
but
there
it's
not like a federal one you can get that just
No.
covers you? Yeah.
No, you would have to be badged in.
Of course
somewhere.
not, dude.
that was the
Newsom's against
allure. That was the
yeah.
allure of
Yeah.
HR 218 and having a badge
Right.
in a state.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
even then, you still have to know the laws and shit.
Right,
Because
right.
there are times we're going to New York doing a gig for for guys and like 10 rounds only and all
Yeah,
this
New
fucking,
York trigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking
it's-
have
horseshit,
safety
man.
on it.
Yep.
Yep.
My concealed carry, it's like I think it's a Springfield XTS, and it's not. Certain states are like, no, you can't rock that.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
mine's
Subcompact.
not on the roster for California.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
like,
mean.
all right, so then I had to put the Glock on the roster for California.
Right. Yeah.
But
Thought
yeah,
this was America. The fuck,
I know. I
Well,
did see for
right.
a long time
Yeah.
there, though, that Trump was trying to kind of rectify all
Get
of
the
that.
reciprocity going
Yeah,
for
the
50 states,
reciprocity,
which
all 50 states, and especially if
I
you had
think
prior
if-
military service and no criminal background in
Yeah,
history.
except for
Right.
Newsom's using our own taxes to fuck that whole deal.
Well,
and
I know,
everything
but then
else.
fucking
Wow,
Sean
dude.
Ryan gives him a SIG.
and he wasn't even able to bring it into California. He had to give the fucking thing back.
No, apparently I heard that he talked to SIG because SIG now is allowed on certain rosters. So like they took the 365 and added a safety to it.
Yeah.
And now California let it in. But he was like, I checked to make sure this is the California legal model. Which California legal model is 10 rounds, but mine's 17 plus 1.
Yeah, and which, I mean, I've got several guns that aren't necessarily, you can't buy them in California, but if you buy them in another state, you can still, like
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
a 43 that you
Yeah.
can't buy in the fucking state
Yeah,
because
I
of
have
all
the,
their,
the 365 SAS.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
fucking thing.
I got the 365 whatever macro or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's a weird thing to where, I mean, you ask 3 cops specific firearms related questions, and you're gonna get 3 totally
they
different
don't know.
answers
Totally.
of
Yeah,
varying. Because
That's what
the shit is
attorneys are
just so
for.
Well,
fucking.
that's the thing is they don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
and nobody knows because
And
there's
it
so many
changes-
injunctions and lawsuits and it's fucked. But I do hope that I know Trump was trying to get into the whole 50 state reciprocity, and I hope that fucking happens.
Well, I just do what I want and have good attorneys. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And I do what I want within reason.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to have custom plates on my Sequoia,
Yeah.
and I took them off because it was too recognized. Even custom
I just got mine yesterday.
Got like an
I'm
RPG on the fucking back window. You're
Well,
fucking.
I mean, there's a reason that car has no stickers. I changed it to random plates.
Yeah.
I'm probably, if I was going to keep it, I'd like debadge it. But the next car I get, completely nondescript, gray, debadge everything, hard to describe, random California plates. Everything's totally legal.
yeah.
The white
That's what you-
Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Bronco.
what I want to hear is speaking of pistols, about your experience in the Emerald Triangle
Yeah.
and in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
that's
it pretty
wild.
well, and
Nice.
there's a documentary on Netflix
Yep. Yep.
that was talking about the OB kid that went up there to go farm and completely disappeared off the face of the map.
Oh shit.
It's a really good documentary.
So do you want to jump to that? Because we'll jump timelines and then come back to like how you
Yeah.
transitioned out and all that stuff.
Sure.
Where do you
Yeah,
wanna-
either way, we just need to get back.
Both
Yeah.
are pretty messy. The last 2 years of my service, I definitely burned it down.
Actually, so yeah, let's hit the divorce and
oh man,
Yeah,
what
let's
that
go.
kind
love
of does.
talking about the divorce.
Yeah, because you got a
So
unique
there I
timeline
was.
with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
let's keep the timeline. So your second deployment.
Yeah,
and then,
we kind of were there.
yeah. So you did that in the interesting in Guam, or just
Yeah,
kind of like
I went to Thailand on a J
J-set.
Cobra
Those
Gold,
are the
baby.
shits. Those are the
Took
shits
the
right
words
there.
right out of my mouth. So I started in the Philippines. I was training with the Filipino SWAT guys, and we're teaching them CQC. And what's the right word for it when you're like cross training or whatever? Like skill,
Yeah, FID.
but
Foreign internal defense.
like
or,
a skill exchange, right? Like we teach
Yeah.
you guys CQC, you teach us jungle warfare.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these guys are showing us how to like kill a chicken and gut it and whatever, and like wring its neck. I don't know. I'm from Orange County. I'll never forget going back to your buddy BD. We're doing CQC run, and this is gonna go back to Thailand.
I was about to say, bro, chickens
no,
aren't
no.
hard to kill.
No, when you're from Orange County, you don't fuck with like wildlife.
No.
farm
Just don't
shit.
look
We
in the
got
eye.
like squirrels and rabbits and like. Anyways,
and raccoons.
we're doing CQC runs. This is ULT at Shaw's, and they're like, Janisch, go grab the chainsaw and cut through that door. And I turned to my buddy who's a new guy with me. I'm like, why does he think I know how to use a chainsaw? Like, we didn't. I'm like, did you guys get chainsaw training? And they're like, yeah, we all fucking did. Where were you?
Oh shit.
And I'm like, I for damn sure didn't. And turns out I went to Free Fall Jump Master as a new guy, while everybody else is learning how to breach and do chainsaws. I had done.
Dude, how the fuck did you go to Free Fall Jump Master as a
Yeah,
new guy?
that's a whole nother story we could get into. But
Jesus.
I got hooked up my first year. A lot of good dudes in the air community, just for whatever reason, were giving me schools. Got the training.
Yeah.
Hearst Cast, Static Line.
Yeah, I was
Free
going to say,
Fall.
you got to go to Static
Dude,
Line first,
I
which
went-
sucks.
Tell me about it. I was a new guy in there with like 8 chiefs, in like
Yeah.
first classes, and
Well, that's why you got fucking hooked up, because I'm sure your chief was like, I ain't going to Free Fall Jump Master. I'm going to get stuck out in
so
Yuma.
to be a deployable, you were supposed to have 2,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
to be C1.
yeah, so my name came up. I was in pro dev forever. My first, I think I had like a 9-month pro dev my first deployment.
Yeah,
And the dude, because they got extended in Afghanistan, that platoon.
yeah.
I tried to go out there, and like 2 different people were like, you don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to be like a not even new guy on deployment, with dudes that are like doing real world DAs and stuff. He's like, just stay here, Billy Madison or whatever. Stay here as long as you can. And I'm like, all right, sure, So I guess I'm going to fucking school. So I got like comm school. I got Hearst Cast, dive soup.
It worked though. It was good advice at the
The
time.
coolest
yeah.
dive soup I've ever known. No
Where?
bubbles, no troubles. But yeah, I'm digressing. Anyways, I didn't know how to use a fucking chainsaw. I missed that day of training. And I definitely learned that night. I'll tell you that, in Shaw's, in the rain, just starting chainsaws. Okay, it's flooded, start it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So going back to it, that same guy who's my LPO at the time is a buddy of Ryan's. He was working in Guam it's Unit 1, Group 1?
Yeah, Unit 1.
Unit 1, excuse me. What's Bahrain then? Unit 2?
Unit 3.
Unit 3, yeah, I don't fucking know. You're the chief, not
Come
me,
on,
dude.
man.
I'm
East
just-
Coast, West Coast.
I'm just an E6
And
I
then
still don't
Unit
know
2
any of
is
that
in
shit.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're out there at the Unit 1, I think, and he's like the JSET coordinator for Thailand, obviously. Speaks Thai, actually, and I've seen it in person.
Is this we're talking about BD still?
Talking about
Oh,
BD
dude,
still.
that's such a perfect role for
He
him.
was already my LPO, right? And now he's my JSET coordinator guy, the liaison to Thailand.
He owns a bar in
I hope
Pattaya
so.
Beach, I think.
Yeah, Pattaya.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like that. So yeah, we end up out there doing jungle stuff with the Thais. We were like shooting out of helicopters, did some sniper stuff for a solid week and a half at a Sadahip. I don't know if you know the area.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
Cobra Gold and all those
Yep.
exercises.
Just north of Pattaya, between
Right.
Pattaya and
that's-
and Bangkok.
Dude, shout out to those guys. Those are the SEALs, the Thai Navy SEAls that went in
Yeah, the
that
cave guys.
Dude, I knew one of them.
Sadahip.
Dude.
I knew one of them, and I knew at the time he was like a unit commander, and then he got promoted obviously
Yeah.
years later, and he was the guy. He was the head Thai Navy SEAL. He didn't die, but one of his guys did. So
That's
a-
hardcore shit, dude.
Bro.
I would not want to be
Talk
doing
about
that.
valor. And I've
Cave
always said this.
diving?
Yeah.
Too, so there was this soccer team of kids,
Yeah.
and it flooded. They were in there for something like 10 days, something insane.
Yeah.
Just drinking
I
cave
wouldn't want
water.
to fucking do
These
that
are
shit.
wild, yeah.
And they were swimming these guys in on, I don't know if it was trigger or whatever.
They
but-
had to put him out like on
Yeah, to
NOS.
sedate him.
Yeah, sedate him and
so
all
they
that.
freak out.
And also, it got their heart rate down to like 30 BPMs in order to like do that.
That was wild. I was
Wild.
just reading about it. I'm like, that sounds something. I am so glad.
Yeah.
So glad you guys are doing that because I would not want to do
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
Everybody likes to kind of fist pump for the frogman, and we're awesome, obviously. But the Thai Navy SEALs, man, they're right there with us. They don't have the funding and the equipment, but if you're just talking about like hard, tough dudes
They're
that are
very
ready,
hard, man.
ready for war,
Yeah, they're very
you
hard.
take a dude that grew up doing Muay Thai in the jungle, and then he's like, I'm gonna go be a Navy SEAL for my country, and yeah, I'll go swim in that cave. Like, I'll go to war with that dude all day.
Yeah, that's hardcore, man. It's a different level of hardcore too. Like doing shit that you didn't necessarily sign up for. Because we all sign up for the same shit. You generally know what you're going to do. Like, okay, cool. I accept these parameters. And somebody throws like cave diving at you. You're like, oh man, that's really.
Go rescue 20 kids and don't mind the 50 news cameras on the outside in the event that you fuck up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Yeah. So, anyways, worked with those guys in Sadaheep. Met a girl in Pattaya. Like, I don't know, head over heels for this chick, and I was already on the rocks in my marriage. Like, I was this close to submitting the divorce papers, and in the teams across the street at Navy Legal, they literally have a packet for team guys. We get divorced so much. It's like fucking.
It's like, here you go.
They're like,
Check the box. Stripper.
Here's your
nurse.
the word I got, the pass down I got was, if you guys agree on everything, it's like 3 signatures and you don't need attorneys.
Wow.
Dude,
Like-
some of those motherfuckers were in that cave for 17 days, it
Damn.
says.
Damn. Yeah.
Holy
wild.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk more about the cave and not my divorce where I lost half my
No,
money
no,
and
let's-
sold my house.
Let's let other people talk about
That
the
ain't
cave.
liberty risk, bitch.
and for the record, dude, just whiskey, no war crimes, because I am still looking for work in private security if you're hiring, So, yeah, I met this girl. She was actually Cambodian, which matters later because Khmer, like I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that's how they say it, Khmer. Because I was learning Thai, like I fell in love with this girl. My marriage was already on the rocks, and it's wild now because I'm married to her again, like I said. And
Your
she's
first
like,
wife.
First wife, yeah,
Yeah.
Rebecca. Shout out to Rebecca, my two
First
daughters.
and second wife.
First and second. I'm the only team guy I know that's done that. That's been brave enough to marry your ex. I'm sure there's ever. I'm not saying.
I've
I'm not saying I'm plank owner
I've
on
heard
it.
of similar stories.
Well,
yeah.
fucking good on him, man, because it makes sense, I mean, I made a promise, in the church before God, whatever, before a congregation of my best friends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry this chick and do all this shit I say I do in my vows, until I meet, a hot piece of ass in Thailand. and I'm like,
It's
Fuck,
just
For
dude.
better, for worse, richer, for poor, unless.
I'm not even allowed back in Thailand for the record, so I'm definitely not doing.
Yeah, me neither.
That was
this is getting now we're getting
me
good.
neither. For different reasons,
That was
though.
part of the prenup, like you're not going
Oh,
back.
no
to-
shit.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh.
just fucking right. It's like really.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not legally allowed back there anymore.
No, yeah, no. I mean with my wife, it's not
Oh,
kosher.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, what happened with that? Dated her, finished the J set. We went back to Guam. And what the fuck do we do the rest of Guam? I don't know. I really just remember spearfishing a lot in Guam. If I wasn't on a J set and the Spanish
Guam's
steps.
fucking pretty amazing.
Dude,
Ask Ghost.
people hate
Yeah.
on Guam.
Well, I
Just
mean,
don't try and kill the giant fucking, what was the name of that?
Henry or Frank or some shit. The giant fish.
The giant fish
The
out
Yost
there,
almost-
right
almost-
outside the fucking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you cannot go to war and like, you might as well have a good
J-set-
time.
J-sets
You know what
are
I
the
mean?
next best
You might
thing.
as well have a great time.
Yeah.
J sets in Thailand are where it's at. Don't go to the Cree or the Middle East.
See, I
Dubai.
did all that pre and post 9/11.
Right.
And with pre 9/11, it's fun. She's like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
Like,
you didn't know any better.
there's always that thing in your back of mind post 9/11. It's like, it's fun, but like, God, I could be doing other shit. But also, I'm just not into Asian chicks. But I mean, if it was like,
God
they
bless
had,
them.
if they had sent into like Poland or something, ooh, I would have had a problem.
Ukraine
super funny.
is dangerous.
Dude, my best friend growing up is also Ryan Martin. He's a business partner of mine. And he's the exact same way. So when we go out together, I'm like, we already know, you know what I mean? I'm going left, he's going right. Make
Like you get the fat one.
always the fat one. Yeah. If they're not double D's, just hogs, I don't even want them. So yeah, where'd we
The
go from there?
sweatier, the better.
So you're talking about
Guam.
this chick, yeah, and then
Yeah.
So
and then-
how did the domestic missus find out?
I told her. Yeah, I
Oh,
came
yeah.
back. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how did that come about?
Oh man, just telling her or just?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like, how did this? What was the trajectory of this? Whole
Well,
thing?
you were already on the way out, right? So
I
now
was
you're
on the
just
way
like,
out,
fuck
yeah.
you, I'm over. Like, this is what happened.
Yeah, it was a serious like self-sabotage, cutting off your nose to spite your face kind of thing. I loved her, but I was just a basket case after deployment and being in the teams. And I did basically 12 years straight of just deploying because half my time was regular Navy, Japan and Korea. I never did like a true shortity.
Yeah.
They kind of did. You know how like your my little like Twilight tour, and I got in trouble, didn't deploy my last ULT, and they sent me over to like the gear guys across the street. Luxu. No, not fucking Luxu. I'm like agreeing with them, like, yeah, Luxu. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I can't remember. Not Warcom either. Group one.
Yeah, Group 1, like G7.
So that's exactly what I was doing.
Dude, Mo did that. I wonder what year that was.
All
you know
right,
Mike
back.
Moriarty?
All right, yes, back.
Dude,
back to the
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
story.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of
coveted
interconnectivity, yeah.
billets in the teams. Like sniper instructor is probably one of them. The Group 1 supply is not one of them.
No.
And that's where I finished my career. So
But how did that go? Because you've got this chick that you're in love with. You've got your ex that you have issues with, and like, how does that? What was going on in your mind? Like, what was the decision? Was there like a catalyst? Like, fuck, was it a one thing or was it a gradual thing? And then what was it that made you decide to choose?
Yeah, man, that's a deep one to go into. I was having a lot of gnarly thoughts. We were supposed to be going to Iraq, the deployment after it. That was, they always dangle that, like,
Yeah,
like,
it's a big carrot.
You guys do the best and you'll go to Iraq. And we're like, let's fucking go.
Or work late and get off early.
Right. And this was right after Tikrit with Chuck Keating. And we were supposed to be going there, like back to that same kind of whatever op area. So I was pumped for that, and I was like, "Fuck it," I'm probably gonna die in Iraq anyways. Might as well have some fun before I go out swinging and experience Thailand, everything it has to offer. So that was kind of my mindset. Very short-sighted of me because I made a promise to this woman. I loved her. I had a kid with her. We had probably like a 2.5-year-old daughter at the time. Yeah, not proud of any of this, but I'm happy to share it because I think it's important.
Oh, it's a good story, man.
Yeah,
Many people have these stories and they hide them, but I think there's a lot of power in the vulnerability and
lessons
the truth.
learned.
Yeah, because we all deal with the same shit, and I think it's important to hear like how do you deal with it? Because we all end up dealing with it, but it's nice to know sometimes that you're not alone in these things.
Yeah. Well, the wildest part is this Thai girl. She's like a real person, She, like has a heart too. Like I met her family and stuff. Did Muay Thai with her uncle. Like that's a whole nother story. I could probably write a book just on my Thailand experience alone. It was like when Rambo, when he goes off the grid and they find him in Thailand, like that was my face too after Terminator and Charlie Sheen.
What mean expendable Rambo?
I'm like, that was like my next just kind of vision. Like I could live in Thailand. I could open a Muay Thai gym. Like I was seriously considering it.
Did you ever try to talk her into like, maybe we can all do this together? Kind of like some Mormon shit?
We had that talk.
That
We
didn't
had
go
that
well.
talk. Yeah, and she brings it up to this day. So yeah, I'm still wrestling that alligator.
Yeah,
that happens.
Like we can have the best of both worlds.
I'm not trying to act like I was thinking the most clearly in these times.
Well, how old were you at the time?
Oh man, good question. Probably like 28, 29.
Yeah, and
like
that's something
10.
else I wanted to bring up because I've gone through something very similar where I got married at 21, 22. I knew her since the 4th grade. I thought that it was everything I wanted. However, we got married halfway through my 15-month Ramadi deployment in 06. So there was kind of that, like, I'm going to fucking die, and I just kind of need like an anchor kind of thing. And then a couple more deployments later, and then to your point that you said earlier, it's like, I'm going to fucking die anyways. So it's just like, I'm just going to fucking light this shit on fire.
Might as well be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan, you
Yeah.
know?
And just like, let's go. And so I get that. And then that's your mindset change when you're in. And then you said earlier too, like, I hate her ex-husband. And I knew exactly what you were talking about.
It took her out a minute.
Because I have said on numerous occasions that my ex-wife had every reason to fucking leave me.
Totally.
Because I was not a good person.
Yeah, totally.
I was just a fucking selfish asshole.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah, man. And for real, like that's a moment because thinking back on it, like, dude, I had Rebecca in her prime. She was a 22-year-old girl, beautiful, like had a kid with me, and she's like, that's rude, you know. Supported me through going through buds, you know,
Right.
like getting my trident, going to war.
Oh, she was through all that too.
Through all that, yeah. I married her before.
That's a hard.
And then to abandon it,
And then to abandon all that and piss on it and pour gas on it, light it on fire, piss on it again,
and then rubber facing it.
Dang.
Yeah, I
yeah,
get
it
it.
sucks. It's hard to really swallow that all that happened, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kept telling Ryan, I'm like, I promise you, I got stories, bro. If you're,
No, thanks for sharing too,
yeah.
man. Like most people don't. Thanks for sharing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to me for a lot of things, like accountability. Somebody else out there, dude, like that is never worth your marriage if you really care about her. You know, I'm not saying never get divorced because it happens. You know, there's times where it's just like, dude, you got to split. That was not the case with me. She fought for it, and then that was even harder because in my mind, I was like, she's gonna be like, yeah, get fucked. You know, I'm dating this guy anyway. It was none of that.
You already checked out.
She was like,
but she wasn't.
You know, she was like, really, you broke my heart at the end of the day, and it really hit her hard.
That hurts
And
way worse.
yeah, we got to back up on her too. So Rebecca, my wife, she was actually a coffee girl at NAB.
Oh, that's
you know,
right.
you know
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
surf mart?
Dude.
She was a coffee girl working for Good. I hope I can shout out Good.
Oh yeah.
And
Surrender's coffee shop. I know Surrender and Good real
Rebecca,
fucking well, man. Dude.
These girls weren't allowed this is so awkward, but I'm going to say it. They weren't allowed to like ask for tips on base. You're not allowed to like have a tipping business. So they had their little coffee stand and there was a little hole and they'd literally just like point to the hole and you could like slip, you know, $5. So I'm going through Bud's first phase. My girlfriend, fiance is the coffee girl.
Yeah.
And I hear instructors saying like, oh yeah, I'd fuck her. I'd bend her over.
Oh,
and
like,
I'm just
no.
like,
damn it.
I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, or guys in my class like, oh yeah, she wouldn't fuck any of us. So I'm like, maybe one of us. You know?
But that's fucking crazy too, because weren't they kind of not prohibited, but wasn't it frowned upon for them to fraternize with teen guys?
big
Because I know
time. Yeah,
Joe
totally
Molina
was.
wound up rolling up one of them as well.
I think you guys are married before she got hired, though, right?
Literally, we got married and she got hired like 3 weeks later. And she was
Okay.
supposed to work.
That's different then.
She was supposed to work on the other side, right? She's like, oh, I'm going to be on the dry side, you know? And her Surrender saw her and was like, no, I know where to put you. You're going to the surf mart and you better be making like $200 a day in tips. And she was. So good on her.
Dang,
You
all
know,
right.
I'm like, good
Well,
on
better
her.
than
for
a
that.
strip club like my wife.
Yeah.
Ex-wife. Yeah.
I told Nikki, I'm like, if ever everything shits a bed, you're gonna go be like a cart girl on Coronado Golf Course because you could make bank.
Yeah. No shit, dude.
Yeah, she was doing very well for herself. She also worked at Mr. A's in downtown.
Oh, I know
Oh, yeah.
well.
That's like the restaurant.
That's
Real spot.
But
I
fine
can never
dining
get in
right
there because
there.
I'm never fucking wearing a collared shirt and shoes.
yeah,
I'm wearing t-shirts and flip-flops. I'm like, fuck you. I'm trying to spend
No, they won't let you in.
$300 on lunch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't own a collared shirt.
I got one just for Mr.
They'll loan
A's.
you one. They'll loan you a jacket if you get
Will they
there
really?
without a jacket.
I
Yeah.
had one put on me one time at a different place.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nice.
fine, whatever.
So, did we cover Thailand and the brutal divorce? Or did
Yes.
we
No.
The
Well,
only,
how did the Thai girl take it?
she was heartbroken. She really was.
Yeah.
She met some Swedish dude. We kept in contact because I was divorced. You know, I was allowed to finally talk to her. It was awkward too at the command because she was a Thai national. I was up for LPO and my security clearance.
TSSCI
And
kind
you
of
got,
thing.
yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
fuck. Do you
Do you
have,
have any foreign national
Yeah,
relations?
I'm like, funny you say
Maybe.
that. Yeah, I do actually. And she's really Cambodian, like, you know,
Yeah.
even more messy.
Yeah.
Not like from like an aristocratic family. And if you know Thailand, that kind of matters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so yeah, you
They
know.
give you a Thai nickname?
No, Thundercock. No, I don't know. yeah.
No, it's funny because like I've
No,
been
no,
to
no.
Thailand a few times and it was always like
Actually-
dudes would wind up getting like Thai nicknames from the
Yeah.
the Thai SEALs.
No, I didn't have one.
Oh.
No, not that I remember. But I do have a cool Muay Thai story. So, like, obviously, I'd already done Muay Thai. I'd done it again with Chuck. You know, it was like Muay Thai has just been a part of my life since I got into it. It's a lot of fun to like do stand-up kickboxing and even just hitting pads. You know, pad work is one of my favorite workouts, and it's always fun. Anyway, so I'm like, I want to do
What
Muay
kind of
Thai.
pad? Like iPad?
No, like
I'm just kidding.
like yeah. Manny Pacquiao. Who's the famous mitt holder? That guy. Whatever. Yeah, thank you, Kev.
I know. And I know we have to deal with.
So you're doing Muay Thai. Was this
Muay Thai,
in Thailand?
Yeah, Budi Ram. So not Pattaya, like out east, I guess, on the Cambodian border. That's where like her village was. Met her family. They took great care of me, fed me. Living in the village, we're talking dirt floors.
Yeah,
One
that's crazy.
refrigerator, one TV, DVDs. Like we ain't getting Wi-Fi out
The
here.
same ones.
There's there's like 3 Muay Thai DVDs and like one, kids movie.
Yeah.
Basically something kid friendly.
Shark Tales.
And I kept asking her, for like a solid week, because this is me going back out there to spend time with her. I'm already, separated.
So you're still on deployment at this time, or
no. This was taking leave. Like,
so you gone back and you're taking leave. Okay,
taking leave to go out there and see her. And I kept telling her I want to do Muay Thai out here because I did the first time too, but just in Pattaya in like a little, not little. It was actually a pretty cool gym. It was
a training gym.
Right, training gym. But I wanted to train with like the real fighters.
That's a whole different level out there, dude.
Oh yeah, this was not like cardio kickboxing. This is like I live and breathe Muay Thai, and I fight 3 times a week. And like, are you serious right now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. Let's go. Send me.
Yeah.
So
you gotta be a warrior to do that shit, dude.
Yeah. So I see this kid, dude. I'll never forget. Like, she finally takes me to the village. It's like the next village over, and all they have is like this little makeshift like 7-Eleven. It's like one gas pump and like snacks and whatever. Like that's the only thing you can buy in there. So I get a couple, bootleg Gatorades or whatever they are, and I see this kid like laying in a hammock, and he looks like a fighter, and he's probably about 12 years old. And my girlfriend at the time is translating for me, and she's like, yeah, he wants to do Muay Thai. He wants to box. And the kid's just like, literally just side eyes me. He's like, whatever, nerd.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I've done with like egos and boxing before. Like I see what's going on here. So I just start warming up. Like I'm wrapping my hands. I'm like stretching a little bit, like hitting the heavy bag a little bit. And I just start sending like my best kicks I can. And then his ears like perk up and he looks at me. He's like, oh, okay, this guy's for real. He runs upstairs, wakes up the whole camp. Cause this is like, when they're not training, they just nap, These guys train like crazy. It's like fish, rice, and egg. Like that's their diet.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time they're either napping or doing Muay Thai.
It's like a warrior camp, dude. Like
sumo, dude.
These are like Thai monks.
Food.
Yeah. Like monks. Yeah, exactly.
These are like Thai Muay Thai monks. So they come down. I have like a whole crowd now watching me, and I still haven't met uncle or grandpa or whoever, like the main teacher. And did some pad work with them, like joked around with them a little bit, did some like light sparring, and just kind of, I'm not trying to like knock these 12-year-old kids out, but when they're kicking me, dude, it didn't feel like a 12-year-old. I'm like, you think you're tough? Go to Thailand, let a kid kick you, and tell me how tough you still feel.
Yeah, these motherfuckers know how to kick since the time they fucking walk, dude.
That's what and they don't really like. I learned real fast. Like it's not like American MMA where like we lead with the jab and then shoot and take down and Conor McGregor style. Like these guys just kick you like over and over. You'll get kicked in ways you didn't know the human body could kick. You're just like you're like catch a foot to the face. You're like that sucks.
Chopping that fucking tree down.
I gotta learn that move. Yeah, exactly. That's what they say. And so Grandpa finally comes down, trains me, does some pad work, and it was just a rad experience overall. Super
that sounds cool.
So it's like, and it's hard too because it's not like it's all bad memories. My affair, like some of it was rad. Some of it I was having a good time going to zoos in Thailand and watching monkeys run around and like meeting Thai Navy SEALs that are to me heroes, legends.
So how did you say no to that?
A lot of it just came down to the logistics, man. Just did not make sense. And then when you're a team guy who's like, I'm going to war, operator or whatever, and it's like, I could die whenever, you're not thinking about like, dude, my kid's going to start kindergarten soon. Like I got some like real like dad responsibilities that I've been like pushing to the side like crazy. So, apologies, Kaylee, my daughter, but she didn't deserve any of that either. So I was like, this sucks. I don't really want to be that guy that's got like 9 kids with 3 different women, and I've met him in the Navy because I was in the USNS guys, and they're just like modern day pirates. They got kids in the Philippines, a kid in Thailand.
Yeah.
I got a 12-year-old
Kind of
daughter.
like Blackwater guys.
Yeah.
The merchant marine cats, dude.
Like, I got a 12-year-old daughter in Singapore. Like, fuck, dude. That's just wild. I see her once every 9 years.
Those dudes are straight up fucking pirates
That's
too,
it.
man.
Yeah,
Like those dudes.
So I didn't want that to be my story. I tried to like reel it in a little bit. I ended up dating a girl. So I went from coffee shop and Buds to a girl that was a bartender at Danny's, and then she worked at Nicky Rodden's in Coronado.
Oh, so you still weren't back together with your ex at this point?
No.
Okay.
No. We had a hard separation,
So it wasn't the 3 signatures.
Hard pull.
It wasn't that easy.
Look red, grab red, cut away. Like we got fully divorced and all that. Like sold the house, divvied assets. Who's getting the car, who's getting the money in the bank account. Like fucking right down the line, man. It sucked. It was brutal.
And you were still in.
I was still in.
Okay.
Yeah. This is like 2015, 2016. I got out in 2018.
Yeah.
I I always joke, I've been shot and I've been divorced, and if the results are equally the same, I'd rather be shot again. I'm like, just fucking shoot me. Get it over. I hate paperwork. So just fucking, let's like keep it 9 mil and below,
Yeah.
I think I can survive that.
Death by a million cuts. Fucking divorce.
Can we take a break real quick?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, let's take a break and dive into it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think people have come to expect the clap.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of been a thing. It started when I had to try to do Dakota's job, and I was like, this is the only easy way to do this.
To do what? Dakota?
Just time
Dakota.
everything.
Oh,
time
Dakota
coded.
Chop. I said Dakota Shaw. Like, who the fuck is that?
No, he said he was
no.
trying to do Dakota's job.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we fast forwarding to me getting out, going to Humboldt, Emerald Triangle, and
Well, but I want to let's make sure we wrap up the arc with you, this ex-girlfriend, and like
gotcha.
it might be cool to hear people like the story of how you reconnected, or did you reconnect after the Emerald Triangle thing?
way after.
Okay, so let's keep it on
Years
timeline then. Let's just go with timeline.
Yeah, I think we're at about 2018 now. I'm getting out of the Navy, 12 and a half years. I knew I wanted to do apparel. That's another reason I was like stoked to meet you. It was always in the back of my head because I'd done design work in the paintball industry, jerseys and whatnot. Started the Just Us brand. Was living out of my truck in OB, and also working part time on
I got
like
1502 on my fingers.
on cannabis farms. I had a buddy that breeds and trains Belgian Malinois, and I love those dogs. Deployed with one. His name's Mike Mesa. He was out of like Long Beach. He just went to like East Coast. I forget where exactly. Mostly for police.
Yeah.
Not like not team guys and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I did that, but he also had a cannabis farm and a nursery. So like growing small plants, potting them, rooting them, and all that. Doing that, and that's
Black or green side?
Black or green side, a little bit both.
So, yeah.
A little bit. I would say gray side because it's like
Yeah.
Are we
maybe-
gonna have to bleep out his name?
No. He's
All right,
good.
good.
So because like it'd be like they had a license and it expired, or they were working towards a
Right.
license. You know what I mean?
You're trying to work around all
Everything
the-
was legal
they
at the time.
They have a license for 200 plants, but maybe you actually have 1,000 plants, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like so that's what I say. That's why I say, how many plants are we allowed to have? Because we got like triple that. So that job led into this other job where it was in Benbow, if anybody knows the town, and you can Google this story. Unfortunately, like kid comes up, from
Or
wherever.
fortunately.
Or fortunately, working on a different farm. He had 3 different grow sites, like a top house, like one down the hill, and then his was kind of like in this little gully around the corner, right? This dude I was working for, I thought was cool enough to just, grow herb with and smoke a few joints and whatnot. I think I worked there for like maybe 2.5, maybe 3 months. Like it wasn't very long before things went toxic and turmoil and, high order, so to speak.
So if you can, and for the audience, explain the Emerald Triangle and kind of the culture around it.
What is that? That's Trinity, Humboldt, and I always forget Mendocino.
Yeah, Mendocino.
I grew up in Humboldt County.
Man.
Even I used to smoke a lot of weed as a kid, and even now, like there's a certain scent to it. Like, that's from
Right.
Emerald Triangle.
The worst part of getting shot and being a veteran is people always give you the benefit of doubt and they just assume it was in combat, And I've been to combat. They're like, oh, so AK? And you're like, I think 38 special. I don't know. I never got the round back, so it's hard to say. I'm not exactly sure what
Damn.
it was. I don't think it was a Magnum because I think I would have fucked me up a lot more.
You would have had a large exit wound.
That's what I'm saying. So it had to be a 38 special.
Probably.
Out of a 357.
Yeah, it's just the casing's a lot longer.
Because I saw the
shorter.
gun. I remember the gun. It was like this little snub-nosed Mulder and Scully.
Oh, that's a 38. Mulder and Scully. Dude, I love the X-Files reference.
Like, it sucks because I've legitimately been shot at by RPGs, snipers, PKM, and what fucking put me down was
a
Mulder and
redneck
Scully.
stoner with a
Yeah.
38
No
special.
shit.
With a ponytail to boot. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Saturday night special.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
rough,
so
dude.
set the stage for that.
Yeah, I'm
did
trying,
that
dude.
happen?
I'm trying.
The Emerald Triangle is very notorious in kind of like Northern California. It's north of San Francisco. Everybody kind of thinks like California kind of stops at San Francisco. The fuck it does. It's like another like 10 hours before you can get into Oregon or Washington.
It's like a whole different state.
And it's this honey hole where post-Vietnam, a lot of hippies kind of moved to.
Yeah.
Set up shop, and it is known as probably the best cannabis growing region in maybe even the world.
Totally.
and you have all these very independent farmers. A lot of them are
My
black.
stepdad used to grow pot in our backyard.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah,
for
they're very anti-government, very anti-establishment. They'll take a lot of my ex-sister-in-law from my ex-wife went up there and lived on a farm and kind of like nannied for a grow operation and was trimming weed and, you know, doing all these things. And it's kind of like paid under the table. And but it also has a relatively violent culture around it. I think the documentary that I brought up earlier is called, I think it's called Ghost Mountain.
Murder Mountain.
Murder Mountain.
Yeah.
Murder Mountain.
Times.
Yeah, if you guys want to know.
Technically, I got shot in Bembo, which is the river. I wasn't on the mountain.
Okay.
That's it. Different part of Humboldt.
But yeah, people go up there and they fucking disappear.
Yeah.
And it was really good. So now with that kind of stage set, going to kind of how you even went up there.
Yeah, OB. And I got to give a shout out
Checks out.
to my friend Atara, who I told her I was going to give her a shout out because she's pretty integral in this story. She was like my therapist getting out, you know, like just, I didn't want to go to therapy. I didn't go to the VA for like 3 years, man. Like after I got out, I was just like, do my own
Anti-establishment.
thing.
It's like the fucking Walking Dead, man.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to therapists. I don't want to talk that. But I met this girl in OB. There's a drum circle down there every Wednesday. I went, like, smoked as much weed as my lungs could handle, and I was a pretty good swimmer, so that's a lot of weed. You know, never really messed with any harder drugs than that. I always kind of just kept it to weed, and weed was always enough for me. It was fun. Like I'm definitely a advocate for like therapeutic cannabis.
Yeah.
I think it can be abused as well, for sure. Like all things, you know, like you have a beer after work, and if you can keep it to like 1 or 2 beers and still function and get your own stuff done, like who am I hurting?
Yeah.
I always felt the same thing about weed, cannabis, like, cause it's like, if it helps me get to sleep, if it helps me, the thing with me, when I smoke or whatever, take an edible, it will pretty much instantly just change my like perspective and state of mind.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes for better or worse. Sometimes it's like,
Sometimes it's panic.
yeah, I got shit I got to get done.
Or anxiety.
Why did I smoke? You know?
Exactly.
That
is my biggest fault with cannabis.
Ryan's like, hey, you want to go out to this SEAL Foundation dinner? And I'm like stoned, and I'm like, just like, dude, everybody's looking at me, and you're like sweating.
Yeah, literally.
I didn't, for the record, but I've considered it.
I'm
you know?
freaking out, man.
Oh no! The restaurant, everybody was definitely looking at us.
Yeah.
It wasn't just.
Well, I was loud too. I'm just a loud dude by nature.
They're just main characters, bro.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
happens.
I know. And I'm like that dude that also is like, it's like, bro, hey, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin.
I never do that.
So ended up.
Like,
up
why
there.
are you yelling at me?
Right. I was doing. So the good thing about what I was doing though was not bringing plants to flower. It was a nursery, so you can clone a cannabis plant. It's technically propagation, but you can cut like a branch, right, and then root that in a rooting agent. And now you can turn one plant into 10 plants, and then you can scale that. It's like, dude, I'm like caveman math is like, wait, we're making $5 a plant and we have 2,000 plants. Like, yeah, I can do this, you know?
So what does a full grown plant typically generate with regard to like harvested cannabis?
Yeah, that's
or
a good
flower?
question. And how you cure it really matters, because there's, you could weigh it not cured and cured. That's
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
like let it dry out and crystallize and whatnot. Me personally, I've gotten about a pound, but I mean, dude, there's boys up there in Humboldt with trees that are like back in the day, because the price of the pound has fluctuated so much because of legalization.
Right.
Allegedly, it was like used to be like $3,000 a pound, and now it could be like $300.
Right, right.
Like, but
Damn.
they had kids
Wow.
garden trees, like I'm talking full on trees, because cannabis gets huge if you let it.
Yeah.
You know?
It is a weed.
Weed. I always like challenge people on. That's just an undesirable plant in your garden. If you're a weed farmer, you want all weed.
Yeah.
Dandelions is useful for your heart and your liver and stuff, but in your front yard or a soccer field, it's a weed. So it's a subjective term.
And they have a term called head high by the 4th of July.
Yeah. That's a thing. Because corn's knee high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So ended up there, Benbow. I was like managing the property, doing whatever, getting plants ready for the season. Because this was like before the season. I'm so bad with like dates. I think it was like
He was
February.
probably pretty stoked to have a Navy SEAL on his team, like guarding the shit.
Yeah,
I
he
would
was
imagine,
until we started yelling at each other and arguing over how much money he went. That
Yeah.
friendship went south real quick. And he was a Navy vet too, allegedly. Who fucking knows, And I don't want to put him on blast for legal reasons.
Nah,
you know?
that's fine. We don't need to do that.
Yeah. But basically, it just came down to an argument about money. And I was telling T-Cab this story. And I'm like, bro, it's not even a cool story for the amount of times I've been shot at and the time I actually got shot. And Cab's like, bro, don't worry about it. Like, there's no cool way to get shot. And I'm like,
And that's the truth.
I'm like, all right, fair enough. And he's like, you definitely got to tell that story, though. I'm like, all right, sure. I'll tell the getting shot story. So we were arguing over how much he'd pay me. I finally like confront him on it. I'm like, look, motherfucker, you know, this is what we said. I think it was like $3,000. I think $3,000 was like the number we settled on for, you know, the last months of work that I'd done. And I'm like, because I was getting ready to get out of there. This wasn't like, you know, my long time gig. It was just to get me through the winter, really.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go back OB and party in OB and go to the drum circle and go back to doing. I didn't even mention.
I want a slackline, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I got him. Hit up my buddy Stoney Adam. They're like, you know, buskers and they make jewelry and like.
We probably know all the same people in OB. I lived there for 11 years, dude.
Oh wow, yeah.
I fucking bleed OB.
Dude, I'm so bummed that Newport Pizza's gone. That was my spot, you know.
Oh, dude, that's been gone a long time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for me, it's like feels like yesterday.
Nostalgic.
You know? Yeah, I think because remember this was like, I think like 2019.
Yeah, I was living there.
Yeah, this is when this all happened.
Yeah.
I was at like every Wednesday, like
Fuck, dude, we
clockwork.
probably skated right by each other a couple times.
Yeah, I had one of those sick Evolve boards. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Oh, me too.
That was like the last nice thing I bought before I got out of the Navy. Was this like $2,000 electric skateboard? Because I'm not a Lambo guy. I don't know if you know any Lambo guys. They're kind of weird.
Those
But
are assholes.
I did have
a wrapped white one.
I did have the Lambo of electric skateboards, and this thing was doing like 30 miles an hour
Yeah.
on concrete. I was cruising.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you know, it sounds like a little mini Tesla. Like, zoom. Anyways, so that was a lot of fun. Had this friend, Atara, that was basically my therapist.
Where'd she bartend at?
Yeah, didn't bartend. She sold crystals and jewelry. Like
She was one of the farmers market girls.
A true gypsy. Yeah.
No, she actually had like a booth at the market numerous times, and then she would vend on the wall and whatnot. She's up in Shasta now. Good friend of mine. And I needed like, dude, I had been so like war, Muay Thai, football for like years. I was like, dude, I want to go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And especially after like Thailand and Buddhism, seeing like Buddha statues the size of like, you know, a small mountain.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, this is different. Like maybe there's a little more to the world than what I've been told and, you know, what I've experienced. Like definitely done psychedelic mushrooms and smoked enough cannabis to kind of go to the spirit world and come back, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my mindset was at, and still not making good decisions through any of this, you know? Like I was doing pretty well in the clothing company, and, you know, I talked to Cav a lot and watch Cav's podcasts, and, you know, I admire what he's doing for mentorship and stuff. And it's like, you can only kind of live out of alignment for so long, you know, you can only kind of burn it down for so long, and then life is going to like, you know, punch you in the face and bring you back to reality. And that was, you know,
Couldn't agree more.
that was a 38 special to the chest, sunken chest wound. And yeah, so like,
So was that from the guy that you were having the argument with?
yeah. So he was
From your boss.
technically my boss.
Yeah.
Technically the alien. But, you know, if you know, you're from Humboldt, right?
Santa Rosa, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I really only know like Mendo and Benbow. Like, I don't know.
It's like, I used to ride my bike over there all the time. It's
Gotcha.
like a 20-minute bike ride.
Dude, the river's beautiful.
Oh,
The
yeah.
redwoods are amazing. Really, all I wanted to do was like, I wanted to be the van down by the river guy, but I had a lifted Tacoma truck that I converted into like a camper shell I could live out of, right? Did the custom storage and had a bed.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like in between couch surfing. I called it my little like Coco Pele triangle. I don't know if you know Coco Pele, but he's like a Navajo like trickster god that plays the flute.
I know.
And he like, that's what he allegedly did. He would like go from tribe to tribe and trade seeds and songs and whatever. I was like very like leaned into that type of lifestyle.
It's such a different thing from like team guy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and that's why
I
it's
went-
like
I
you
did a
chase like
full-
the opposite of it
Yeah, I went a
it's like
full 180.
you try to be counterculture,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I think already like guys like us are counterculture,
Mhm.
and so when you're too much that direction, you want to go the other direction. Just like why I went to Burning Man and started taking acid
Yeah.
and you know all
Yeah.
that until your point.
It's like
You're like you could only live on the fringe for so long
Yeah.
until you're like, all right,
Yeah.
dude, time to man the fuck up.
Right.
So, but like like when he's doing it, where you're like, because you've been in a lot of fights, like professionally and non-professionally, I'm sure. It's like you can normally see the escalation.
Oh yeah.
like in
Yeah.
that moment,
There's
was
a
there a
new
moment
wave.
you're like, oh man, this might go a little bit fucking more violent than I was expecting, or like how'd the confrontation
Totally.
go?
Yeah, that definitely happened. He gave me a warning shot and everything. And
Oh,
just
fuck.
That was nice of him.
I called, But I want to back up for the record, just amateur fights, and no professional like Muay Thai fights or anything like that. So, anyways,
No, but I mean bar fights and shit, and
I mean Ryan's a professional bar fighter. He said that, sure.
I never got paid for it, but I did skip out on some bar tabs.
Pay with cash.
So yeah, and he deserves his justice and his side of the story. Maybe we'll have him on the podcast next. The guy that shot me. So
Wait, are you guys still in communication?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
That seems like a deal breaker.
I do
know, right?
I do forgive him though for what it's worth, and I was a fucking kind of little Navy SEAL.
Little mouthy.
Yeah, I was a little mouthy for sure.
So basically, you go to him, you're sitting there going, "Hey, motherfucker, pay me $3,000. This is what we settled on." And then the dude basically is like, "Fuck you, warning shot," and like eat shit and die and get off my property or what?
Exactly. No, that's literally exactly how it went down.
So did you have any was there enough time because at this point in time with all like your deployments and stuff, very good at processing instantaneous reactions. Do I need to charge this or do I need to diffuse this or am I just going to suck this one in the chest?
Did you think he was joking with the warning shot?
I did. Yeah. I thought he was trying to scare me away.
Yeah.
Because it was way above my head. I could tell.
Yeah.
And then he pointed it at my chest, center mass. And I remember him saying, you see where I'm pointing, right? And I was just I took one more step forward and it was boom, hit.
Damn.
I thought he missed the second time because I didn't fall down. I was like, I just got shot. I'm supposed to fall and, Hollywood this, and I remember I started hearing gurgling in my chest and then it hit me. Good. And I was just dude, I felt the weirdest way, but it's so vivid to me. I felt like there was a magnet in my chest and the earth was pulling me down, It didn't just feel like I fell. I felt like I was pinned to the ground with lead in me. I'm like, oh shit, this is what lead feels like. And to tie it back to my Atara friend, turquoise has properties, copper has quartz crystal. Well, fucking lead sucks.
Ain't no one making a dildo out of this thing.
Lead is not compatible with the human body at all. So it missed everything vital going in, hit my ribs in the back. I'm on the ground. And I also remember vividly, hey, motherfucker, stop moving, stop moving or I'm going to shoot you again. And I was like, oh, fuck you. I was able to get that out. I'm crawling towards this redwood tree because I'm fuck it. I've been to war already. I was very at peace with death. I was like, I can go out. No problem there, Yeah. So I'm at least I'm going to die on my terms and crawl under this pretty redwood tree and put my back against it and just
proper cowboy movies.
Yeah, just tap out, and call it good. You win this round, bro. Maybe
I'm gonna haunt the fuck out of you.
Right, that's kind of where I was at. And I, dude, legitimately just hands together. I started praying. I was like, Lord, just take me quick. I don't want this to be painful. And to say I heard the voice of God isn't quite right. It was, but it was my brain got hit with a lightning bolt. And it's bro, this is only 1/10 of the pain I could put you through. That was my very vivid thought. 1/10. I don't know why, but that number stands out in my brain.
Interesting.
And I was like, fuck, that means I'm going to live.
Damn it.
I tried to punch out early, and he was like, yeah, nice try, asshole. I still got work for you down there.
Well, dude, there is something to be said with when it's your time, it's your fucking time.
Totally. I'm a firm believer of that now. I wasn't necessarily before. I always believed in God, but I always thought God was a clock maker that set the clock, and, now it's ticking, Yeah. He's he doesn't give a fuck what my dumbass is doing on earth, going to Thailand, ruining my marriage. I don't think the spotlight's on me for this moment. There's got to be better frogmen out there. Man, Chuck being one of them that is getting that praise and glory. I was catching bullets from dudes with ponytails.
Yeah. So with him, with the shooter, if I'm pulling the trigger on somebody, what was his reaction? Do I need to get rid of this pistol, or is this fucker just gonna die here and leave it, and I'm just gonna go home and make my TV dinner? What happened after that? Did he book it?
No. So he told me to stop moving. I went to the tree. I think once he saw me put my back against the tree, he was like, all right, this dude's gonna bleed out. I think that was his mindset. He allegedly called the cops to be this guy was trespassing on my property, blah, blah, blah. And the cops are like, wait, you just shot a guy and he's still alive? And he's like, yeah, he trespassed. Within 30, they came and interviewed me.
Hey, asshole, maybe call an ambulance?
Right. Yeah. Which at first I thought he called the ambulance, and I really forgave him. I'm like, okay, it'd be like a bar fight and you get knocked out. The dude could have killed you, but he just knocked you out. To me, that's that's solid. That's man to man, right?
Yeah.
So,
fair game.
he put a round in me. I went down. I wasn't able to attack him anymore after that. Even I never really had the intention to anyways, but who the fuck knows where it would have went. You know what I mean? So, I woke up to a paramedic and, I got to back up. Yeah. So I'm lying there, right? I guess, I don't think I heard him on the phone, but he must have called them. He called the cops. I was trespassing. Cops sent the ambulance.
Was it just you two guys the whole time?
Just us two, yeah.
Right.
I'd met some other people up there. I worked with one other guy that I'm not going to name.
But they weren't there in the moment.
Not in the moment. Just me and him and his dogs, like 2 dogs. Him.
So did he have a lot to lose, like AKA like an illegal grow that was probably going to incriminate him?
Yeah, but luckily there was no flour. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, nothing, no actual drugs.
So now it's hemp.
Now it's hemp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hemp on the property.
Yeah.
Just hemp, sir. And
For now.
you think they don't know out there, these cops?
They know everything,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? They're the worst ones. And they
Yeah.
were telling me about Murder Mountain, and they're like, oh, yeah, half that's bullshit anyways. He's like, I'll tell you where the real grow sites are and where the real, like, dead bodies are,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow,
Damn.
And this was a cop that had been on the show,
Oh, no
I'm not going
shit.
to name him either. But so to bring it all the way back to that, as I'm like laying there and just being like, all right, it's going to be my time to go. But not really anymore, because I kind of had that like lightning bolt moment. I just had this sense of like, Michael's coming for you. And in Afghanistan, I always wore the St. Michael Protect Us patch
Yeah.
on the inside of my kit. I was like, my wife gave me that patch too. She's Catholic, and I'm a practicing Catholic, but not confirmed, if you guys understand that.
No, I get
Basically,
it.
I'm a Christian, I believe in Christ. So I was like, Michael's coming for me. I'm like, all right, whatever. I passed out, I wake up and they're like pulling my shirt open, and I was wearing one of my favorite SEAL team puff jackets. The like the thinnest puff.
Yeah.
The
Patagonia one?
Yeah, the Patagonia
Yeah.
puff. I love that jacket so much.
$800 barely
And then-
keeps you warm.
And then my buddy's he breeds cattle, right? Like prize bulls for breeding, Amdal Angus. So you can Google Amdal Angus. And I was like, he's like, I got to cut your shirt and cut your jacket. I'm like, oh, I love this jacket. I was like, please don't. He's like, no, you're going to die if I don't. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
I was like, take a picture first then. So I leave, and he's
my
like,
phone.
he's like, my name's Michael. I'm here to work on you. And
No
I was like,
shit.
Wow.
yeah, how about that one,
Wow,
dude? And I was
dude.
like, I'm dead. Cool. And they're like, no, you're not, dude. And like,
Yeah.
so he takes a picture of my shirt. He's like, are you allergic to any drugs? And I was like, yeah, fentanyl. And he was like, because I'd OD'd on fentanyl before. That's a whole other.
Oh my God.
I had an issue
Nice.
with opiates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, don't now. Been clean. I worked in sobriety, but we could circle back on that. That's shitty. And ended up in the hospital. So I was like in and out of consciousness in the ambulance. Woke up in the Eureka hospital right there. I don't know Eureka.
I know it.
Had a breathing tube in, had IVs, and I like, because of the drugs and the blood loss and all that, like I woke up pulling IVs out, pulling the tube out, and I was super paranoid. Like, dude, he's going to come back and finish the job or send one of his boys to do it. I'm like, who knows? I'd never felt more vulnerable in my life than when I'm on life support.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. What did the pain set in at any point in time, like during that? I heard it's like a searing pain, but I always kind of wondered what getting shot was like, but I never
Yeah.
really wanted to find out.
Me too, and I got to find out. When you like kill a spider and you see like the limbs grow
Yeah.
in? That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way I can describe it. And to bring it back to my friend from OB one last time, like we used to go to the drum circle all the time, like hang out, have good times, smoke weed together. Everybody's like, did you get the tunnel and the light? I'm like, no, none of that. I actually had like a flash of my future. I saw my daughter and her playing together and dancing, and like, we'd go to the beach
Wow.
together and stuff like that. And I remember I just wanted to be able to like do that with my arm, because I couldn't. Like my arm like chicken winged in. It felt like the gnarliest like, pec curl I'd ever done in my life. And I could just keep my arm here. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, this really sucks.
Yeah.
That's all I kept thinking. And the recovery was definitely worse, man. I'll have to show you the scar later. But so they had to cut me open here, had to cut my lat and get to my ribs. And then I had like, you don't really die from the bullet. You die from tension pneumothorax, right?
Yeah.
Like the lung compression, your lungs work on negative pressure.
Yeah.
And they sink.
I've had to give a few.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've only done them in training, but,
Yeah.
and on certain livestock. But yeah,
Yeah.
heavy moment.
Yeah, man.
Chest tube to a goat.
Yeah.
So did you ever get paid?
Did I ever get paid? No. And I did get my truck back, and he did pay to have it God, it was such a nightmare. All I really wanted to do was get my truck, get out of there, get paid, obviously.
Yeah, and bounce.
And get back to OB. Like,
Yeah.
That was the whole reason I was up there, you know? Never got paid. Got my truck back, though. My truck got stuck in the mud because it's Humboldt, right? And it's like thick mud. He paid to get my truck towed out, and he was like, take your stuff. He's like, I'll peacefully give you, you know, a day to round up your shit and get out of here. So that happened. That was wild to see the guy that I was motherfucking him like this. I'm like, you fucker. I can't believe you shot me. I came down there to talk, you know. I'm a little more clear-headed now.
Yeah.
You know, I had the wrath of God put in me.
Yeah.
But he did let me get all my stuff peacefully, paid to have my truck towed out.
They like escort you on and off, or are you there by yourself?
Cops came escort.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had at least
Was
two.
there any repercussions legally for him?
He went to jail. They arrested him and they let him out on self-defense. They're like, this guy's a Navy SEAL kind of thing, you know.
No fucking way.
Belligerent.
yeah.
And you're unarmed?
I had a sheathed knife on me.
Okay.
I never took it out.
What the fuck,
And
dude?
Yeah.
funny enough, it was a Damascus steel blade. It was rad. Somebody has this knife. I never got it back. Either the cops took it as evidence, which I think they did. It must have been them. The cops
Yeah,
must have
probably.
pulled it off me.
Maybe
as
it's
evidence.
Michael that has
So
it.
how do any sheriff? Where's the camera? Which way are we looking?
Both of them.
Any sheriff in Benbow, you probably remember me. Like, I want my knife back. You know? That's all I care
Fucking
about.
paramedics got that shit. And they're like,
Yeah, Michael, the paramedics, like, this is mine now. You know,
Yeah.
it's the
Fair trade. Yeah.
tax for saving my life. I guess you know maybe Beto will hook me up and give me a knife, or I want a tomahawk. I want to trade him something for a tomahawk.
He's got some dope shit, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Fuck,
that would
that's
be sick
wild.
to do like a replica from Half Ace Blades of that kind of like
Oh, dude.
style knife with Damascus
Yeah,
and all
dude,
that.
it had this was
And then we'll get 38 special fucking engraved on it.
dude, you're killing me right now, Nick.
Sorry.
So you know what it had engraved on it before?
What?
300 Win Mag, because I was a sniper.
oh, wow.
So I'm going from 300 Win Mag to 38
Dude, I'll
special.
take a 38 over a 300 all day.
so I could take that. Yeah, thank God I didn't have a 300 Win Mag on the property.
Thankful for the downgrade.
Yeah.
That
That definitely would have pulled you down on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's
what a
fucking
wild
wild.
ride, man.
Yeah. That's
So the spirituality piece of that, where there was that moment, and then was that a catalyst for change? Did you get more
yeah.
into?
No,
or was it-
absolutely, dude. I started reading the Bible immediately. In the hospital, and they brought me a Catholic Bible. It's a Catholic hospital, dude.
Would you start at Genesis or Exodus?
I'm
Started
not
Michael.
I literally opened it up and just started reading, man. And when I say that I was reading, really the words were jumping off the page. Keep in mind, I got a lot of drugs in my system. I lost some blood, you know, and I'm like, dude, this is wild, you know, because I'd read the Bible before, but never like intentionally, like cover to cover.
Yeah.
And I talk to people about this a lot because the biggest problem with Christians nowadays is not Christianity; it's obnoxious Christians, and there's a lot of them out there. You know, it's like
Yeah.
They use it as cover.
yeah, and I'm like, I've never been that guy, dude. I've studied Buddhism. I've made a lot of bad decisions. I had I'm no model perfect Christian, by absolutely. But then I think of it too. It's like being a Christian that needs work. That's like being a fat person in the gym. Like they're in there working out.
Yeah.
They're hitting the Smith machine.
I love seeing that stuff.
You're
man.
gonna hate on that guy when he's trying to get in shape and hitting the Smith machine, you know? Like to me, going to church is not, you don't gotta do it every Sunday 3 times a week and never miss a Sunday. But like get in there because it's a gym. Like it's a gym for your spirituality.
Yeah.
And that's how I approach religion. And to me, the scripture, it's powerful, dude. It's a book that's been around 2,000 years, and there's some pretty relevant stuff in there.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
It's pretty wild, man.
There's a lot of unrelevant stuff too, but I get it. I mean, I completely get it, man.
Well, I think the scripture itself is different than like the original teachings of Jesus were like, hey, just my Father wants a relationship with you, and however you happen to do that out of nature, whatever is fine.
Don't be a shitbird.
Yeah, don't be a shitbag.
Yeah.
But I've been going to church on and off for, well, I don't know, that's like 15 years or something like that. Mostly off. I'll have times where I go like every Sunday, not religiously, but it just makes me feel good. And I'll have times where I don't go for months at a time, you know?
Yeah.
And I recently started going again, or, dabbling back in again. And dude, it's just like, my favorite point is in the beginning where they're playing the music, and it's just, dude, it's just good vibes, man. It's just good, positive vibes, and you can't help but like, I'm not a religious person, but I mean, I don't know what to call it anymore. But
You're not religious, you're spiritual.
yeah, but it's I'm kind of halfway, but the dude, the vibes in there are undeniable, dude. Like
Totally.
it's a really positive experience.
Yeah.
And when they start preaching about certain shit, I'm like, oh man, I really just want to walk the fuck out of here because that's their own personal bias, and their
Yeah.
own opinion on shit. But I think that initial thing where it's just everybody's vibing, everybody's
Yeah.
got great music, it's such a positive
There's
thing.
definitely
Dude.
something to be said with surrounding yourself
That's
by
why I go.
so many positive vibes, so much positive energy.
It's a real
it's
thing,
all-
dude.
Yeah.
It's all focused towards one particular
Yeah, and there's a lot
thing,
of power
you know,
in that, man.
yeah.
A lot of power in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up super religious, like very religious. Well indoctrinated. Got sent to a Christian boarding school for 2 years in high
Oh
school.
shit!
And I came back and I tried to like proselytize in high school with a bunch of like fucking cartel kids in fucking Tucson, and told my girlfriend at the time I wanted abstinence until marriage and all that stuff. Read the Bible.
That's pretty hardcore, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm not kidding, dude. I was
Yeah.
so into it. And then when I went to Ramadi, it changed everything.
Wait, you held that all the way up to Ramadi?
Yeah.
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ramadi changed fucking everything because, like, dude, just that level of just disgust and the worst of humanity. I would go to the MWR every night because I was really even getting choked up talking about it, but I really questioned all my faith. Everything that I thought that I learned, everything that I was taught, like everything. And so I was looking up other religions. I was like, there has to be something else out there, right?
Yeah.
Like I might be wrong on this one. And now I know that like these same people that I'm fighting believe in a very different God than I do.
It's the same God.
And trying to find it and I couldn't find it, and then, like I said, brains and your best friends crying for their mom and all that stuff. And then coming back home, didn't go well, like with my family and like wanting a hug. And so none of that happened. And so I turned into the most maniacal, black-hearted, fucking atheist son of a bitch of all time. Like, dude, I got Greek atheos on my arm. This is actually an atheist tattoo. However, what I will say is, fast forward probably 15, 18 years, I did a very spiritual journey with ayahuasca that was very intent forward. And I spoke to something, and we all call her Mama Aya for those who have done ayahuasca. But then, also with the psychedelics, like there is something. And like now, being 38, I've come to this higher power, and those conversations that I had with this deity of some sort has truly put me on the right path and truly give me a good direction. And I don't know that I need, to share that in a congregation. However, it is a lesson of something that I learned, and I do understand that like I ain't dick, and there is something that is hopefully helping me with my intentions and goodwill and morality and things like that. So I have become a lot more spiritual, which mildly regret, some of the tattoos and stuff. But when I was an atheist, it didn't fucking take me anywhere
It's
good.
part of the journey, man. Have you tried ayahuasca?
No ayahuasca.
I haven't. I haven't either, but it sounds like an interesting journey. I definitely want to try it. But I'm a tourist in it. Like my life's pretty good, and I think I have a pretty good handle on shit. Like I don't want to take up a seat from somebody who's like really struggling, like needs to go. So that's why I haven't gone.
I would say though that I've talked to my wife about it too, and she's like, I don't need it, because she's literally had the white picket fence perfect childhood. And sometimes, so I went in ayahuasca thinking that I had to deal with all my dead friends, and we were talking about this at dinner the other night. But what it did tell me is it told me how not to be the husband that I was to my ex-wife. And it taught me how to be the husband that I am now to my current wife. And it just told me how to be right. So it's not exactly like trying to deal with trauma, but it can help you in your business. It can help you in your success and your thought process and your decision-making process.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to gain out of that because it is a higher power. So it's like, you want to go to church, like, I ain't fun. Like, it is far from fucking recreational. However, I came out of it, like, shedding skin and just feeling like a brand new person.
Yeah.
Purge, the psychedelic purge.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Which I didn't even purge. And I was like, fucking let me
really?
purge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a good time.
So how did that go with you? Like you had this experience, and then because I'm I want to tie everything together. Was this the point where you reconnected with your ex-wife? Or
No,
was it?
still not.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We got to get all the way to Hawaii for that
what's
one,
next
brother.
for you? No shit. All right, let's go. Let's go. What's next?
Yeah, so back to the OB and like kind of to put a bow on the whole getting shot experience, because it's not the most fun story to talk about. I had this vision, right? Like before I passed out, because everybody were like, did you see the tunnel? Did you feel like they're coming for you? I was like, no, none of that, dude. None of that. But I did have like a fast forward to my future and like the man I wanted to be and what I want to see. And it was like, dude, like light speed ahead, And I saw my friend Atara on the beach with my daughter, like I said. That moment happened. So I left. I got my truck back, right? I drive all the way from Bembo with a gunshot wound. And I'd lived on my buddy's farm for a bit in Mendo first to like kind of recover. He hooked me up, dude. Shout out Mike Mesa. He'll love it. He'll definitely watch this podcast.
Oh, it's the dog guy you're talking about.
Yeah, the dog guy,
awesome.
right? So the dog guy that does Malinois, trains not multi-purpose canines, but like mostly for police and whatnot.
Yeah.
Good dude, good dogs. Also a paintball buddy, funny enough. So I got in my truck, my lifted Tacoma that I love, like nicest vehicle I ever owned. Love it. Drove all the way from Bembo back down to OB. And I wanted to see the new Avengers movie. I'm kind of like a Marvel dork. I love Wolverine and Spider-Man and all that. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go see Avengers first. Right there in where UCSD is. What's that part of town called?
Yeah, La Jolla.
La Jolla, right. But
Yeah.
like dry side. La
Oh,
Jolla.
UTC.
Yeah,
UTC, yeah.
UTC.
Yeah.
So there's a
Oh,
movie
the
theater.
nice ass one.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go see, and I'm still like, dude, riding this like weird spiritual high where I felt like I was on guide rails. You know what I mean?
So it's like a month later, or like 3 months later?
I'd say about 3 months. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I was in Mendo for about 3 months. Again, dude, I could maybe write up a.
Damn, I was thinking
Outline.
days. You
No. I was in Mendo working for a few months, recovering, working with the dogs, Malinois, German. He had like 30 between Malinois, German Shepherds, and Pit Bulls that he adopted. There was like 32 dogs, I think.
God damn.
On this big ass cannabis ranch.
That's cool.
In Mendocino.
That sounds like an interesting dude.
Potter
Yeah.
Valley. Oh yeah. He could definitely do this podcast. He's not a team guy, but he's a
Doesn't
big fan.
matter.
He's a patriot.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds fucking cool,
We
man.
could change it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, please.
Why do you say that?
It takes us an hour to get past the buds.
So when I remember, you're like, you got free fall jump masters, and that's an army school. You go to Yuma for that, right?
I was
And they're
stationed in Yuma.
Right. So they're like, oh yeah, Janisch, when's your book coming out? That's all I ever heard. Like that was like the running book.
Yeah.
And
I just
Well,
showed
you-
up late to our
well, you got
last
the hair,
podcast
so yeah.
because there was a group of Halo school guys in town, and I'm friends with two of them that are currently going through that pipeline.
Yeah,
so
for what it's
showed
worth,
up.
man, I got nothing but love for the Army and the Marines. Everybody I work with was squared away, good to go, and I had a blast like deploying with those guys.
Doing JMPIs, eating mints.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Marines. But
So have
yeah.
all the fucking mints up there in Yuma?
I
All
definitely
right,
remember
back
JMPIs.
to no more side quests.
Come on.
So at JMPI, that's where you inspect a parachute jump master
Oh, my
person. So I drove from there. I went to go see Avengers, right? Avengers, the last one, Endgame. It's like the grand finale with Tony Stark,
Yeah, that's
Iron
right,
Man,
yeah.
and all that. I love it. I'll eat it up. And I didn't have a lot of money because I never got paid. I had my truck.
Thanks, fucker.
Cruising in on
just
fucking
I'm
fumes.
like, I had enough money to buy tickets. But I'm like, God, am I really going to spend like my gas money on seeing Avengers right now? Maybe. And dude, this guy looks at me. He could just read the vibe and just pop the door. And he's like, come on in, dude.
That's really cool.
So I go
bro.
see Avengers. And then I'm going back to OB to
That's
see
fucking crazy.
but I come out of Avengers and I see my friend Atara from OB. I walked right into her.
What
Dude.
the fuck?
Yeah. And she's like, oh, hey, she has no clue. I just got shot 3 months ago in Benbow. I almost bumped into her.
What are the odds that that's the kind of shit that makes me believe in higher power?
She was doing some
Yeah, right.
work for, God, I'll get it wrong. I'll text her when I leave, like Greenpeace or something like that. Like, save the planet type stuff.
Yeah.
And was like, had a little booth and all that with her and another girl. I was like, this girl has no idea. I had a vision that I was going to run into her like this. And if I tell her that, she's going to think I'm out of her mind. Like,
Yeah.
she's like,
Save it for later.
Get away, stalker. I'm like, exactly. She's like, sure you did, Sure you just got shot growing weed up in Humboldt.
You're trying to get laid.
I know, right? Like, that was the vibe.
We need to catch up at Pack Shores.
Yeah. We're still friends to this day. I think, yeah, kind of crazy. So her and my daughter's in dance. She's a daughter. Because keep in mind, when I got shot, my daughter, I think, was like 3. She's 11 now, Got shot in,
Damn.
damn, what year are we in? 2019, I think. So
6 years ago. Yeah.
She's like 5. Yeah.
Wow. So wait, so that moment happened?
That moment happened.
How did that go? Like, what did you think in your mind? Like, this
I
is
was
the
just like,
fucking thing.
God
there.
is real, as real as it gets in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but I read the scripture. I've felt it. I've experienced it. And I'm just like, man, I got to do a better job down here then.
So you straight up had deja vu.
Yeah,
of
it was
her
like
and your daughter on the beach.
Well, no, it was a premonition they saw
Yeah, it was a
before.
premonition.
Did you see any like lead up to it? You're like,
No.
is this going to be the fucking moment that I dreamt about?
No, it was more just kind of funny. Like, oh yeah, I remember thinking this was gonna happen.
It's like small confirmation.
Yeah, small. Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy.
I mean, kind of like running into you again. You're like, oh yeah, the SQT guy. You know what I mean? Forge. And you're like,
yeah.
like, oh, I don't do Forge anymore. It's actually, industry, Threadworks, and whatever.
It's crazy how small the circles are.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like especially in this city, like, I mean, we said it before, but like it's the biggest, smallest city. And then, I mean, hearing your story, aside from the different branches and getting pumped in the chest, but like between OB and kind of like early young days in Orange County and stuff like that, like there's a lot of similarities for sure.
Yeah, I've always been a pirate. There's a reason I brought you guys the pirate jersey.
Yeah,
that's badass, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I always say there's like a spectrum for team guys between like scholar and pirate, and the officers are full scholar, and the E5 Mafia is full pirate.
Yep.
You need both though.
There's
to be
guys
honest.
in the spectrum. There's guys in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like there were Chris Kyle kind of put it out there, back in the day, and Chris and I knew each other because we served together in Ramadi. But what am I thinking of with the Catholic Church in England, and they're
sending the privateers off.
No, like it's like the Red Cross with the white flag. The
Templars.
Yeah, like more like kind of like Templar status.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of back in the day for the hyper religious guys. And obviously fighting Islam and that whole thing. But yeah, there was kind of the three. I mean, you guys are definitely the pirates.
Yeah.
And then there was the Templars, and then there was the.
Well, that's kind of how the teams operate. Like you need the pipe hitters, you need the pirates, but also a platoon of pirates left to their own devices. So like, you're just gonna go full pirate.
Well, we did that.
Yeah.
SEAL Team 5 Foxtrot platoon.
Is that the Thailand guys or the?
No, that was my platoon. Well, our sister platoon got rolled up. We got away with it. We got rolled up with them. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's a great example of it. Like you need a little bit of both. You need to be able to articulate and speak both languages in order to effectively get done what needs to get done. It's a very unique mix. But man, when you can blend those things, it's such a fucking powerful asset.
A little bit
Such
cop, a little
powerful
bit
tool.
criminal sometimes.
Yeah. And I think the acumen from being entrepreneurs, being fathers as you guys are, and still somewhat making a name for yourself and holding a good reputation and not going off the rails like a lot of other guys have, and still kind of maintaining that, and it's actually just being self-aware.
A lot of it's just luck and timing though too, man. There's been a lot of times I know in my own life where like I could have gone, I was doing some pirate shit. Well, the statute of limitations is not up on this, so I won't go into details, but I was doing some pirate shit. Yeah. And just by just missed by fucking inches, a whole different life.
Yeah.
And I think everybody goes through that,
Right,
we're
yeah.
like, fuck, man. It's just like, there's certain moments you're like, wow. Thank you, God. I don't know whatever path I'm supposed to be on, but I guess I'm meant to do something else. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna keep fucking doing it.
Yeah.
But it's that delicate mix of like,
It's a very
we're
delicate
around the
mix.
line.
And sometimes like I even feel like I'm on the right normal path, but like I get that itch every now and then to like be
Burn it
a
all
pirate
down.
again.
Yeah, dude.
And be a pirate for
Habitual line stepper.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm
But,
like, can I just be a pirate for a weekend?
What's Cav's quote? Opportunity knocks and temptation leans on the doorbell.
He's got such great one-liners, bro.
But he's always been that way. If people think
Totally.
like Cav's putting on like,
No.
he's been
Like he's sitting up nights writing fucking material.
No.
He's been that way from day one.
Yeah.
And that's good to hear because I've had
Yeah.
a lot of guys, reach out to me from my end of the circle in the Army, and they're like, "Dude, what's up with this Cav guy?"
Dude, he's so
Because,
man, I love Cav.
from an outsider's perspective, some people think that like he's a douchebag, but
No.
he's the least douchebag guy that I know.
No.
And now he's an impeccable father. He's got a great wife. He's got a great life, and he's lived a motherfucking life.
He doesn't lie about any of his shortcomings. He's like, hey, man, here's where I fucked up.
Yeah.
And here's where to learn from
I
it.
talked to Cav because I wanted to do a few podcasts. I wanted to like tell my story a little bit. And he was like, yeah, dude, do it. Just be honest and own it,
Yeah.
And, like, that's the only way to live it, really.
It makes you bulletproof, dude.
It's too hard to, like, remember the details and make shit up anyways for me, dude.
I know, right?
It's way easier to just tell you, I had an affair in Thailand. Yeah, I got shot growing weed in Humboldt. And then I had to, like, reset, move in with mom in Maui, and hard reset,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in a two-story Ohana in Kihei. Like,
But I think there's so many people that they're afraid to do that because they're hanging on to mediocrity when they could do something exceptional and like, well, but what if? And like, dude, fuck, what if you have to move back in with your mom? What if you have to fucking go live in a van? What if you have to fucking like burn your life down?
Right.
There are moments where you kind of like, if you want to evolve, like you got to shed your old skin.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
got to take
happens,
that
man.
leap. But that leap is so scary when you have fucking a paycheck coming in every 1st and 15th and your fucking healthcare is taken care of. And it's like, it's fucking terrifying.
It's harder to do too when you have real responsibilities like kids, mortgage, like business shit. Like it gets harder and harder to do. So I think if anybody's listening, it's like, if you're even contemplating taking that leap, fucking scratch the itch. Scratch the fucking itch. Do it when you're younger. Try it out. See what happens. It's a different story when you have like actual adult responsibilities. Kids.
Responsibilities is huge.
It's a whole different thing, man. It's a whole different world, and that's because you're not just thinking about yourself. You have to think about everybody else that's entangled in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just different, man. But
hey, do we want to break and then come back and wrap this up with reconnecting with the wife? And
I'm super curious about.
I'm like, on the cusp of getting there.
I'm super curious about that. Yeah. Clap out.
Clap in, clap off.
And then we got time. Clapping. We're officially clapping back in.
We're
wipers.
God bless anybody still listening. You've been through a lot,
I think our listeners have come to expect that we have a significant amount of side quests.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
poquito.
it's a funny podcast too. Like I said, man, I was laughing through all the ones I saw.
Shit, I need a fresh glass. I'll just
One
have.
more, why not?
Can you pour a little more?
No.
Here's something to share with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We need to get
Thank you.
we need to get some more glasses, some little tasters or something.
We need our own custom graves, I think.
Well, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I think so.
It's extra.
That'd be a nice, that'd be a nice little, some engraved little taster glasses for our Patreon crew.
Yeah, these are $3.99 each. You got to buy us some.
No, I meant like the little tasters, for the side pour, and you just have a little whiskey.
We got coasters that we're coming out with.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
all
that's
the,
all good shit for Patreon.
All the drinking accoutrements.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we're officially clapped back in.
And where the hell was I?
Getting out to Hawaii. So to really like hard reset, I'd been shot, wrapped up my time in the military, made a lot of bad decisions, and I was like, I gotta start making some good decisions now, especially since I'm alive and I feel like life is a beautiful gift. Like,
Pull that up a little bit if you don't mind.
there
you go.
Let's do something with it, So my mom has been in Maui / the Big Island for about 30 years now, I think.
Oh, wow.
Kihei, and they have like these 2-story ohanas where it's like 2 independent living situations, but it's one house. So like you share a washer and dryer, but you have 2 kitchens and whatnot. So we're out
what
there.
island is this on?
Maui. Yeah,
Okay.
Maui.
It's the
I think
only
this
Hawaiian
is-
island I like.
It's a good one, dude. I love Maui.
I've never been to any.
I've never
of them.
been.
Oh, they're
I've
all
been to
beautiful.
Oahu, but I've never been to Maui.
I've been to all the
Yeah.
other ones, and
Maui is the one where the big fucking fire was, right?
Lahaina.
Yeah.
I just spend my money in Mexico, but I need to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii's beautiful.
Yeah.
You
Paradise
definitely
is
dig
cool.
it. You definitely dig it.
Yeah.
you got to do the drive. What's it called?
Road to Hana.
Road to Hana.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Fucking wild. You only want to do it once, though.
Yeah, you don't need to do it weekly.
No.
I've lived in Maui and I've been there like 3 times, but every time it's special. It's like a 4-hour drive through the jungle, like coastal jungle.
It's a crazy drive, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
So what made you kind of tap out of OB and want to go to Hawaii?
Yeah, I didn't get paid on the farm and ran out of money.
Yeah, disparity.
That's a real easy one.
Yeah.
I did early sign up for GI Bill. Started. I had very little college, like some college courses and whatever credits you get for being active duty military. I think it's a few. Some colleges recognize
Yeah, it's
it.
like 7.
Yeah, so I had 7. I did take like AP classes in high school. I don't know if you remember that. Like AP Euro and whatever.
I was AP history and English,
go.
definitely
Yeah,
not
yeah.
math.
I'm a history buff, dude. I love talking about the Crusades.
Me
When you
too.
said Templars, I was like, let's go. And
That's why I love going to Greece.
Fucking dive deep
I
into
always
that
say,
shit.
like, my heritage is Catholic, like to bring us back to spirituality. And like, who am I to break that lineage of my grandpa who went to Catholic church? My grandpa literally worked for the archdiocese as a contractor, like building churches and
Oh, shit.
I thought you were going to say like a bishop or some shit.
No.
Like,
He was,
shit.
He was a carpenter.
He was a
and-
cardinal. No big deal.
He was a carpenter building Catholic high schools and churches. So
Well, that's
like,
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, my
Jesus
family
is a
is.
carpenter too.
Yeah, I'm Austrian and Italian. You said something about Austrian skiing. I'm like, those could be my cousins, dude. My family's from Vienna, and I'm talking like 1920s, not like hundreds of years. Like,
Yeah, I was stationed in Europe my first 4
Gotcha.
years, and as opposed to being the Xbox guy, I traveled.
have you ever
That's right.
seen? You've been to Cologne or Heidelberg? Any of the? Dude, how could you see
Heidelberg's insane,
the?
dude.
Insane,
Yeah.
dude. I remember taking the tour of the castle as a frogman. I'm like, this would be hard to attack today. Like
Yeah.
if you took away airstrikes and you had to come on Humvees, for your or Toyota Hiluxes,
Yeah.
it would not be easy to like.
Even if Fiddly
Dude,
Cal
listen.
ain't doing dick.
Siege
No.
warfare,
yeah, dude.
say you motherfuckers throw up a fucking ladder and try and climb up that
And
bitch.
it's like cobblestone, and you can only imagine like blood on those streets and stuff. Like
Slick.
it's steep. Yeah,
Yeah.
they knew what they were doing. Those
Yeah.
Germans know warfare.
They're like,
for
bring
sure.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Bring it, bitches.
no
I think
doubt
World War
about
II
that,
kind of
yeah.
proved that.
I mean, ask the Ottoman Turks if you look into history. you
Yeah.
know, there's a reason they stopped in Vienna and Germany. They're all built on top of mountains next to a river. It's like I
Yeah.
got a water source. You're gonna store wheat and livestock in the castle and ring the bells. Everybody comes inside and come fight us. You
Okay,
know?
so as fucking Americans, and this is going to be my last little side quest.
Yeah.
As fucking Americans, I was in Afghanistan. I was up in the Kunar Valley, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
way up in the mountains. We were at 8,000, 7,000 like baseline, climbing up to fucking 10, 11,000. And they put every single one of our bases down in the bottom of the valleys. And I'm like, can we take a lesson from the fucking Germans and the
We're
Austrians?
going to get rocketed, you
and
fucks.
put it at the highest peak and make it the hardest thing to get to. Like, but you always tell us to take the high ground, but now you put
Right.
us at the low ground. Like, there's a reason why Restrepo and all these Medal of Honors are being taken out of there because you set us up for failure.
Yeah.
Right.
What? Because it's too expensive to put a HESCO on top of a mountain?
Yeah, no shit.
All right, I'm done.
Just
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
a 47 full of fucking HESCO barriers and
And then
Yeah.
you got a bunch of retards with shovels, e-tools, trying to fill them up.
It'll
That's going
happen.
to take
I mean,
months.
rocks work too.
Rocks work too.
I mean,
Yeah.
But then they turn into shrapnel.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I do miss the HESCO gardens. When plants start growing out of them, and to like touch back on OB and cannabis.
Fucking weed.
We had a cannabis plant growing out of a HESCO, and I was like, this is cool.
Like anybody seeing this
I'm just like,
in Afghanistan?
I'm like, yeah, in
or
Afghanistan.
no poppy?
No poppy. No, I didn't even know what poppy was until like later. My buddy's like, I'm like, oh, that shit's everywhere, dude. Like that's poppy.
Yeah. I got photos of me laying down in weed
Yeah,
fields.
Yeah. I don't have photos, but I've been there.
Yeah.
Like a dog in grass that won't come out.
I know a few team guys that brought some seeds back.
Yeah.
And decided to I guess earn their green thumb.
That's literally the plot to that movie Savages with John Travolta and what's his face? You know what I'm talking about?
No shit, really?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
funny movie.
I gotta check that out.
So anyways, yeah, staying on track here, side quests apart. Get back to Hawaii, living with mom out there, and my stepfather, Brad, who passed away, rest his soul. And basically helping mom take care of him. He was on his way out. And I was working for my buddy at this kayak company called Ohana Ocean Adventures. And I was doing ocean kayak tours. So it's like we would go out, set anchor. It was literally an OTB every day. And I felt very prepared for this,
Yeah.
ORM and whatnot, life preservers, snorkel mat. It felt like the coolest frogman stuff I could do without getting shot at, honestly. So we'd take him out to this reef, this little turtle reef in McKenna. We'd launch out of McKenna Landing, drop anchor, tie up all the kayaks. They go snorkel. Like, oh, there's a turtle here. There's, a stingray.
And they're all floating face down.
Yeah, and they can't get like 3 feet down.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people could, and the people that could had a great time on my tour. There was a time on TripAdvisor, to give my buddy Curtis the plug. It was the #1 rated tour in Hawaii, or in Maui at least. Yeah. He had like numerous 5-star reviews. We had these clear bottom kayaks. So you're going over the reef and like a turtle swims around. I've had humpback whales in whale season come under me. Dude, talk about a spiritual experience. Their eye is like that freaking big, and it's a mammal. It's not like looking at a bird.
It's like looking in your dog's eye.
But it's huge.
Yeah.
And it looks right back at you, and you're like, man, this is wild.
That's sick.
And then you're in the water with them, and they sing to each other. They can sing like hundreds of miles away. When you're 30 feet away from him, it's like boiling the water.
Wow.
It's like
moving.
It's
like vibrates.
You're talking about like harmonies. It moves through your whole body, and you're like, dude, am I getting eaten by this thing? Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
It's humbling.
And yeah, no, for real.
What a cool experience.
And then it kind of blew my mind because you're hearing like a low and a high really pitch one. I'm like, they're so big, dude. You'd think it'd be like more low pitch, It sounded like dolphin-y to me.
Like a big old black, like baritone kind of vibe.
Right. And then it clicked. I'm like, Maui is like a nursery for the humpback whales. That's where they come to breed. They don't eat at all when they're in there. They do all their eating up the coast of Alaska and stuff. They come there, they give birth, the baby feeds on it. And I'm hearing a calf singing to its mom. I'm like, this is wild.
That's so sick.
And when those things breach, right? So they jump and breach. It's like a gunshot, dude. It sounds like 5.56 going off. And then like, yeah, and when you're in the water, you hear that. You're like, who's throwing depth charges? You're like getting shocked.
Shit.
So
that's crazy.
Obviously, as you can tell, I'm stoked in Hawaii. I was having a great time. I was making good money. I was doing photography. I was getting tipped, and then I had a paycheck just for running my tour,
Yeah.
And this is like $10.99 through my buddy Curtis. And it was beautiful. It did that for the better part of a year. And I'm maybe like 5 or 6 months into Hawaii. My mom, me and my ex-wife aren't even talking. She had a restraining order against me. It went like that volatile. Looking back on, like I said, ex-husband's out of his mind,
Yeah.
And that was me. So it's like,
So you couldn't even reach out?
I couldn't even reach out. Yeah.
Wow. So how bad was that, knowing that your daughter was growing up?
Yeah, absolute worst. It's the absolute worst.
Yeah.
And it was even gnarly in Hawaii because, I'm still a man. I still got urges and desires. I'm going on dates and stuff, and they start asking you about it. You go on your third date. Oh, you got kids? Yeah, I got kids. Where are your kids? Are they here on the island?
You're like, I don't know.
They're in California. Oh, when do you talk to them? Like, pretty much never. So it's like.
Yeah.
Do you find there's a lot of gay guys that care about that?
No, not really.
He's such a faggot.
They're mostly, I think girth.
Sorry. Couldn't resist.
Length. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Remember, did I caveat that in the beginning? It's like, oh yeah, your deployments of fleet, those don't count. So I come back to my wife one day, I'm like, babe, turns out I'm gay. I never deployed, and paintball is also gay. I'm like, I never thought so.
She's like, get the fuck out.
That's what my LPO just told me, my chief, and all my older guys.
Yeah, that's what they're there for. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. So yeah.
That's how you know you're in.
And because you do photography as well, right, Nick?
Yeah, it's kind of my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So I started doing photos early, like 12.
Dude.
And I transitioned. I want to do everything underwater now. Like I honestly this is one of the I guess talking points in this podcast where I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because I'm filming a underwater documentary next month.
Nice.
Over at Catalina with a bunch of veterans
for
kind of PTSD therapy and underwater stuff. And the second that I started scuba diving and going underwater is the second that I found just a whole lot of peace.
Yeah.
Everything's so quiet down there. It's so beautiful. It's its own ecosystem.
Right.
So yeah, I'm fired up about it.
Dude, harmony. There's a reason the frogmen are the coolest, man. We do it all. Scuba diving.
Except for land nav.
I got my scuba qual through the teams,
Yeah.
Like Draeger, open second. It's always fun to like go to a dive shop and flex. Be like, do you guys rent any rebreathers by chance? They're like, why would you need a rebreather? Funny you ask. Like, if you ever need
scare the fish away.
Is it Alcatraz near here?
But I've always wanted to go spearfishing on rebreather, and everybody's like, dude, that's such a no-no. Like that's
that's cheating.
I'm like, I'm just trying to put fish on the table, bro. I love ahi. I love, mahi. I would love to just sling one of those and bring it in.
Well, we can get you in with Kinetic, but
Dude, yeah, that's Speedo too, right?
Apparently, I don't know.
Okay, maybe there's some beef there.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Kinetic
there's not
Spearfishing
beef. I know that
sponsored.
they're tight, but I do think that Andy and Blake now have a maybe a business relationship.
Gotcha.
Like a collab or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not well known, but every time Buta goes out with Blake, he comes back with a 200-pound fucking bluefin.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Andy's connected with an insane amount of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andy just loves eating healthy meat and slaying it himself.
I invited him out on the boat with us yesterday, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm packing for fucking Alaska." I'm like, "You motherfucker! How long does that take? Like 3 fucking
Tristan.
minutes?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, "How long?" I'm like, "You've done this probably a million times. How long does it take you to pack?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, man." He's like, I need a day. You know,
Should it be
everybody-
like an A bag and a B bag and C bag?
yeah.
It's
well,
because he
everybody-
doesn't want to drive from Arkansas.
What?
Yeah.
It's because he doesn't want to drive from Arkansas.
Andy?
Well, Alpine.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, but there's something to be said with needing that day of decompression and that Sunday that everybody needs before the week starts. And
His
I think that's
schedule's
kind of where he
crazy,
was.
dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't get that with
Yeah.
you guys. I got a plate full of work, then it's like, hey, podcast. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. But then also boat
Show
day
up,
yesterday.
be normal, be funny.
Yeah.
So
Come on!
dance, monkey.
Tell stories, clown.
Make me a bike, clown.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for getting that one. I gotta say, dude, Kevin's comedic timing. You could do stand up, man. I would go to your show.
Oh,
if you're
fuck,
ever like,
dude.
I'm doing a nice stand up, I'm there.
I keep telling motherfuckers keep telling me I need to go do like open mic or some
Why
shit,
not?
and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like, if I bomb, it's gonna be a huge ego.
You'll bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody bombs.
Everybody
You'll bomb.
bombs.
I mean, dude,
I feel like you're the tee-up guy.
yeah.
Well, but you couldn't bomb worse than that comedian that we saw at that one thing together, and she was so bad.
Which one was that?
It was the one in PB. I don't want to get too specific.
Oh
but
yeah. That
she
was fucking horrible.
So not
Yeah.
funny. Not
Well,
funny.
I will say I got probably the biggest props you can get. I was from Joe Rogan. Actually, he was like, "Bro, he's like, you should probably look into that." He goes,
No
"You're."
shit.
He goes, "I was like,
well, he would know.
yeah,
You would know.
like, fuck,
That's good props.
yeah."
Dude, I think actually between you and Gut, if they threw you up at the mothership for one of those little open mic nights, but if you two like fed off of each other,
Yeah.
Dude, I keep checking Ritland's stack for his podcast to see when yours is coming out. I
Nice.
can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did Ritland.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that'll
cool.
be.
Mic
Well,
drop.
I know. Fuck, we just said his name.
Johnny Collins.
Johnny just had his. I almost called him Red Man. But yeah, Red Watch. I just noticed his is out, and I think he went on like 2 weeks before me, so it should be
Okay.
getting close.
should be right there
Yeah.
because it dropped and Red Watch is
Blowing up.
doing good because of it.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's the man.
Yeah, good dude. Funny enough, like full story back to Maui, right? I got to do a deer hunt, access deer hunt out there through the Navy SEAL Foundation and wing shooters. Greg McCullen, amazing guy. We mentioned him earlier. Beyond
Navy
the
SEAL Foundation or SFF?
SEAL Future Foundation.
Yeah,
Thank
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Those guys
Yeah.
are dope, man.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
bad with that. SEAL
No,
Future Foundation.
but dude, they both do good shit, but I think SEAL Future Foundation, they kind of get lumped in with the Navy SEAL Foundation because
Right,
nobody
right.
really.
Everybody does and
Understands or-
everyone's
yeah.
animosity
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Every other, and I know this firsthand, every other 501c3 out there that tailors to SEALs is jealous of the Navy SEAL Foundation. Also,
They
because
got
they have
money.
like a $5 million building right outside of Petco.
Well, the SFF's app, I wasn't on it for a long time. I'm on it, but I'm like, I get pinged from it. That app is built out, dude. Like, there's
Oh,
a
it's
ton of
awesome! It
resources
is
on that
fucking
app.
amazing.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job
Yeah.
with that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
the
you on their
resources.
No.
You
not
gotta check
to
it out, man.
connect.
Yeah, SFF app, like it's just
It's almost to the point where you don't want to keep getting notifications from it, but every time you open some shit up, you're like, "Oh fuck, there's a hunting trip."
Dude,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, there's this.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
Lot
job
of
openings
connectivity
here.
there.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
Where was
really
that
good
when I
job of
was
it.
slacklining in OB, you know?
Right, yeah.
Could have used that. I probably wouldn't have ended up shot in Humboldt, you know?
Yeah, well,
So-
they're one of our clients too. We do fulfillment for them. All their stuff
nice.
is literally
Yeah.
right on the side of the door there.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, we'll just edit that part
Killing
out
some
where,
deer.
where I said the wrong name. But
No,
Seal,
it's great.
Seal Future Foundation, they took care of me, man. I was already in Hawaii. I got a call from Cav. He's like, hey, bro, you're in Hawaii, right? You got a Hawaiian ID? I'm like, yeah, I sure do. Called my Mahalo rewards card. And he's like, you want to go access deer hunting on private land? I'm like, say less, dude. Where's it at? You know who I got to talk to? Who do I got to call? And I'm on the phone, call Greg. He's like, I'm going to come out. I got the rifle. We're shooting 6.5 PRC. Like, that's an absolute cannon of a round.
Dude, it's a fucking
laser
laser
beam,
beam,
I'm like,
dude.
you
Laser
could drop
beam.
an elephant with that, and I'm shooting access deer. Don't get very big, you know. They're not elk, you know. Did that hunt with them, got meat, ate it that day, and that's going to be on the Outdoor Channel. So
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that was a fun.
That's
experience.
killer.
Through those guys and the wing shooters, so definitely give them a shout out. If you can connect with those guys and you're a team guy or whatever, you're going through some PTSD and you want to be around guns again in a good setting, because not all guys do. Get
Yeah.
out there and shoot. They're invasive. The deer are invasive. I didn't shoot some trophy buck. I shot a little doe, but it was meat. We ate it, you know.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
What's that shit taste like?
Dude, it's
Like
good.
deer?
Yeah, like deer. Yeah. Like,
Well, no, I say that comically, but I mean, some like whitetail and shit is very gamey. Versus you get like elk is fucking amazing,
This
dude.
is-
It's like, dude, this is
Elk
better
is
than
dialed.
beef.
yeah.
Elk and buffalo are probably
Yeah.
top 2 proteins.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I would say on the other side, yeah, like really good. And we had a campfire there. We hunted out of a cabin on private land, and this is a cattle ranch. And they got like Wagyu beef cattle, and these are like cattle that I'm told are like $10,000 a head.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, I accidentally shot a cow.
It's funny you say that. I had one in my sight picture, and when you just see brown and you're kind of hyped to kill stuff, I was like, oh, I got one. And I'm like, ooh, that's not the
Let
right
me
thing.
dial back
I
on
didn't-
this.
I didn't send it, thank God. But yeah, I
That's
definitely saw
awesome,
that.
though.
Definitely saw that. And no, we put down 2 deer. I got a doe. Greg got a buck.
Is it Greg Froelich?
No, Greg McClellan.
Okay.
He's on the board of Beyond the Brotherhood and Wing Shooters.
Okay.
And he's connected with this SFF guys. But yeah, and they showed me how to skin it. Like I kind of knew, but I wouldn't say I'm proficient. And that's part of the reason I never hunted. I'm like,
That's what I need now.
You know what I mean? I was like, I don't really know how to skin it, gut it. I'm from Orange County, like Laguna Beach, you know?
That's what I tell
Like we
everybody.
don't do chainsaws, we don't hunt, we do MMA, paintball, dirt biking, surfing.
Yeah.
Like that's what we do. You
Yeah.
know, like so if that's not what you're calling me for, just call somebody else.
Yeah, I hunt at Vaughn's.
Yeah, there you go. yeah. Chipotle.
I got
mean
a
shot at
farm
Chipotle.
in Tennessee that my grandmother left to me and my 2 brothers, and we used to take we used to go out there for Thanksgiving every year, and I took my twin boys, and my one son Gavin gets a doe first fucking trigger pull.
Nice.
And I mean, this was a working farm at one point. And he's just like, we go over there. He's like posing with the pictures and shit with a 30-30 that I got my first deer
Lever
kill
action?
on.
No
Lever action
way.
30-30
Nice.
with a scope. He fucking drilled this thing. Fucking go in there. Fucking cut the neck open, make him drink the blood. No, I'm just kidding. No, but dude, we go up to the house, and he goes, my son's like, what do we do now? I'm like, well, you're gonna wait here. I go up to the house, grab the 4-wheeler, fucking come down. I'm like, we're not dragging this motherfucker out by hand. Like, hook it up, take it back to the house, dude. Haul the thing up, and I have like flashbacks of when we used to kill pigs and cattle and shit with my grandparents. It was a working farm, and so dude, we haul this motherfucker up, put it on the spreader bar, sitting there, skinning it out, and Gavin, I'm like, Gavin, come down here and check this out. And I'm having Ethan and Gavin, both my boys down there. I'm like, hey, come check this out. Dude, he comes down, and I'm like, give him some rubber gloves. I'm like, hey, pull out the entrails, and dude, he's like, just like,
Do it, new guy.
just trying to, and dude, he's like, I don't feel good. I'm like, all right. I'm like fucking clean this thing out, and like,
That's
yeah,
cool
they were,
heritage, though, man.
yeah, they were definitely like, they were game until they, the smell and everything else. They're
Well,
like,
nobody likes to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
good shit though.
Yeah.
When you
Good
gonna
deer.
go hunting again?
Yeah, good question. I got invited out to an elk hunt, but I've been just doing so much with the paintball thing and trying to get back into the apparel world. I'm like, I can't add another hobby right now. You know?
I don't recommend getting back.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But I got mixed feelings about it. You know, part of me wants to still just go all in on it and see where it goes.
It's fun. I do enjoy it. I say that in jest, but like,
it is fun.
I do really enjoy it. It's such a cool like product because it's ubiquitous across like so many different aspects of like everything in life. But it's also like logistically, fuck, like you said.
Nightmare, yeah.
But
it's
you've
a
probably
fucking
seen
hard-
it come full circle too. Like the questions people ask you all the time. You're probably like, yeah, I learned that lesson about fucking 30 years ago, or maybe not 30, but 20 years ago probably. And you see what works, what doesn't work,
Yeah.
so.
It's getting
I would think
close,
some of that
man.
shit's got to be rewarding, where you're like, well, you take somebody under your wing and go, look, dumbass. Not
The most
that you're
rewarding like part of like apparel that I did is I was active duty when the UBL raid happened and they killed bin Laden. And I had a friend that was on the raid at the time, and I felt so fucking privileged.
Oh yeah, that was a dope shirt, dude.
And I came out with a shirt that
that was you?
Yeah,
The underside?
no, so
okay.
that's Ert, but mine was the whole like daytime group, like the military daytime group, with a 10-digit grid like to the location, and it had like a dash and it said STS and then CIA. And had like the anniversary and like all that stuff, but it was like no civilian would know what this fucking means,
That's awesome though.
right?
It was
Like
dope.
Because
none.
when you see people like say you wear that shit to an airport,
It's one of
and
those
people
if
just
you
look
know
at you,
you
you're just
knows.
like,
Yeah.
And then back when I was, hand fulfilling orders and folding everything, I had about 40 orders from Virginia Beach.
right.
And
You know
I'm
where
like,
those going to. Yeah.
I know where this is going
Yeah.
to. And there was, I think I probably sold like 800 units of that shirt.
They put a little handwritten and thank you card in there.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
that's like the rewarding aspect of it. It's like, I fucking nailed this.
That is
that's it. The connections. That's what I
Yeah.
love about it. It's not the logistics are at this point, whatever, because we have that pretty well handled. But what I do enjoy about it is the connections that we made, the people that we have contact with. We get to see inside of so many different companies. A lot of people we don't even work with directly, but we talk with them. And we get to kind of like have very unique conversations with them. And I feel very privileged that we're able to have these conversations with a lot of like these like brands that people listening definitely have in their fucking closets. And I love that and be able to talk with them and ask them questions. Say, hey, how things going? What are you seeing working? This is our problem. Like, how are you solving this? And like, oh, we have a solution for this. And we trade info. Like that's what I love about it. It's been really cool and rewarding from that aspect. The money thing, I mean, if people are getting into apparel for money, there's way easier ways to make money.
Yeah.
Way fucking easier.
I mean, I told you
OnlyFans.
the other night at dinner, it's kind of like your modern day business card, a shirt, hat, and a
Exactly.
hoodie. Because it's like my brand, Just Us, we weren't just apparel. Like we also did videography. We did Instagram stuff, like social media. My generation's a lot different. And Nick, you could probably attest, like being a content creator on OnlyFans, obviously, but other platforms, because there's Twitch, there's Kick now, there's YouTube streaming. Like there's real careers in that. And I've always had this idea of being like, maybe I'm not going to hit it big, but I'll learn and I can consult or I can help somebody else start a business. And then, it just comes back to you in weird ways.
Well, you had a community around
for sure,
that whole thing too, which
Yeah,
is a
paintball.
huge piece of it. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like a B tier SEAL, definitely solid tier 3 operator. But in the paintball world, they're like, he's our Navy SEAL. I'm like the champion
Yeah, yeah.
of like
Yeah.
You're the goat.
paintballers
Yeah.
that actually went to war and
That's
stuff.
a great
Yeah.
intersection,
So
man.
I'm like, hey, bro, if we take fire, if troops in contact, Derek's the squad leader of the paintball militia, Like,
So one last question before we definitely get to your story, because we've again gone off topic, but have you seen,
Surprise.
was there like a degradation and now like a resurgence in the popularity of paintball? Because I know the airsoft is definitely taking it up, right?
Yeah,
And
well.
I am relatively notorious, at least in the military industry, of being a big fuck you to airsofters, because I grew up paintballing,
Right.
and
Same.
the honor system fucking is retarded to me. Yeah, it's gay. Like, I want to see
Doesn't
you
work.
with yellow on your fucking face
Right,
mask. But have you seen a big resurgence and or like money coming into the industry again?
It ebbs and flows. It's a lot to do with just kind of the scene at the local paintball fields. So there's SC Village out in Corona. There's Hollywood Sports that's up in Bellflower. There's a new field that just opened in Lakeside. So it's really the health of the fields drives the whole industry,
Okay.
because that's what does paint sales. The cool thing about paintball for the industry is paint is a consumable. You know what I mean? Every time you're shooting that trigger, you're shooting
That's your dollar signs.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's just less expensive than
people are making money. But
It
then,
all comes
shooting
down to
bullets.
logistics, dude.
yeah, an SF guy told me one time, it's always stuck with me in business. He's like, amateurs talk tactics and pros talk logistics. And I'm like, damn,
Yep.
because I don't know shit about logistics.
Yeah.
It's just math, dude. You already do. You do know
Yeah, yeah.
logistics. Like it's not complicated math. It's just that most people would rather focus on other stuff.
Right.
It's just
It's
I
not
see
sexy.
it. I see
It's not sexy.
paintball.
That's the key.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of things that aren't sexy, and looking at it now, what I know about media and like Hollywood and things like that, I learned in college the Netflix effect. No American give a flying fuck about Formula One until the fucking Formula One like series, and now they're doing it with every other sport that didn't really have that much of a following, to include golf. Now it's called swing. And now all of a sudden you're seeing this massive uprise, and like now Formula One's coming to Vegas. Now we have NASCAR on North Island next year.
Yeah.
And so it just takes finding those special characters with a proper production crew to tell those stories and make it sexy.
You got to tell a good story.
Totally.
Yeah, and then that's when the branding, that's when the sponsorship comes in. Like it's a very, it's not a hard ecosystem to nail. You just have to try to figure out how to make somebody give a fuck about it.
Well, that's the. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's the very primal thing. It's like storytelling around a campfire is a very fucking primal thing. We've evolved into like an operation, but that's what it comes down to. That's what humans connect with, like stories with other people, and that's what we had that's in our fucking DNA, is stories with other people and connecting with other people. Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to be a storyteller. Like, I mean, from day one, I wanted to be a photojournalist.
Nice.
And the world didn't work out that way, and now it is, right? Because I golf scholarship, pissed away, tried to do photojournalism, didn't check out, turned into the military. But then I got back into journalism, well, at least the media and the arts. But then I realized, like, you can't really properly tell a story with photos anymore. And so that's when I taught myself video. And so now with telling video, now I realize how much leverage you can have on any single brand that you have a conversation with, because now you can tell their story, just like a podcast and just like the documentaries that I've done and just like all these other things and passion projects that I want to do. It's telling these stories, which is now uplifting everybody else. And now if I can pull in all these different brands and entities that are all along the same mindset, fucking home run.
Yeah.
Have you read the book? I think it's called Sapiens. It's basically like a brief history of humankind. This would be a very short side quest, but so essentially, human evolution we've been around for, I mean, depending on who you want to talk to, either 6,000 years or tens of thousands of years or millions of years, whatever. But there's a very distinct evolution of our evolution is basically a fucking hockey stick. And the caveat, the catalyst to that was written language. And that's why, because think about this, before you have written language, you can only learn one lifetime.
Right.
And you have stories, but there's a limit to how far you can tell with like oral stories. But once we evolved to written language, now you can stack lifetimes of knowledge on it. That's when humans started to evolve, once we had written language. So books are another thing. Video is the next logical progression to that.
Out.
So now we're seeing the evolution of this, which coincides with AI. The learning that we're doing as a species is fucking like incredible right now.
Yeah. And I feel like it almost gets delayed, right? Because early on when it was just language and song, now you have the telephone game problem. right? Where it's like grandma's not going to tell the same fucking story every fucking time down. And by the time it gets 2 generations down, it's not the fucking same story at all.
Yeah.
Written
Not the same
language
recipe.
changed all that. But now we got motherfucking AI, and that's like showing like Trump jerking off Biden, and it's like that didn't happen either. But
Yeah,
you know, so like now it's almost like too smart, like for its own good. But let's just pray that we can kind of
Hopefully we don't get the Cyberdyne System Model T1000. The fucking
Right.
when the what's the Skynet? We get Skyneted, or the fucking AI takes over the fucking world, and
Probably gonna happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're already saying it's trying to fucking.
yeah.
All right, when do you leave Hawaii?
But in the meantime, we're in Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, taking pictures of turtles.
Derek's like,
in the Canary Reef.
what? Huh?
No, I told you in the beginning, dude. Universal Soldier, so just a bunch of jack dudes on steroids. Terminator 2 and
There you
Charlie
go.
Sheen.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm-
Full circle.
I'm still you gotta watch all of this. But photography, right? I really knew it was gonna work with me and my wife again because we started talking. My mom was doing a lot of work to mend that relationship because she wants to see her grandchild, and she knows that you give me enough time. I always tell my friends, like, stay tuned, I'm never out of the fight,
Yeah.
Same thing in paintball, because you play 5-on-5 and it comes down to a 1-on-1 sometimes, or even a 1-on-2 or 1-on-3. I'm like, just give me a chance to win the game. Like, you never know. I might pull something out. I might pull a hat trick out. And I was doing a lot of photography. My wife is like, I want to see you. I want you to see Kaylee. Like, so ex-wife at this time. We start talking again through just phone chat, whatever, FaceTime. And she's like, you look like you're doing well. I'm like, yeah, I'm living in Hawaii, making great money. Like, got tan. I'm working out every day because it's my job to kayak and carry kayaks and put them on a truck. She came out on 3 days' notice. She's like, I'm coming to visit you.
What made her reach out? Was it because of your mom?
I think my
Yeah.
mom talking to
That's
her
good.
and talking on the ground. Yeah, mom put in work. So
And how old was Kaylee at the time?
about 8. I think
Okay.
8 now.
So
Yeah.
she's starting to ask
Starting to ask,
questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 11 now. She'll be 12 in November. Goes to school out here in Lakeside. So they came out 3 days' notice, did my tour with me, saw turtles, got pictures of turtles with them. And she goes back home. She's like, all right, I'm going back to California. We have a house not too far down the road in Santee, like El Cajon area. And there was this foundation, the Pacific Whale Foundation. They do a calendar every year, and there's a photography contest. And it's like marine mammals or marine life. And I'm like, dude, I got like 1,000 pictures of turtles. So I picked my 3 favorite turtle pictures, and it was like a cash prize contest. You get to be in the calendar. And I was like, hey, babe, these are the 3 that I like the best. Which one do you like? And the one I wouldn't have picked, she's like, you should do that one. That's like your most artistic photo. You should submit that one. And I was like, all right. I had ones that I thought were a lot cooler. I had ones that, like, it's a turtle cleaning station, so the fish literally come and
And pick off
nibble
them
on it. Like, that's a real thing. I thought it was BS until I saw it every day.
until Finding Nemo.
Dude, it's literally like they like pull off and the fish stay there and they're like nibble, nibble, nibble,
Yeah.
pull off.
Oh wow.
It's like a car wash for turtles.
NASCAR pit stop, dude.
And she's like, you should use this one. Like, no other fish in it. It was just a turtle, but it was really cool lighting and like it was reflected off the water.
Get the beams.
Right.
Yeah.
It had the beams and all that. And it got picked. I was a finalist in this contest. I'm in the calendar for
Oh, that's cool.
2022 or whatever. And I'm like, that, not that it matters, but that like put a stamp on my photography.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, people enjoy my photography.
Yeah.
This is cool,
You need that validation,
Yeah.
especially
and
in a saturated market.
then it validated the relationship because I'm like, I gave her the reins. I'm like,
Yeah.
take the wheel and tell me which one you'll go with.
Probably
And it
felt
worked.
good to her too that you
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm
like let her.
we're so
make a
much better as a
choice.
team. I always tell people that are like
Yeah.
on the fence of divorce. I'm like, listen, bro, if you don't like her as your wife, you're definitely not going to like her as your ex-wife. It doesn't like
Ain't that the truth?
that relationship. And if you're single and you don't have kids, that's a different story.
That's pretty
But if you
fucking funny, dude.
You got 2 or 3 kids together, make it work if you can. That's where I'm at now, I'm back
Yeah.
in that Hell Week mindset of I'm either going to make it or die trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. I like to focus on it's like a partnership.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
We're both working towards the same thing, and there's struggles, there's daily
Yeah.
things. You're like, you're gonna piss each other out because we work together too. She's the CEO
Right.
of industry,
Right.
and like, dude, we butt heads a lot because she's a strong personality, man.
Yeah.
But also, that's what I need. Like, I need somebody
Totally.
to make the choice, and I value her opinion. So I bump stuff all the time, and like, hey, babe, what do you think about this? And she
Right.
chooses, and like, you know what? Like, same thing. I wouldn't choose that, but okay, cool. And I hate to say it, but she's right. Like way more than
And
I
when
am.
she's not, you at least get to be like,
Oh yeah, those are
Oh.
fun.
you fucked that one up, didn't you?
I've had that like probably less than 5 times in the entire 11 years we've been together.
What do you say to her? You're so fucking stupid. She'd be like,
Yeah.
excuse me? Like, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Love
But
you, baby.
it's that partnership, man. Like, I think it's important to find somebody who's strong where you're weak, and you can be strong where they're weak.
Yeah,
And
nice.
then that partnership that you can bring to the life, because life's hard as fuck, dude. And if you can bring a solid foundation together where you're strong on multiple fronts, like you can really make some forward progress. It's still gonna be hard, but like you can be there for each other.
Yeah, my wife is literally a math teacher, and I hate math. Always did. I was way more of like an artistic dude, and you know, kind of winging it through life a lot. I don't like equations and like hard white and black stuff.
I'm not trying to find why. Just,
Right, yeah.
just tell me
Yeah.
yes
I
and
just
no.
want to make
Yeah.
a cool shirt, you know. I don't want to think about the margins. It's gonna be sick. Everybody's gonna buy it. You know, like,
But that's what it takes, man.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to start it, but it takes infrastructure to scale it.
Right.
Yeah,
Fuck your margins, bro.
it
you know?
takes both of those things.
It
really
does. Yeah.
And then you gotta do
has to.
taxes. Like she does my taxes every year, and you know we get money back every year. So I imagine she's doing it right.
She's doing good.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot better than if I was in charge of the taxes. We'll say that.
For real. Yeah, man, that's what it takes, dude. Yeah, so how things going now? Like you guys are
Yeah.
managing the thing and
Life's good. Yeah, life's good. We're officially remarried for just about a year now. Yeah.
No
How
shit.
fucking hard was that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
So you guys kind of reconstituted your feelings for one another.
Or
She,
Yeah,
Drop
absolutely.
the animosity.
yeah.
Yeah, and good honor for it.
And then, I mean, how was it? Would you go through like a dating phase again, or
I like to say it's like a country song in reverse because I got my dog back, my truck back, and my girl back. You know, so it's like,
Nice.
I literally got my golden retriever back. And
No
if you know
way.
golden retrievers, they are just heaven on earth. You know,
Yeah, they are.
They're angels with fur.
I've had them.
Oh man, they're the best.
That's
I
amazing.
had to bury mine recently, not to kill the vibe, but yeah.
That's the
sucks.
hardest thing.
So-
I'd rather bury my ex-wife than my golden retriever.
yeah?
Dude, losing a good dog is harder than losing most people.
Hands
It's
down.
hard.
Hands down.
Yeah, we
Love
don't
my
deserve
dog.
the fucking pets we have, and that's like one of those cruel. It's not a cruel joke, but it's pretty cruel in terms of dogs only live like 1/10 of our life, or
I know.
15th of our whatever the fuck the ratio is, and
Well, especially your pug, dude. You might
Oh, you got pugs.
oh, dude,
like
I've
they
buried
just
2
don't live long.
pugs already.
Yeah, they don't live long.
Gizmo and Minnie.
Gizmo, dude. I love that movie.
yeah,
Long,
dude.
long live Toby.
Toby the Terror.
I love Toby.
Or, in other words, like Toby technically is his slave name.
Oh, goodness.
His real name is
It's so
Kunta
canceled.
Kent. Hey.
You're a benevolent master.
Yeah. Fucking Toby, man. But yeah, dogs are a fucking, a godsend, literally.
Yeah, they are.
Which is weird when you see people that are like, I don't like dogs. Like, I'm a cat person. You're like,
Fuck off.
Weird.
Like, cat's very
really?
superficial.
I've always been a cat person, and
all right,
I
that's
dabble in
it.
dogs.
Get out.
no, but one of the things I
Okay,
always
studio.
appreciated, because I grew up with a lot of cats, but one of the things I appreciate about cats is they don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, of course.
And dogs are like, they always love you, which is nice, but like, bro, it's kind of overwhelming. Someone's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, get your own life. You know? You know?
It's like Shane Gillis said with autism and Downs. Like dogs
Yeah.
are Downs and cats are autism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love
Yeah.
cats. We come home and our cats are like, be
I
gone for
love
3 days.
cats
They're
too,
like,
man.
they're like,
Yeah.
cool, whatever.
I'm very bipartisan on that whole issue.
But then-
I just don't like litter boxes.
Well, the nice thing about it is
Yeah.
like, when they love you, you know they love you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
choosing to
You're
love
like, I
you.
earned
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not just they're human. They're like, okay, I'm choosing to hang out with you.
Yeah.
So you rewrote the country song,
Yeah.
and where was she living at the time when you were in Hawaii?
Yeah, she was out here in SoCal, like
Okay.
East County, Santee area.
So you guys are doing this all
remote. Yeah,
long
We're-
distance. Wow.
Yeah, for
Which is probably healthy, I
it was
think, at
good.
that point,
Yeah, it
right?
was, it was necessary.
Yeah, it's
to
not
ease
instant.
back into it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Not,
definitely.
it wasn't like a fling weekend. And,
Right.
Okay, I'm moving in. You know,
Yeah,
it was a lot of long talks with my mom of like.
that's good, man.
And I was this close to just being like self-sufficient on the island, where I'm like, dude, do I want to get a condo out here? Do I want to stay in Hawaii? do I want to like start looking for better opportunities for work and whatnot? And she was like, no, come out here. Cause really it was the dating thing in Hawaii. Like, cause I went on dates out there, and every time like I would just get to that point of like almost serious. It felt so weird. It felt so weird spending money on a girl when I'm like, I already have a girl I really care about back home. I have a daughter with her.
You're like, I'm just trying to kind of get
I'm
laid.
like,
I don't really care about you.
I don't really want to have kids with you. There's no way. And they deserve that. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
And then when you actually care about her, you're like,
It's even worse.
It's
And you
even
feel like
worse.
you're stealing time from them.
Right. No, totally. And,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
true. And their clock's ticking.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm 38 and I got one. I was totally happy with just one kid and out. And I'm about to have my third. So
Dude, that's
God
awesome.
damn.
still got swimmers, you
That's
know?
awesome. Well, one of the things I was gonna
We need to like knuckle punch more so I can get some.
Yeah, dude. I'll be praying for you.
One of the things I was gonna ask about this is that because I think not a lot of people there are a good percentage of people that reconnect with their exes for sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. I know. Before Disney, I was with a chick on and off for like 9 years. Very tumultuous relationship. But managing the fucking periphery people is always a fucking problem.
Oh,
so how did you deal with that when, like, I imagine you had a lot of the same friend group or some friend group at the time. How did you be like, well, I know you've been through this all this shit. I know I talk shit. She talks shit. And
I can
most of
almost
it's-
imagine you didn't
some of
have
it's
that.
true, but then
Oh,
how
no, I
do you
definitely
be
did.
like, how did you manage the re-wedding and like the peripheral people?
Yeah, no, I had to, and two, like there was a lot of drama between us, you know, it was not a clean separation. Had to apologize to like basically everybody in her family, had to, I mean, get humbled, you know, really like there was a lot of humility and I think I needed to learn it, you know.
Hat in hand.
Yeah.
Father-in-law is not exactly going to invite you over for Christmas again.
No, definitely not. He
Yeah.
was not my biggest supporter. So, but we're good now.
Dude.
I mean,
You've been through hell and back.
I literally just had dinner with him last night and we're good.
Oh,
you know?
that's awesome.
The faith helps a lot, you know, going to Catholic mass together, and mass is not for everyone, but well, it is, but I mean, it isn't.
So long.
You know what I
Talking
mean?
captain's mast, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, that's like a 2-hour ordeal, isn't it?
Nah, about an hour and a half.
Really?
It's-
Yeah,
no,
it's-
not even. There's 45-minute ones. It really depends on the sermon.
The Catholics trying to maintain.
It's a lot.
It is
dude,
traditional.
yeah.
A lot of it. It's
Yeah.
communion every time. That's the bread and the wine.
What's your go-to church? Where do you go to?
Our Lady of Grace. It's out in La Mesa. Yeah,
Okay.
Our Lady of Grace. Yeah. It's off Navajo Road. It's the exit.
Navajo.
Yeah, Navajo.
I live off Navajo.
I think it's the 125, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
am Navajo.
Oh, I know there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Right across from the Jack in the Box.
I go to the Taco Bell. More of a,
Yeah, it's there too. No, it's the same. It's the same thing. Taco Bell, Jack in the Crack.
I'm more of a Baja Blast kind of guy. Taco Bell, please.
Baja Blast kind of guy.
Taco Bell, please sponsor us.
I wouldn't be mad about that.
I tell all my podcast friends, I just want to be your Jamie. When you guys make it big, you know, I'll be in the corner like, hey, bring up that
Fucking
picture
Jamie
so-
Vernon, man.
Yeah, you know, that's the dream job. Just the Jamie in the background.
Yeah.
good
So
stuff.
That's Coda.
what is the dream job now? Like what's
Yeah, I think-
future? It seems
so-
like everything else is kind of settled. You're not dodging bullets and growing weed anymore,
Yeah, definitely none of that.
and kind of settled in with the wife. And
Right.
Yeah.
Probably, I think the graphic design thing will be cool. I have other ambitions. I've told you about like private security and some stuff.
There's a whole lot of things we got to talk about after this.
Yeah, I think these are one of those moments where it's just like a matter of time until we connected. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
For Ryan,
Yeah.
I already knew it, and we've crossed paths and had some pretty cool moments. But photography, getting in the water, I love all that.
There's a lot of similarities, graphic design degree, and then also there's some circles I'm in of guys on the signal that would love to have you
Nice.
on their
Yeah, I
side
appreciate it.
and are actively looking for guys just like you.
Nice. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So yeah, dude, let's make the world go round.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But what else are you doing?
And a lot of paintball, man. We just won the last regional tournament. We're playing an event in 2 weeks in Texas. NXL
You're a
Texas.
professional paintballer.
Semi-professional.
Yeah,
Semi-professional.
Semi-pro.
I know.
Like
What's
fucking-
What's
what's
the
the
Talladega
team?
Nights? And I'm an amateur tattoo artist. You know?
exactly.
That's the story of my
Will
life.
Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro driver, amateur tattoo artist.
What's the name of the league or the team? that you're on?
It's the NXL, and I'm on Team Protocol, the National
Sweet.
Expo League. We got World Cup in November. I want to win that. I've always wanted to make a bunch of money and make my own team and coach the next generation. That's like the goal, to put the stamp on the paintball
Dude,
world.
you're in such a good spot to do that. That's so dope.
I know.
Where's the World
Right.
Cup?
World Cup's in Orlando, yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Orlando,
Dude,
Florida.
So they're
I would love
every
to
year?
take a long
Every
lens
year,
and
pretty
shoot
much,
this.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
shoot photos of like a match.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
think it'd be fun.
Dude, I did that for a little bit too. I did some paintball photography. Had a girlfriend that was my photographer. I did the editing, and the average photographer makes decent money in the paintball world because paintballs love to see pictures of themselves, you know?
I see a whole reality show making the team, like making the band.
Nice.
I
Right?
mean, honestly,
Well, you're
kinda
the Hollywood guy.
Yeah.
yeah,
I always,
that's
I
on
always
you.
said that's what we needed because the fun thing about paintball, it's kind of like going on a training trip because you go with your team.
Yeah.
The average team has like 7 to 10 guys. You stay in an Airbnb or hotel with your boys, and you're there for a mission. You're there to go win the event, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Dude, that'd be great to film
Teams-
some BTS shit from that and
Dude,
make a little.
I think, like, honestly, like, paintball could use the Netflix effect.
yeah.
And if it was done properly, it would go well.
But blow the fuck up.
It would go
Yeah.
really well.
Wait, what's the Netflix effect?
The Netflix effect is taking a sport that most people don't know about or don't give a fuck about, to include Formula One, because that was almost entirely European, right?
Yeah.
It was only between the Italians, the Swiss, the Germans, and fucking that's about it. And now, once Netflix made a documentary about it, it's fucking blown up.
Yeah.
And now there's billions and billions of dollars more into the sport. And now you have everybody showing up. Like now you got rappers showing up. Especially the
what
biggest
was the
event.
change? Are they're telling a different story or like
They,
humanizing the people?
what
or?
they do is they really focus on the story and the person and the writer and the team and the conflict. Like they literally just kind of take textbook Hollywood development of story writing and implement it with the Red Bull team or the Ferrari team and just kind of personalize it. Right?
Yeah.
Like my wife didn't give a flying
That's it for
fuck
sure.
about golf.
Personalization, the putting it all under a microscope and telling a fucking story. You're like, dude, this is what it takes to be a Formula One driver. Where a lot of people don't fucking realize how fucking impossible it is.
Finicky it is.
Fucking
It's
possible.
like unicorn status. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
for real.
because, and also think like anyone that goes to a Formula One race is not honestly going to fall in love with Formula One. Like I've fucking been raised with golf my entire life, and I hate going to golf tournaments because you either follow one fucking faggot that fucking hits a golf ball, and then you got to follow his ass around the whole time, or you got to dodge crowds or do whatever. And in Formula One, it's like, zoom. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's that.
Yeah.
So when you finally get like in-depth knowledge of it all, then you actually kind of start building like a brand awareness, for lack of a better term, but also like an assimilation with teams and with drivers or so on and so forth. So if you took that to paintball, then boom, like I see that it could blow up with the Netflix effect, but it would take a very large production in order to do so.
Yeah.
And if Netflix did do it on behalf of paintball, I could see it going somewhere.
They're actually, it's not quite a documentary. I guess it is. I don't know. It's like a little series, I think. It's called Best Kids in Texas. It's on there already.
I watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, those are the X Factor guys. I know a lot of those dudes and cool dudes.
And me growing up playing it and watching it and all this stuff, like, I mean, it is entertaining and it's fast paced.
Yeah.
But the key to the development of that, in order to get where you want with the whole Netflix effect, is finding the key personalities amongst all the teams.
Totally. It's a story.
Yeah.
And it's the journey
you,
to get
you need
to
the diva, you need the asshole, you need the nice guy.
Yeah.
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 It's a cool
Get the
community,
character
too.
art there.
Yeah. It's all about the character development.
I like to say it's a lot like where jiu-jitsu and MMA was maybe 10, 20 years ago. Like, I feel like it's so close. I mean, they've even considered having it in the Olympics. I don't know if you remember, like the break. Yeah,
Wow.
it's been very close to making the Olympics.
I actually think that's a perfect Olympic sport.
There's they just had Nations Cup and France won it. For like the first time in years, America lost. We usually just crush everybody. France beat us.
Yeah.
So we got to come back next
Good
year.
comeback story.
I'm coaching. Let's go.
Well, and then that
Thanks,
character arc,
Obama.
Break it, Frenchie.
but that character development with taking a Navy SEAL, incorporating
That's what I'm saying, dude.
into this whole thing.
Dude, come on.
Team USA, hire me.
Yeah, utilizing Kevin Kent and his fucking background, and then my fucking video team.
Fuck
It
yeah.
seems like a cool community too, because I was listening to your podcast
We
on
just
the way up
pitched it.
here
Nice.
with
Cav or
Now we need to treat
no, it was a TDG, the game?
Oh, PTG.
Yeah.
Play the game. That's my coach, Marcelo.
No shit, yeah.
And one of my best friends, Tyler Herman. So
Yeah, it
in the
sounded,
paintball
dude,
world.
the whole, I mean,
They're professional, dude. They put on a good podcast.
dude, it was dope, man. It was like that community sounds like they're legit. They sound
Oh,
really
you were
cool.
watching my episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, there's way cooler guys. They've had Max Holloway on. They've had some really cool dudes. Other pros, my buddy Alex Goldman.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Max Holloway, he's a UFC fighter from
I know
Hawaii.
Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the
He's
name.
been, I'm trying to think.
He
who
just
else.
retired, right?
I don't think he's retired.
No, didn't he just do his retirement fight like a month ago or some shit?
If he did, I'm out of the
Or maybe
loop.
the other dude retired. Max Holloway fought him.
Yeah, I think he
It was
fought Dustin.
Poirier.
Dustin
Poirier.
Poirier.
It was
Yeah.
Poirier's
Right,
retirement
right.
fight. Holloway beat him, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the age range of players within the professional realm of paintball?
Yeah, I'd say probably about like average like 16 to, man, we're getting old now, like 16 to 30. It's a cool game because you have attackers that are going to run, and then you have guys that, to put it in team guy
It's
terms,
like a hockey team with
Kind of,
like
yeah,
a DA team.
right? No, it really is.
Like
And
an
you have-
Overwatch.
You have guys that are like pea shooters that aren't going to shoot a lot of paint, but
They
then
keep
you have
heads down.
Then you have the A-dubs in the back that are just like, womp. Like you got the belt-fed dudes in the back laying it down
Yeah.
so your guys can move. And at the end of the day, it's still shoot, move, and communicate.
Yeah.
That is the
You have your
It
base
is.
and you have
Yeah.
your maneuver.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
literally that simple.
Base and
but
maneuver.
What makes it fun and why we do the goofy river raft boats, because that's what they essentially are. It's like inflatable bunkers, right? That's what we call them. They're typically red and blue or red and black, and now they're labeled with sponsors and stuff. It's because you can change the field. It's a chessboard that changes.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
So it's like
yeah.
if you played the same field every single time, it'd get boring real
Yeah.
fast.
And
'cause
you'd learn it.
You're in a
You know,
game.
you're going to learn how to
you know
fucking
where the
defeat
shots
the fucking
are.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now imagine miking everybody up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
totally.
You
Dude,
know,
the dream. We have this talk all the time in the paintball community. We're like, we need cameras in the hoppers. You need cameras on your barrel, and you can like Wi-Fi switch between players. Like, okay,
yeah.
now go to Ryan's
First
camera.
person
What's
shooter,
he
yeah.
looking at? And
Yeah.
then have them mic'd up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in the back.
Oh,
with
you
a vodka
just film the
drink.
fuck out of all and then just edit the
Right.
shit out of it. But yeah.
No, me. I'll be in the back.
Like I
with
said,
umbrella
it would
drink,
be
dude, yeah.
expensive, but
Dude.
it would be lucrative.
If I'm sponsored by SC Village. Like, it's a park out in Riverside. Beautiful. It's literally like the mecca of paintball. Like, Texas is making a move on us, though, man. The Texans are good for obvious reasons. Those boys can hunt and shoot.
Yeah.
And we're out here, the bros from SoCal. We usually do pretty well against them, though. So where was I going with that? If you guys want to do a paintball day and a paintball podcast, I got friends that are media. They would love to hype us up and have a good time out there. I'll get you guys head to toe HK Army gear, and we'll do it. I've always wanted to do Navy SEALs versus pro paintball
Versus zombies.
for an exhibition match, gentlemen.
No. I'll be in the back with a drink.
No, shut the fuck
I'll
up.
get some. I'll stack the seals. I'll find the best.
Because to that
We're still
point,
going to lose against professional paintballers.
But it's an
though.
exhibition match. We're not trying to be like who's the best.
no,
you
but
know?
the thing that I needed to bring up is like with like the SEALs or Green Berets or whomever, right? What you
Yeah.
have to fucking try to train out is this isn't fucking war.
It's not war,
Right,
And
because
paintballers aren't trying
and
to
it's
be
like I said
war.
early
Yeah.
on in the podcast, like we got our motherfucking shit pushed in,
Right.
Because we're like fucking pine corners all slow.
Yeah.
Whereas professional paintballers are
snap shooting.
just running. You got one guy laying down
Yeah.
hate and another guy just like coming up top,
Right.
and
Yeah.
like
Bunkered.
it's not cross
That's the term,
collaborative.
bunker.
Yeah, like the tactics aren't the same. So I would say like Team SEALs or whomever it would be, team veterans would have to get like a little bit of train up on behalf of
Totally,
like
yeah.
a pro team.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is how you play this game. And then once you get that, then I think it would be good.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun, and I'd love to facilitate it for you guys if you want to come out.
Dude, you're the man to do it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
excited for you. This,
Mitch says he plays. I keep bugging Mitch to go out with us to Vegas and play, and I've told you already.
Yeah, Mitch does a lot of things, man.
Mitch is a cool dude.
Yeah,
He's
really
fun to
dope
be
dude.
around.
Dude, his podcast is probably one of my favorite.
Yeah, I believe
Just
it.
a level of just fuck this. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
He's so funny,
Thanks, Mitch.
dude. Yeah,
he fires me up.
I love that guy, dude. He's such a G.
Good dude. I mean, that's to me at the end of the day, like when people are like, why'd you want to be a Navy SEAL? Like, it's hard to answer when you're 18, but now I'm like, man, the reason I'm so grateful and thankful I'm a Navy SEAL is because the people I get to meet, the doors it opens up, and
Yeah.
just the stories we get to tell together, because we are like modern day like campfire shamans that are like, we went to war, we came back, you know. What is the foreign land like, Kevin? You know, tell me about Iraq. You know?
Shitty.
It sucks.
And it's so cool to see the different stories too. Like you got such a different character arc than a lot of people, and it's so cool to see. And then you got like, you know, Kavanaugh's got his own unique character arc, and then dude, everybody I've had on, like, holy shit, these like such like just insane lives. It's just so wild that like I'm just like you said, I'm thankful that we're all connected in this. Like we can all sit down and share these stories. And
but I gotta say this, like I'm thankful for you guys because, to be honest, I haven't really found any benefit out of the guys that I fucking served with in the Army.
Oh man, that's
and like
it sucks. Though.
It does suck. You know, it does. And then, like, granted, I wasn't special operations, and it's almost disheartening, right? Like, these guys are the guys that are still asking for a job. They're still asking to move in with me. They're still asking all of these things, but somehow I found myself amongst, you know, you three and all these other legends, and it's enhanced my life and my career and my level of respect for, you know, service. And I wish that it wasn't the case, but it is. So I got to give nothing but a hat tip to NSW and for all of you guys for taking in the Army, dude, and being surrounded by awesome people. And I wish that the Army could do better.
Well, that's what makes all of this.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Worthwhile.
On behalf of the Liberty Podcast, you know, we appreciate you, brother.
For the people listening too, I don't think that, I mean, community is whatever you make it. So I think if people are feeling like they're missing that, because I think probably most people feel like they're missing that, especially veterans, because like you have this like
you lose your tribe. I always say
you lose your tribe, but a lot of people aren't willing to put forth the effort to create something,
find a new tribe.
And you can do this, and this is why
I'm the drum circle.
Exactly, yeah. And obviously we're super new to the podcast space, but I've learned from this process. Or like, wow, it's not opened so many doors, but it's opened so many doors internal to me. Where I was like, oh, I didn't know how valuable this was. So I would say like, and now I'm a big proponent of it. Where I think most people, like, if they're missing this tribe, if they don't feel like they have a community. Dude, just go start a podcast. You don't have to. Don't go start a bro podcast. Whatever. I'm not saying do that. But what I'm saying is get together with your friends intentionally. Say, hey guys, let's meet at my garage, and we're all going to sit together at a campfire. We're going to tell stories and reconnect, and just have a good fucking time and talk about shit. Like, you know, it's not about old days. We tell funny stories and shit, but like. Most of what we're talking about is like, hey, what are you doing now? Like, what's your life look like now? Like, share lessons. Like, what did you learn from that? Oh, fuck, I'm struggling with this. Like, how do I learn?
Just connect with other fucking people, man.
Exactly. And you can do that in your garage, you know, but it's hard. People don't want to do it. And this is why I say the value of the podcast is that, or a podcast, is that it's been so nice to have these intentional conversations where we can come together and spend a couple hours over the, you know, virtual fucking campfire and just have cool fucking conversations. Like I would be doing this if we weren't recording it. This is exactly what I want to do with my life. Just get my friends together and talk about cool shit and learn and progress and do more cool shit. Like I don't want to own a clothing line when I'm 55, you know what I mean? Like, but I do want to. I'm 47 now. I think in 10 years, like, I think this is what I want to be doing. This is fun. I really love doing this. And I think if anybody's listening and they're like, oh, they're having a good time, like, dude, go do this with your friends. You've got 3 or 4 friends you can call up and be like, hey guys, let's get together in my garage. Let's go hang out. Let's have a campfire and just fucking chat about whatever, you know, just have an open, honest conversations and share shit and have some drinks or whatever your flavor is and just enjoy each other's company.
I did that for, literally been doing that for several years with the Oak Ridge boys. So the fucking dudes that live on the road that I live on.
Oh yeah.
So dude right across the street had a truck. We were like, hey, let's meet out the truck. We'll go out there and fucking hang out. And then next thing you know, there's a dude from down the street. He's coming up, and there's another dude right next to me. And like, dude, before you know, there's like
cool
6 or 8 of us. We're fucking hanging out at the fucking truck, you know, having drinks at, you know, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, like bullshitting, talking, granted, it's an hour and a half of have a cocktail, and before dinner has to be made or whatever. But it's fucking crazy how much steam you're able to kind of fucking blow off or vent.
Yeah.
Before the significant other gets home or whatever the case may be, even it's like, man, it's like I'm fucking venting and I'm talking to my fucking boys about, maybe some shit that happened fucking whenever.
You need that time, dude.
You need that
time.
like the fucking third location decompression in fucking Heidelberg. It's
rad.
like, man, I want to fucking blow the steam off, which was what they figured out. And like, dude, we don't want to send these dudes straight from a fucking war zone.
I needed a decompression from the decompression, though.
Yeah.
I drank a lot.
Dude, they sent me over there to be the senior list advisor over there in like 2012.
Maybe we stop in Florida
2011.
and then get back to San Diego.
Bro. They sent me over there for like 6 weeks to run this fucking thing, and I was like,
let's go.
Bad idea.
How's Oktoberfest?
But it worked, though. You
great.
had like one of the only ones that had like no incidents.
Yeah, we had no fucking
nice.
no
So you weren't there when I was
alcohol-related
there.
incidences. Yeah.
But we do have to take the 3,000-foot gaze and realize that we live in a very fortunate place with a very fortunate city in very fortunate capacities, right? Like, we're all talented in our own way
totally.
that can allow this to happen. But the guy
because
that
we
goes
made it
back to
happen.
fucking, we did, right? Because we took that chance.
Yeah. It wasn't
and
an
we took
accident.
the shot. And no, fuck no, it wasn't on accident. But, the guy in West Virginia in his fucking garage, like, doesn't have this capability.
He's got
Like,
people in his Rolodex. Yeah. You got a neighbor
He
down the
does,
street.
but and unfortunately, they're too proud to ask.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, the neighbor down the street is facing the same thing. Too proud to
And
ask.
dude, that's the shit that happened to us. So we have a friend now that just probably started hanging out with us the last couple of years. For years and years and years, he would be like, those guys are out there hanging out. And he didn't, not that he didn't have the balls, but he was like, man, I don't want to like just show up out of the fucking blue and like,
Well, no, that's
but
a
we
great
were
thing.
like, hey, man, see a guy driving by your fucking garage, be like, hey, come have a fucking cocktail.
That's the thing. You
know?
notice they're drinking. See what they're drinking. Bring a 12-pack. Say, hey guys, what's up?
Bring some Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Even
whatever,
if you don't
whatever
drink.
your flavor is,
Yeah.
ginger ale, whatever, man. Like, come by and it's like, hey, man, I'm Mike
Yeah.
from down the street. Just take that step.
Yeah.
Take that fucking step.
I agree.
Because most
set
people
an
don't.
intention.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's not just 4 fucking drunk assholes in a fucking garage, fucking
Exactly.
with one pissing himself, and you got to fucking drag him across the street.
Yeah.
Like, set an intention behind this,
100%.
Yeah.
and like just
That's the
have that
difference.
man-to-man conversation. Be like, gentlemen, I respect all of you. I love all of you. I think we have something to offer. We all want better for ourselves and our families and our children and our wives. So how about we put 4 brains together and we try to figure out how to benefit from this?
Yeah.
Because you're tired of fucking
That's
doing
it.
this, and you're tired of doing this.
Absolutely.
Well, the good thing about that too is, dude, we started doing that shit like probably a few years before COVID. And then once COVID hit, it's like, man, we're all quarantined. We actually looped in the spouses, and then the spouses actually became close. And now, like, we
COVID
can't.
was a shit.
Yeah, now we
Especially
can't.
living
Now
in
we
OB.
can't get the fucking
Yeah, it
spouses
sucks.
to stop fucking hanging out. You know, we're like, God damn it. You know,
Or
like we
kids
went to
on-
a birthday party this weekend after we did the show with Dirty, and I'm just like, motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
like,
when's that air? I gotta see that one.
Oh, buddy.
Probably next Friday.
Dude, I sent Ryan a text, but I'm like, there was a point in time where I thought Dirty was maybe not a team. I just can't picture him. Not that he couldn't do buds, but just being locked on long enough to make it through buds. You know what I mean? Like without an ARI or whatever.
I heard so many different fucking stories about Dirty, but the Dirty that I met is
And
fucking hat
It's like-
tip.
he's the
This is-
grown-up Dirty.
but what I
He's
keep
an
trying to tell you,
evolved
like,
man.
Yeah.
this is
evolved.
SO1 McCormick. This is Chief Kent. Like, he's dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
He's his
just
own
dirty.
thing.
There's
He's his
no
own
pronouns there. It's just dirty. And when you're going
He's
through,
his own pronoun.
and when you're going through like SQT, CQC, and a dude's wearing a beanie and got a big old puff jacket on, and like looks like he just grew up in Compton.
He's like,
you know?
sup?
Like if you told me he's like a white blood, I'd be like, I believe it. You know?
Yeah.
He's
I was
like,
like, no, he's a legit Team 6 operator.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I
then
also
went to
believe
red.
that. Yeah.
And he's just like, here, check it out, brother. You know? He's like,
Yeah.
you know,
He's got a unique way about him.
yeah.
I that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt blessed to learn CQC from that dude. And when I went downrange, I felt very prepared, you know?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about on the show. It hasn't obviously come out yet, but yeah, they had a stacked staff at that point.
284.
I was telling him, I'm barely qualified to watch CQC, let alone teaching this shit. I'll go teach a flat range. Prepped.
All right.
And you got a Dan neck dude who like not that easy.
He's like, load muskets, present.
Totally. Point your firearm this way. Try not to shoot the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In paintball, sometimes too, my buddies will be like, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm tall. I'm going to shoot over you. I want you to run under me. I'm going to shoot above your head. You do not do this. And I'm like, I've done this in combat, bro. It's going to work. I promise.
You put elbow on top of him to keep him down.
No, but I'll tippy toe it and shoot over their head. And, you know, won a lot of tournaments like that.
Yeah.
It's a real tactic.
All right. You and I have a lot to discuss after this.
Yeah.
However, do we think we're wrapped?
Yeah. What else is there anything else you want to plug? Anything you're working on now? Like, what's the next thing for you?
Yeah, I think I got it. I mean, you guys see the Just Us hat. That's the brand. Instagram, Just Us, I think _Inc. Find me there.
What's the website for Just Us?
Just Us.
.com?
I think we had like 3 because, you know, like search engine optimization.
Yeah.
I think our best one is Just Us TAO, but honestly, we do most on just Shopify and through our Instagram.
Cool.
That's how we generate sales there.
Cool. I love it. Well, man.
Oh, Dad Army too. So that's the other brand I work with.
Oh, Dad Army.
Dad Army.
Okay.
Yeah. I got hoodie. I showed you the hoodie. I have one.
Yeah.
I got to get you guys hoodies and hats next time. I just we do them. What's the proper term? The print to order or whatever.
Oh, print on demand.
Print on demand. Thank you. So we don't carry any inventory on that one.
Smart way to start.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Well, you know the apparel game.
I've been there.
And then you
I'm
learn
like,
your metrics and stuff.
I don't remember that being a thing 10 years ago when I did it last time, but now it's like, I don't have to carry inventory. That sounds amazing.
It's a good option, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you have next to no margins, but you're also not sitting on a shit ton of money.
That's great to start. But
I think it's a good
hard to
benchmark to
scale.
like learn your audience.
And then you crunch the data, and then you move to an inventory model, and that's where you.
God, there's so much.
Economy of scale is a huge fucking
So
thing.
much we could help out. That's another Patreon thing that I think we should add of apparel development. And any guys that want to start apparel development, it's like these are the do's and these are the do nots.
Dude, I have a whole like.
I know we filmed a lot of them.
Fucking Bible.
I have a whole Coda filmed it for me.
Do you guys
I have
have
a whole free PDF on our industrythreadworks.com plug site. If you just go to like how to start a brand, basically, I don't know what the exact thing is, but you go to like how to start a brand, bunch of free shit. There's some paid shit, but like, dude, it's all the shit that I wish I knew 18 fucking years ago.
So we're gonna throw that all in the Patreon.
Do you guys have a Discord server by chance? You know what I'm talking about there?
I know Discord.
Right. So you mentioned my buddies Play the Game podcast, PTG. They have a Discord. All their guests that have been on are in there. You can ask them questions.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, we can learn a lot from you with regard to Discord.
I can bridge the gap for a lot of technology between.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Yeah, please.
So
new to this whole
you have
thing.
people on, right? And it's a forum, it's a chat room, and it keeps rolling. It's kind of like WhatsApp, but you got a lot more stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Share photos, and then hey, Derek, I saw your episode. Blah blah blah. What are you doing now?
It's super beneficial.
And then
it would be
I saw
very
your
beneficial for
episode.
us.
Fuck you, nerd.
Yeah. I went to Buzz with you. That guy sucks. You know,
You should have ducked.
wait till the comments on this one. But where was I going with that? Oh, they do like viewer questions, you know? So it's like everybody in the Discord, and that's a great thing for Patreon. You can be like, hey, send us in viewer questions and we'll ask our next guest or
Who's
whatever.
Vera?
Oh,
I'm
viewer.
just kidding.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Am I talking
Well,
like
the Patreon too.
He's
This
the
is one
gentleman
of the-
Jack?
This is
I'm
one of
deaf
the.
in one ear, can't hear out of the other.
Gotcha.
This is one of the first ones that we've actually filmed all the breaks.
Yeah.
We actually had a pretty deep discussion on like spirituality and God and
Yeah.
Jesus, religion, the whole thing. Like it's going to be.
Through the intermissions, yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a heavy amount of stuff that goes on between the breaks, which is why we started to film it, because I'm like, God, I wish we had filmed this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And so now it's available on our Patreon, which I think is going to be free now. Probably by the time this airs,
It's
going to
going
be
to be
free.
spun up. So what we need out of all of you guys, we are officially getting official. We're starting a Patreon. We're going to break it down into 3 tiers, 1 free and then 2 other monetary. Let us know what you want.
Yeah.
We are now filming everything during the breaks. We want to do AMAs. We want to do discounts on
What
all
are
of our
AMAs?
ask me anything.
There you go.
Ask my asshole.
Well, what I was going to plug you guys on for the Patreon and the Discord, what they do a lot is like, hey, send in a question for our next guest. It's going to be whoever.
Yeah.
And we'll give a shirt out to the guy that asked the best question.
Oh, yeah.
So then your audience there's still a reason to keep engaging with you guys.
Yeah, totally.
Are you guys on Spotify too or
Oh,
YouTube?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. You got to tell your YouTube people to subscribe because you guys deserve way more subscribers.
I know.
Well, thank you,
We
sir.
are.
We're almost at 1,000. We're like 948 or something.
Like, comment and subscribe, and shout out to the videographer who's doing an amazing job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Coda's the man over
Yeah,
there.
thanks, Coda. Our own personal
Our
Jamie.
Jamie Vernon.
Yeah.
But guys, like seriously, please like, subscribe, comment across all of our platforms, whichever one that you listen to. Ryan and I get a lot of DMs and of just nothing but praise, and we ask them to take that over to the reviews.
I get a lot of dick pics. For
Yeah,
some
it's
reason.
not all praise.
It's because you're a bear, dude. You're a juicy bear.
I just had somebody email me asking for fart videos the other
Nice.
day.
What the
He's like,
fuck,
Man.
dude?
right? He's like, do you do custom videos? I'm like, what do you mean custom videos? Like fart videos?
All right, so
I'm
now
like,
we need to
"Bro."
start an OnlyFans.
Well, it turns out he was looking for Dave Meadows, so I was like,
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He blocked him. I was like, all right, fine. Yeah, fine.
But
Anyway.
either way, Patreon's getting started up. Stay tuned to our Instagram for all of that information. It's all going to be obviously put up across all platforms. And thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Honestly,
thanks
it was
for
an
coming
honor to
on,
be
man.
here.
Faux show.
Dude,
Appreciate you.
attaboy.
Where are we going? Bring it in. I want hugs, bro.
All right. Peace, everybody.
All right, sweet.